We have arrived to the big day.
I can't compete with this.
Goodell's here, so let's boo.
And my number one name in the draft, John Penasini.
How do my nuts taste?
Oh, that's a good ass.
Ron was talking about like dicks and stuff like that. I was like, oh, this is my speed right here, boys.
Congratulations, Frank.
Size 6X!
I love that dude.
What's that face, Stephen Shea?
He could be frozen, or that just might be his face. The pick is in.
Dude, I had Stephen Shea thinking that I was working in a war room tonight. I catfished you for 2 days straight.
You're wearing a tux. You embarrassed the whole company.
Hello and welcome to the 2022 NFL Draft Show here on Barstool Sports, presented by Mamitas. Roan, it is draft night. No better night for a fresh Mamitas.
Oh, there's never a bad night for a fresh Mamitas, but tonight certainly is a good one, Brandon. Hard seltzer is the staple for this summer. Mark it down right now. This summer we're only drinking Mamitas. It comes in 6 delicious flavors: mango, pineapple, paloma, lime, and new flavors this year: spicy marg and tequila sunrise. Find it at drinkmamitas.com or pick up a variety 8-pack Target, Walmart, Publix, Jewel Osco, or GoPuff. Mamitas is fueling us, but tonight is only about the picks.
It is the 2022 NFL Draft. Stephen Shea, in your pathetic life, this is the night you live for. Tell them about it, Stephen Shea. How excited are you?
Very excited. As an NFL fan, every team this weekend, not necessarily tonight because not everyone has a first-round pick, but every team is going to think they're getting better. Everyone's undefeated right now. There's hope that any team can hoist the Lombardi.
I have a question. Why are we talking like this?
I don't know, Ron.
All of us
I'm
are
not sure.
We're pushing it a little bit. Maybe because we have a sweet-ass set this
We haven't had a, I've never done this with you in person.
Yeah, it is nice.
Ron, speaking of hope, you're an Eagles fan. 2 picks tonight. How much hope do you have?
I have a lot of hope. This is the season for hope. I think that a lot of teams, the Giants have multiple picks in the first round, the Chiefs, the Packers, the Jets. A lot of teams have a lot of reasons to be excited. But also this year, this is kind of one of the most unsure drafts where we don't necessarily know who the first pick's going to be. Yep. There's not a blue chip quarterback that everybody's in love with. Tonight, we're kind of finding out live.
Yeah, Trayvon Walker right now, the edge rusher out of Georgia, is the odds-on favorite to be the number 1 pick, which is surprising because about 30 days ago he was 30-1 to be the number 1 pick. They played no games since then. So what's going on?
Boys, we can talk NFL Draft all night, and we will. We will be here with guests. We'll be here with Barstool people, but we have 2 Hall of Famers waiting on deck to get this party started. We got a Barstool Hall of Famer. It is, in fact, Big Cat. He is with us. And then head coach of Jackson State University, Coach Prime, Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, who once had one of the greatest draft nights ever. He is with us as Big Cat. Big Cat, have I got you?
Yeah, I got to start with some. First of all, Coach Prime, great to see you. Got my helmet right here that you gave me. Yep. I don't know if you guys realize this, but we are doing a draft show that's filmed from a potato. You guys look like you're underwater. It's 8-bit.
We're doing
8-bit.
You know, we got our cameraman down here. We're doing the best we can. It's not very good.
I can't see shit. You guys are just a wash of colors. It looks like the set is from the 80s, and then the actual technology is from the 60s.
No, we wanted to be true to the theme of the set, and we insisted that they give us actual film cameras. So this is actually on live film right now. So we appreciate you getting the aesthetic.
They're actually going to fix our picture. It's you and Deion for right now, buddy. So take it away.
Okay, yeah, fix the picture. All right, me and Deion. All right, what's up, Coach Prime? Get the jokers out of here.
Ron did not wash his white shirt because he's not dressed accordingly.
I'd agree. These guys, listen, Deion, you got to understand something. Not all of us are best friends with Michael Strahan, so we don't get free suits off the back of a truck every day.
I figured you're going to turn it around to me. Why does it look like you're set up in front of a dumpster? Let's just get.
I kind of am. Look at this.
You got to do something about your office.
It's my pile. Can I show you something from my pile that you're going to really like?
Yeah.
I know you're not going to like it.
Let me see it. I love Roger Goodell. I love him immensely, and you know I do.
With that face.
Yes,
with that face.
I love him immensely.
All right, so what's up? I actually want to ask you a real question because Brandon alluded to it when he was in, his underwater aquarium that they're filming this show from. Your draft night was one of the most iconic pictures, setups ever. So tell me, like, the actual mood going into your draft night, that night, being around your family with the gear on, everything. Like, Did it look as cool? Was it as cool as it looked for everyone else?
No, because it's somewhat nerve-wracking. It was not nerve-wracking for me because I knew where I was going, although everybody else didn't. We wanted Troy Aikman to go first. You know why? He's the quarterback. Quarterback set the darn money for the curve. All right? You got to have a quarterback go first so the money's higher. Everybody gets paid behind the quarterback. Okay. Did not want to go to Green Bay. Prime Green Bay, don't mix. Did not want to go to Kansas City.
Know that about you?
Don't mix. Prime Detroit, nah, don't mix. Okay, so that leaves me with Atlanta. Atlanta's the chocolate city. I don't know if you ever been to an airport in Atlanta. By the time you get off the darn plane, you should know right then you in Black America. Let's just get that straight. And I was right at home. I was right where I wanted to be. God is so darn good, and I didn't even know it. I came to Atlanta, but you're nervous. You don't know how this thing is going to go because one idiot can mess up the whole draft. That's what's going to happen this year. It's going to be one kid messes up the whole draft.
Yes. Now, here's another thing. I said this beforehand, but could you imagine getting drafted in Las Vegas, making generational money in Las Vegas, the biggest night of your life, and then you're in the greatest party town in America?
Yeah.
That is like off the charts. Holy fuck, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is unbelievable. But see, I would have been thinking about the cost to fly the family there, and the family.
Well, you're cheap.
You're
cheap.
The
cheap.
family, they would not have come. They probably would have been on a bus, still trying to get there while the draft was going. But we didn't have all the glamour and glitz right now. I was over to my agent's crib in Chicago, I believe, somewhere, and it was snowing. So that's where I spent draft day at. It wasn't at. We didn't have the option to go to the darn draft.
That's crazy. Are you guys back?
Boys, I think we're back. I think they got us fixed.
No, you're still underwater.
We're still underwater,
I
Ron.
I don't know if Big Cat told you, but that's a horrible set, guys. The set is like horrible.
This is
good.
supposed to be.
The cameras suck.
I'm serious. It looked like you on a channel that I can't say a name of a channel because I don't want to get bombarded and shut down. But you look like you're on a channel that they don't even have.
But it's retro, it's like your rookie years, like back to the 80s. That's what we're going for.
Listen. I might have to do this whole draft show from upstairs by myself. Me and Dion are going to do it.
I'd rather you be Oscar in front of the trash can than sit up here and look at that set.
I think eventually we will be, Dion.
Like,
Dion,
I don't
what was
know
your-
how old you guys are, but like when I was coming up and the TV ran off at the end of the night, like the color of that set ran across the screen all night.
Yeah, and then the national anthem played. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got kind of the fuzzy porno kind of thing going
I don't
on.
know about that. I didn't live that kind of life. I got
Dion, what was the first thing you bought after you got drafted? Because if I was in Vegas, I got drafted. Say
You think I waited to buy something after I got drafted? What is wrong with
that's
I knew
true.
where I was going. I knew I had money. I played for the darn Yankees beforehand. I got paid. I bought a BMW. I bought a Benz, and I bought my mama a Benz and had it delivered to her with a bow on top of it saying, "That's my mama." Because, there was a TV show back then. It was "That's My Mama." So I did all that stuff. I did all that.
I legitimately, people think I'm bullshit, but if I were drafted tonight, I would put like $1 million on the roulette wheel tonight. That would be awesome.
That's the kind of stupid stuff you would have done. You'd have been broke.
What if I hit it?
What if you did?
Well, what if I hit it?
$35
So you got a
million.
loser's mentality. I got a winner's mentality.
You got to reality though. Reality, you'd have broke the whole family.
Coach, I want to ask you about Louis Seen. I know he's a guy that you work with a lot throughout the process. He credits you a lot. Is he going to get drafted in the first round of safety out of Georgia?
I don't know. I don't know if he's going to go in the first round, but he's going to go early. What I'm more excited about is my prediction. Last time I gave a prediction for Big Cat, what happened, Big Cat? Last time I told you what was going to happen, what happened? Say it.
You were wrong. By the way, the camera's clear. The camera's clear, Ron.
The last time I told you what was going to happen, I told you days before Travis Hunter, we were going to get
it.
You
did. Yes,
see how quickly you forget? That's the kind of stuff that separates friends. Okay?
Yeah, you're true.
I'm going to tell you before. It may not be today, but in the next 2 days, we're going to get 7 to 8 players from HBCU. It's going to be great. None went last year. So we're going to get 7 to 8 kids, young men, in the NFL. And it's going to go crazy from then on. Next year, 60,
I love it.
The next year, 30. I said it first, right here. Breaking news. Now run that across the screen on the ugly set.
Change the game. No, you can see him now. I can see you now, Ron. It works.
Oh no, Ron, you look better now. We can see you.
Yes. Not good, but better.
Better. Bad.
No. You look clear. You
I
look
put
clear,
hangers on my TV because I couldn't see you guys.
Is it just Rome's camera? It might just be Rome's camera.
No.
All right, so
it's
zoom
on
out.
everybody. Rome, what did you do with your
No,
hair?
you could be back.
Hey.
Yes.
Hey,
let's
Shay,
go.
I need you this year, man. You let me down last game. I was looking for you. We got our butts kicked. I need some of your plays.
Shay, what the
I
hell?
got you. I got you.
You haven't been sending in plays, Steven.
I have. Dion, I sent you a play about a month ago.
Yeah, it's in a play. One play. What am I going to do in one play in the spring?
In March.
I don't want to overimpose. I mean, if you want to do the whole playbook, we can arrange something.
Yeah.
Coach, the Jags are on. The Jags are on the clock, Coach. Who do you like?
It's no solid one.
Yes.
If I'm Jacksonville, I'm taking the left tackle to protect my biggest asset, which is my quarterback. That's just me.
So you're taking Evan Neal out of Alabama or Ekwonu out of NC State, just
There
a
you go.
big guy.
Flip a coin. I don't care which guy it is.
Take care of Trevor Lawrence.
Hard to pronounce. I don't care which one it is.
Actually, no, I'm going to step in. I think you got to take the one that's easier to pronounce if you're the coach,
It's true.
right? That's the
That's true.
tiebreaker.
All right, I think we're headed towards the draft now. I think we've got the Jags on the clock. Coach Prime, thank you very much for being here. Big Cat, you're going to be here throughout the night, right?
Cat, you're a good
Yeah,
man.
they
Hey,
got.
Cat, clean up.
Yeah.
Clean up, dog. Just
No.
come on, man. Clean
No,
up.
I showed them this. They got me back on for the Texans pick. I do not know who decided that. If you had to pick one team I have the least amount of opinions on, it's the Texans, but I'll be back for the Texans.
It was supposed to be Jersey Jerry, but NJ Transit shut down, I think.
Hey,
So
Jersey Jerry's trying to get a guy on my team. Do you
What?
guys know about that, right?
Yeah,
How?
the fat kid. The fat kid.
Yeah, a running back. Running back that's like 5'4", 300.
Coach Prime, always great to talk to you. Big night, and thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me on that beautiful set.
All right. Big Cat, we'll see you again soon. Right now, we're going to bring in the Jags are indeed on the clock. 7 minutes left. Bringing in big Jags fans. We have Uncle Chaps and Coach Doug's checking in from upstairs. Uncle Chaps from out there in Texas. Chaps, I'll start with you. You were here last year. You got your quarterback. What's the mindset going into this year?
I think they're going to want to go pass rusher, and probably Trayvon Walker is the guy. My dude, shout out John Shipley, works for Sports Illustrated, pointed that out way early in the process and said that it reminded him a lot of Aldon Smith. I don't know if that's true or not, but I personally want Icky is who I want. I think you just signed Cam Robinson to an extension as the left tackle. You can put Little from last year over at right tackle. You got Barch, and now with Icky, if you could do that, you have a legit, strong offensive line to protect the quarterback, like old Prime was talking about just a minute ago, too.
Coach Doug's, you're a big fella. You looking for somebody who's about 6'6", 350 to protect your quarterback, or are you trying to go pass rusher?
No, that would be nice. I agree with the Chaps there. Every good team you look at that is successful has a strong O-line to help protect the quarterback. What's the point of having Trevor Lawrence if you're not going to protect him? I love that they re-signed Cam Robinson to left tackle there, but I would like somebody on the other side. I would love for them to take an offensive tackle here.
guys, aren't you terrified that Trayvon Walker is not the right pick?
He's not very good, is what we're saying.
Yeah, and that's why I wouldn't care. Like, I tweeted about it the other day. All these guys, like, they have a left tackle, they have a defensive end. Sure, you want two defensive ends, but they have one that's okay. Like, Josh Allen's fine. If they thought that they could swing for the fence and really had the balls to do it, I would love to see Jamison Williams. I would love to see him come.
I would say if they are going to go for an edge guy, I would say that they should trade the first pick to the LA Rams for number 99. That guy is really good.
Well, that would be bold and very impossible, Doug. It's just absolutely impossible. It is my contention that if you have the number one pick, you want to pick a good player. The Jags might be going another direction.
Yeah, the safe play, and he's been the favorite to be the number one pick for almost the entire process. Aiden Hutchinson out of Michigan, 14 sacks last year, set the school record for sacks. Really nice player, kind of what you're looking for in an edge rusher. His downside is he's not the twitchiest athlete like a Trayvon Walker, and he has
tight ankles. Didn't you say that he has tight ankles?
He has a little bit of tightness in his ankles.
You guys wouldn't want someone with tight ankles.
No, you can't have tight ankles.
His arms are short. For his position, they'd be in the bottom 25% of the league. That's not what you're looking for when you draft a non-quarterback up top like a Myles Garrett or even a Jadeveon Clowney. You're looking for a guy who checks all the boxes measurable-wise. Trayvon Walker, he does measurables-wise, but like on the field, he's not that guy. 9.5 sacks in his career, 6 this past season. He had 3 games with 1 tackle or less last year.
Ladies and
Big
gentlemen,
Bolton vibes for me. He has everything that you want on like the combine side of it, but then nothing. And he had it's not like he didn't have help and they could double team him at Georgia. They didn't do that.
oh my goodness. Piano Man Frank the Tank has weighed in. The pick is in fact in, boys. We have the pick. One more question before we find out exactly who it is. Chaps, I'll start with you. Aren't you motherfuckers tired of picking number 1 every fucking year?
Oh, we've only done it twice. Last year and this year is the only 2 times in our franchise history. So back up, Brandon. Do your research. How about that?
You back up, chaps. Yeah, it's not my fault. We're doing this every single year with you. I don't want to start off with you 2 every year.
I would love to be next year in a position where I'm not sure exactly what time that I'm going to have to be on this show. But right now, being at 8 every year is pretty good. But I would like to be not sure. Like 9:45 is what I'm asking for next year.
Doug's, are you tired of absolute mediocrity?
No, I don't know if I'm tired of it or I'm just used to it.
You should be. All right, the pick is in. We are finding the Jags fans in Vegas. There's about 3 of them. They're dancing right now. We'll find out shortly.
I mean, what a mismanaged franchise. Like, if you look at what they did this offseason, as far as they ruined the entire wide receiver market single-handedly. Single-handedly. They sowed dissent
You're a
the
true
entire
son
league.
of a bitch. You know that?
The entire league.
Pick is in. We get nothing for 9 months, Ron.
But you know, chaps, that if they don't go with even Thibodeau would be a better pass rusher right now than Walker. Walker is not the answer. He didn't make any good plays. All he did was test really well.
Relax.
He's got that.
I want better for my
Just
friends.
fucking relax.
He didn't use up his good plays in college. He's waiting for the pros. I love that approach. He's got a lot of time on his body.
All right, Roger Goodell is approaching the podium. We're about to find out exactly who it is. Stephen Shea, who is it?
It's going to be Trayvon Walker, but the Jags, I will say this. They've been pretty good about keeping very weird secrets. Blake Bortles
Jamison Williams.
comes. Yeah, I don't think they're going to
they're not doing that on purpose.
Number 1 overall.
So the number 1 pick of the 2022 NFL Draft is Georgia defensive end Trayvon Walker. He is headed towards Jacksonville. Chaps, oh no, you guys suck again.
No, we don't. That's the pick I wanted, baby, all from the beginning.
Just come again next year, guys?
Yeah, we'll see you next year.
Oh,
He didn't even go to the draft?
Yeah, he's at home. He's at home right now in Georgia. His real first name is actually Yuri Trayvon Walker.
Yes.
And he's at home because he's a disciplined guy. He came from a military family. His father served in Desert Storm, Stead Walker, and his grandfather, Ernest Hammock, served in the Korean War. It was also weird, though. He called Kirby Smart a father figure. It's
Really?
like you have 2 military guys like right locked in there as your actual father and grandfather, and you're going to call Kirby Smart your father figure?
Do you realize how much Kirby Smart probably had to give him to go to Georgia? I mean, he's probably gave him more money in his life than his parents had.
Yeah, a godfather type of offer it would have to be if we're talking father figures, but I just don't really see it with him. He benefited so much from Jordan Davis. And Steven, talk about the Alabama tape.
Does this mean the Lions already have their pick in?
Obviously they do. Because it has to be Aiden Hutchinson. Like, this is the easiest pick of all time.
So, gentlemen, I got to let you go because the Lions already have their pick in. Thank you very much for being here, chaps. Thank you very much for being here, Doug's. We're going now to our Detroit office. It is Chris Castellani, who was depressed earlier because of the Tigers, but now I assume he's hopeful because of the Lions. The pick's already in, guys. You know what you're going to do?
Yeah, I mean, we don't need to talk about the Tigers, Brandon. Look, no, I think, look, I'm a Hutch guy, right? Like, I'm a Michigan fan. Aiden Hutchinson is my dude. I think that's where they're going. I think Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes and company want to build this thing through the trenches. Hutch, I think, as high a floor as maybe anybody in this draft. I mean, I think that for the most part, outside of the arms potentially being short, guy's got an insane motor, had an unbelievable year for U of M last year. And I mean, look, outside of the story, I think he fits. I think he fits in the culture they're trying to create here. He's my dude, so I'd be happy with it. But it wouldn't be the end-all, be-all. Like, I'm not going to sit here and cry if they take somebody else. Like,
do you get concerned if it is Aiden Hutchinson that Georgia just beat the absolute shit out of him?
No, because I watched that game, and I think Georgia played strategically a perfect game where they took Hutch and Ajabo out of that game with a lot of quick passes, a lot of short runs. I think when you look,
they ran away from him though. Chris
him.
is right. No, they schemed away from him that game. That wasn't a him problem.
You can't scheme away from both of them. There were two of them.
Yeah, but they schemed. I mean, they schemed towards the more away from the more disruptive one, which was Hutchinson. Like it's not like he sucked completely in that game. He was productive all year.
Chris, as Lions picks go, how much does this one excite you?
More than a lot of recent ones, and a big reason for it is I actually, for the first time in a long time, trust the GM. I think Brad Holmes is going to do a good job. In a lot of past regimes, I would have felt like this is rolling the dice. I think Hutch is a very safe pick, but I have no problem with safe picks. I think one of the issues that the Lions have got.
Get it together, Brandon.
I'm trying. My ear canals are huge.
Your rosacea's acting up.
I have big ear canals.
Your fucking rosacea is out of control right now.
I'm trying. It's a lifelong affliction. I got ointment.
Get him an ointment.
I have ointment.
I'm sorry, Chris.
I didn't want you to have to see that, Chris. You're a sweet boy.
I do the best I can, but I appreciate it. No, you guys are good.
All right, Roger Goodell's at the podium. We're about to find out Stephen Shea, who's on his phone aggressively, but I like that. I like you being on your phone aggressively. We are finding out right now that the Lions pick is, in fact, Aiden Hutchinson, defensive end out of Michigan. Good. There it is. We get a fist pump out of Chris Castellani. How you feeling, Chris?
I mean, that's my dude. That's my all-time favorite Michigan football player. So there is like a personal bias here, but I don't know. I think the resume is there. I know the motor is there. This is the guy who's going to bring it every single play, and he's going to make a lot of Detroit fans really happy, which is literally all I want to see. I'm really done talking about futures and rebuilds. I want to see results on the field, and I think Hutch is that dude, so I'm really
Let's get it done now. Yeah, I think one thing that you might not notice, Chris, is that Aiden Hutchinson actually has something in common with Publicity, who works at Barstool. He likes to manifest, and ever since a young boy, he's been manifesting his dream in the NFL. He used to draw Star Wars characters a lot, and he'd draw himself as becoming a pro football player. It came true today. One of the most interesting things about him, he spent 5 years as a competitive hip-hop dancer. That's true, and you can look it up. 5 years as a competitive hip-hop dancer.
So how good was he?
He must have been pretty good. It was early on in his life, Chris. It was, I think he started around when he was 7 years old. His parents actually, they bribed him with a Bagukin ball. Chris, is that right? Are you an anime guy?
No, definitely not. That's the one media art form that I have no interest in.
You fucking nerd, Roan.
The Bagukin ball, they bribed him. He took 5 years of competitive hip-hop dance, so he might have tight ankles, Steven, but his hips definitely don't lie.
Wow. Footwork's going to be good. Footwork's going to be good.
Do you like this pick, Stephen Shea?
I do. And what I actually really love about this pick is a term in the business is like, if there's a guy that you want there and he falls, you run the card up. They actually just ran the card up because they did not take the full 10 minutes.
No, I'm pointing at you. You're making good points.
Yes, they just literally ran the card up. Aiden Hutchinson was their guy the whole time. They're happy. And good for Lions fans, too, because he was the projected #1 guy, so he falls. So that feels like a value for Lions.
It very much does. Chris, we will see you later because the Lions are back on the clock in about 3 hours, so don't go to sleep. We'll catch you in a minute. You're going to try to get another player. We're going to bring in Jersey Jerry right now, who is on the clock for the Houston Texans. Why? I have no fucking idea. Hi, Jerry.
Hey, what's up, Brandon?
You're here for the Texans, but are you really thinking about the Steelers at 20?
Yeah, I'm still thinking about the Steelers right now.
Are you in Dave Portnoy's office?
Yeah.
What are you thinking about the Steelers, Jerry? Who do you like there? Is it a quarterback? Is it a wideout? Is it Olave?
I think it was always Olave at 20.
But
I really do.
But you also want a quarterback, Jerry. Don't lie to us.
Well, Brandon caught me earlier. I'll give it to Brandon. He caught me in a lie earlier.
Is the pick in already?
Yes.
Yeah, pick is in. My needs right now for the Texans needs everything. I don't think they can miss right now. I think they should go with Ike Okwonu.
Out of NC State.
Yes, the guy has allowed 2 sacks in 880 snaps.
Can somebody fix Frank's piano?
Sing it, Frank.
Can somebody The pick is in fact in. We have got the pick. Thank you very much, Frank. I would like to say Frank is a man of many hats, and that is literally tonight. He is a man of many hats. I don't know how many he's got over there, but this is the 3rd hat we've seen already. Let's not put a camera on him or anything. Yes, he looks like Arby's. The pick is in. The Texans. Jerry, how nervous are you, buddy?
For the Texans?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Well, then why the fuck are you here, Jerry?
That is my job.
He's got a point. Man's got a point.
He does have a good point, but it's also, I understand what he means about not being nervous about the Texans because they have so many holes to fill. There's a problem at every single area. Is there a position group you're even confident in for the Texans? They have the luxury of being able to take whoever they want.
That's
a
not
cornerback,
a luxury, though.
but they could take a corner. They could take a safety. They could take a offensive lineman. They could take a defensive
Y'all
lineman.
still feel like we're shouting?
Yes.
I think you're shouting for sure.
I'm shouting?
Yes.
You're not shouting. You're
No.
kind of shouting.
Yeah, I'm matching.
He's trying to match you.
I'm middle
You want me to come
bear.
down? You want me to
I'm
come
kind of
down?
the middle bear.
Where do you want me to get here?
I'm
Right
like
here?
the-
You want me
A
here?
little bit louder than
Just
that.
right porridge.
Who's the
Rona's
pick,
up
Stephen Shea?
The word on the street is that it's Derek Stingley, which would be surprising. I know that you are not a fan of that pick. Incredible 2019 season. That was 2019. We're in 2022 right now. He is long removed from that. He got surgery in August for a Liz Frank injury. Was projected to fall maybe into the 20s in the pre-draft process before his medicals. His medicals did check out. Apparently the Texans like him a lot.
He's yelling now.
He is yelling. I'd like to point out the one person I saw projecting him to fall to the 20s was you because you had him going to the Bucks. You wanted him. You tried to manifest him on the Bucks. So don't tell me
Like
people had him in the
publicity.
20s.
Yeah, you were the only
You
one.
are publicity. You're the Asian publicity. That's what you are. Got his ass, Jerry.
You like that one.
Oh.
It is interesting though because he had a mediocre last couple years, but what he did that year on a special LSU team, and the guys he faced in practice, Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, are the two best wide receivers in football, give or take a Cooper Kupp or two. And I mean, he showed what he could do not only against them in practice, but against a tough, full-strength SEC. So it's not like that would be a bad pick. I know a lot of people have been charmed by Sauce Gardner.
Wow, they got him.
So it is, in fact, Derek Stingley Jr. from LSU. That is it could be a reach to some. Congratulations on your Texans pick, Jerry.
No problem. Anytime.
So Stephen Shea, I don't love this pick. I think it's a guy who peaked in 2019 as a freshman, and he wasn't very good as a sophomore and junior. I don't like that, especially when you have a guy in Sauce Gardner at the same position who I think looks a little more polished, a little more ready, a little more foolproof. You do like Stingley, though.
I like Stingley more than you do. I mean, you don't think he's going to be good at all. I think he has a
also
very high.
That LSU linebacker a couple years ago that's been the best linebacker in the world for the Bucks.
Devon Lloyd.
Yes, I hated him.
Yeah.
He's been great.
Yes, he has.
So maybe I'm just an idiot.
Yeah, you are. Very happy about this. In the prop bet blog I put out, the top three, exactas, nailed it. Chalk as it would seem at the time. Trayvon Walker, Aiden Hutchinson, and Derek Stingley paid $401 in the Barstool Sportsbook. Obviously, bet responsibly. Prop bets only available in certain states. But this is an interesting play. The Texans have a lot of holes. They don't have guys that can cover. The fact that he's going over Sauce Gardner, a guy that had never allowed a touchdown in his college career, is surprising. Sauce Gardner is built like a creative player, 6'3", 190.
Yeah.
Ran a 4.41, long arms. Derek Stingley, he was great in 2019, but again, that was a long time ago.
All right, wrap it up, Stephen Shea. So the draft is flying by. You're going to give us a great Derek Stingley fact in just a second.
I might not even.
I got it. But I have to get to the Jets because we are bringing in a couple of great guys here. We're bringing in, of course, from Barstool, we're bringing in KFC. Huge Jets fan. Always in that corner.
Brandon, how are you guys doing today?
Shut the fuck up, Kevin.
On the draft today. You're awesome at this.
We're in a basement.
Jesus, my head is fucking ringing, guys.
Yeah, sorry for having to fucking work for 20 minutes. All right, and we're also bringing in Jerry O'Connell, who once went #1 in the 1996 draft. What in the hell are you wearing, Jerry O'Connell?
Just this is my office. This is where I live.
Look at Jerry O'Connell. What is that?
What is that?
Oh, this is a little. I'll spell it out for you. It goes like this. You ready? J E T S.
I officially hate both of these motherfuckers. But you guys, no joke. So KFC, no joke. You guys have 2 picks tonight. They're both high. You've got. I know hope is a dangerous thing for the Jets fans, but you got to be feeling it right now.
Dude, 4, 10, 35, and 38 is almost. It's almost such a good spot that it would make me nervous if I'm Joe Douglas. Because if you fuck this up, it's like, dude, you have to hit on a couple of these. I feel like they thought I feel like they thought either Aquanu or Sauce would be off the board by now, and that decision would have been made for them. So now I'm kind of interested to see which one they pick.
All right, we've got to talk to Jerry because he's giving us a tour of his room there, and I'm not sure. What do we got here, Jerry?
We have an actual sweater worn by Coach Ryan here, as you can see. Look at this, the sweater vest. We love a good sweater vest. It looks like at least a double XL. But look, you can tell it's a real. You can tell this is authentic because underneath, look at that Ravens logo. It's the only size that can fit Coach Ryan. Some classic stuff in here. Yeah.
Brandon, how does it feel to wear the same size clothes as Rex Ryan?
It feels pretty good. It feels pretty good. I have the same size tits as him. Jerry, what in the hell are you doing now?
It's an ashtray from Bachelors, the Joe Namath's restaurant before you kids were even born.
Well,
there's a lot of history. Yes. There's a lot of history in my bedroom here.
That's not your bedroom, Jerry.
This is where I live. This is where I sleep. Look, my children. Guys, you're on TV. You're on Barstool. Say something. Yeah, what do we say?
Hey.
Go Jets, right?
Jerry.
Sorry,
Jerry, who do you want the Jets to draft this year? If you had to pick a guy, who's your guy?
Well, right now, watching as this draft is very quickly unfolding, the pick is in. I really hope it's Thibodeau. I just want one of those edge rushers. We're all about defense on the Jets. I know Douglas has different plans for what is supposed to happen with his team, but
the pick is in. Who's the Jets' next bust?
I want Thibodeau.
Even though he doesn't have a mic, Frank's still saying the pick is in song. The pick is in fact in, so we will find out very soon who in fact the Jets have picked. KFC, I'm going to keep talking to Jerry because we're going to see you again at pick 10. Yep. But Jerry, I mentioned hope with KFC. You obviously are full of hope. Go ahead.
I was actually hoping that we were going to find out one of our later picks was going to San Francisco because I really wanted Debo. But at this point, I think it might be a little late for that deal to be happening because contracts need to be signed and all that. But
Stephen Shea, is it too late for that deal?
I don't.
No, it's not too late for the 10th pick. For the 4th pick, yes.
Yeah, for the 4th pick. But I think they can still.
Well, no, for the 4th pick, but for the 10th pick, that could be a Debo deal, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we still got time.
Absolutely, that's still on the table. I don't think you have to worry about that yet.
But I didn't know if contracts had to be like drawn up and everything.
We'll figure it out later. Just trade the damn pick and figure it out later. It's the Jets. Nobody cares anyway.
That's bullshit. That's just hack material, Brandon. Fuck you.
Get him.
He's had strong drafts. He's had
this could be
trades. Fuck you, Brandon.
This could be a turning point for the Jets too. Like the Jets have some, especially if Zach Wilson can, grow into the player you believe he can be. Elijah Moore last year was a nice building block. Like those are potentially good foundational picks for the Jets. Plus the fact that they've been collecting picks. That's what bad franchises should do to get better.
And that's why I want to be an offensive player here because I build a line and then go get a skills position player because you got to give him something because we just tried this with Darnold without giving him any receivers and it doesn't work. So build a line and then go get a receiver.
All right, what you got, Jerry?
We've been collecting offensive linemen for the last few drafts and everything. Just keep the language clean because my kids are here, guys. If you hear that F word, just don't say.
Yeah, Ron, stop that, please.
How do we feel about Sauce Gardner? It looks like he's going to be the pick.
Okay, we're just spoiling their pick for them. They're just sitting right there. We're spoiling the pick for them.
Tell them it's Sauce Gardner.
It's going to be Sauce, huh?
It's Sauce Gardner. I think the best player in the draft. That is my opinion. I think he's a surefire star on the defensive level. That's what I think. KFC, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I want offense, but here's my thing. If you're looking at like a Darrelle Revis type of guy, I know better than anybody. When I was watching that dude play, it was unbelievable to watch how he transformed the defense and just locked down half the field. But since then, they've been drafting defensive backs how many times now, and it doesn't work out. So like if he is the lock that everyone says he is, hasn't given up any touchdowns, is the perfect prototype. He's got all the
Look at his chains. Did you see his chains?
Yeah, the chain's unbelievable. But learning where the name Sauce came from was a huge letdown.
It came from his little league coach, didn't it? They said that you have to. He said he was saucy with the juke moves when he was like.
That's what I thought. I was reading something about how he needed sauce for his well done steak.
No, it said that it's little league football is what he said in the NFL Network. He had the moves. He was playing running back. He was saucy with the juke moves.
Good. All right, Jerry O'Connell, are you happy?
I mean, as a Jets fan, isn't this the part where we're supposed to boo and be really upset about our pick? I don't want to say that. I love Ahmad. He's going to be a great player. I was really hoping for somebody on the edge, but
you guys are going to pick in a couple picks. I think.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's next?
There's
Drake
a lot
London?
of hope.
Who's the next pick for you guys? Drake London?
Listen, boys, we gotta
I'm hoping
stay
it's
in
a
New
wide
York.
receiver. See you guys.
Jerry, thank you very much. You were awesome
Thank
tonight.
you.
KFC, we'll see you in a minute. We're going to stay in New York, and we got to go to another team that has 2 picks, the 5th and the 7th pick. So to do that, we're bringing in New York Giants fan Clem. Clem will join us right now, and there he is with you can already tell, that's a happy motherfucker right there. That guy's happy. Why are you so happy already?
Frank's wearing a fucking sombrero. That just made my day. And I got, excuse me, I got some Mamitas. This draft is going by so quickly, so I might actually be awake by the time it's over. I am very, very happy right now.
Well, let me tell you something. Since you said that, this is actually, Clem, this is pick Cinco de Mayo, presented by Mamitas, the drink of Cinco and the summer. And there you've got the jersey. Ron, talk to Clem.
Clem, the Giants have needs right now, but they also have a competent GM for once. Doesn't it kind of feel like that? All of New York has kind of settled on the consensus that they're not going to botch this like they did with the Kadarius Toney miss on Devontae Smith last year.
Ron, you son of a bitch. This is why I don't like coming on with this guy. This guy is a guy, he's the Loki of Barstool. I don't like him one bit. He's a trickster. It feels...
I said your guy's smart.
He's asking you questions.
It feels so good to not be held hostage by Dave Gettleman and then be wheeled in front of a live internet stream just to see your guts get ripped out. So yeah, it feels fucking great right now.
Clem, I'd like to point out, I'm not a bad guy like Ron. I'd like to point out that, you kind of hope the new GM's good, but you really don't know.
Brandon, this is something neither of us really know, but this is something I do know about Joe Shane. He's handsome, and handsome people don't fuck up top 5 picks. So he is going to crush this pick right here.
Stephen Che, if you've got text message info, you need to share it with the class. You don't just show it to Ron.
All right. I said this earlier. Malik Willis is going top 10. Apparently, it's like a lock. Keep an eye on Seattle at 9, sticking and going quarterback.
Seattle at 9, possibly going with Malik Willis, is what you're telling me.
Potentially.
Wow. Is this us? Is this something that we have that nobody else has this?
No. This is just what we're hearing.
But I'm saying we have an inside beat on this. Clem, who are you hoping for, though, for the Giants right here? And at 7, we might as well talk about all your needs because the board's kind of breaking in your favor.
Yeah, we have all the tackles there, and I was told before the draft, I have a Giant source who gave me the Odell pick trade before it happened. He gave me the Andrew Thomas pick before it happened. He's 4-0 on Giant Scoops. Danny Dimes, he might be a carpenter. I don't know. He gave me the whole neck thing. He told me Kayvon Thibodeau was going to be the pick. That's what he told me.
All right, so somebody told Clem it's going to be Kayvon Thibodeau. Frank got the news that the pick was in. He is wearing a sombrero. We're just doing things here. The pick is, in fact, in. How nervous are you, Clem? You feel good?
I feel great because Giant Source is about to be 5-0. Kayvon Thibodeau coming up, and then we're going to get the best tackle on the board probably. And I'm feeling great, Brandon.
Oh, wow. So Stephen Che doesn't believe you're going to get the best tackle. He thinks the tackle's going at 6, perhaps.
I think so. This is an interesting strategy by the Giants right here because they have a need at tackle, but also a team that has a need at tackle is picking number 6 in Carolina.
So they're risking losing the tackle by going Thibodeau here if they go Thibodeau.
Correct, because you're assuming Carolina has been aggressively trying to move out, but is a team going to move up for Kayvon Thibodeau? I would be surprised if they did. I feel like if they passed on KT, he would be available at 7.
So you think this is what you're telling me is you think the Giants are making a mistake if they pick Kayvon Thibodeau here?
I think based on the value and how the
Say
draft
it with
order
your chest,
is.
man. Say it with your chest.
Yes. I think that they would be making a strategic mistake if they went Thibodeau here. I think they can get him at 7 where they might not have their pick of the tackles.
But what if they like Neal and Icky the same? Then you just get them both and you're insured Tibbs.
Man's got a point, Che.
Clem, do you like 2 friendly Sundays exactly the same? You prefer one more than the other, yes?
Friendly Sundays. They're speaking a shorthand.
I mean, no, I'll fuck with the Conehead. I'll fuck with the Reese's.
Right, you'll fuck with all of them, but you got one favorite.
Well, I mean, Derek Stingley was mocked to be 28th by you when he went 3rd, so that might be the biggest reach.
Got his ass.
This was a pre-workout, pre-medicals mock. I was reflecting information that was accurate at that time.
We're getting
Can someone get me a Mamitas? I feel like we don't have any Mamitas on ice over there, do we? Maybe one of those mango Mamitas.
Yeah, mango.
I'm piping a spicy right here. This is a spicy pick.
Wait, why do you have the spices? Let me get a spicy.
Oh, we got a cooler over here.
Kevin, throw me a
Spicy
Mamitas
Marg.
so I can drink with my boy Clem, so we can put all of the bad juju
Clem,
behind
we're going to drink
us.
together. You and Ron are going to drink together.
This is Daddy's night out here. I'm in my basement talking NFL draft with a bunch of other nerds. This is everything I dreamed of.
You're not out at all, Clem. All right, thank you. Now I'm drinking too. All right.
Clem, for guys like us, franchises who are kind of middling, the draft night is our night. The draft night is where we have hope. The draft night is where we can believe that great things are about to happen.
To hope.
To hope.
To hope.
Were you about to do that?
No, that was nice.
Okay.
I feel like that was a nice button. I was going in a completely different direction, but.
All right, you have in fact picked. Oh, we don't know yet. We're finding that out very shortly.
They have a guest picker tonight.
Is that Bill Hader's son? Who is that?
Survivor of heart surgery right here.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, I knew Brandon was about to make an off-color joke about someone who clearly deserves to be on stage.
Yes, indeed. Well,
someone who clearly doesn't deserve to be on stage.
Yeah, that's right. Any fun facts about the guy on stage right now, Rowan, or you just got fun facts about players?
He uses wood hair grooming products for that beautiful shock of hair he has. Super fired up because he probably just tried the pomade, which is a sublime product. It's flying off the shelves. Actually, the best-selling hair product in all of CVS's right now. That's neither here nor there because we're an NFL draft show. We're presented by Mamitas, and the pick is... It picks in right now. I mean,
yeah, he's shouting like me right now. It is, in fact, that is Kayvon
5 for 5.
Thibodeau. That is defensive end out of Oregon. You decide to go get the pass rusher you want at 5. You say, fuck the tackle. You're not worried about the tackle. You go get the guy you want. Clem, it's a bold move.
5-0, about to be 6-0. This guy might he's unbelievable. He's the Mamitas of insiders right here, my guy. I love him.
Yeah, he's good. I think a lot of the people decided that Kayvon Thibodeau doesn't like football because he's into things like cryptocurrency. And was it weird that he minted his own cryptocurrency with hashtag Dreamcoin, J-R-E-A-M coin? Yeah, maybe that was a little bit weird, but he was trying to get into the game when NILs were popping off. He's a smart guy, he's a driven guy, he's a confident guy, and he put up pretty good numbers.
Yeah, he did. His best year was his freshman year. But overall, Kayvon Thibodeau is certainly an intriguing prospect. He's got great get-off. So what you're going to see is he's going to be able to stress tackles and get after the quarterback, which helps everybody. But yeah, you got to worry about how much this guy really wants it. Not only tape a lot of loafs from him. Can he limit those? Because if he keeps up his production to where he's full go all the time, the sky's the limit for this guy.
You know, Aiden Hutchinson is production. Traits was Trayvon Walker. It feels like this is a mix of traits and production. He didn't have the most production, but he had at least some, more than Trayvon Walker. This could be, talent-wise, the best player in the draft.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, he was the projected number 1 pick in October.
Right.
And he was for quite a while. So, absolutely. But, once teams get in and interview him, that kind of gives them a bar of, do we like this guy? Do we see him fitting into our culture? Is he the type of guy we're looking for? He fits with the Giants.
Swaggy guy.
So, Clem.
A name like Kayvon Thibodeau, that's a guy you want rushing the passer, right? Wink Martindale's going to love this guy. And a Tibbs in New York, baby. We got Tibbs at the Garden, Tibbs at MetLife Stadium now.
All right, so Clem, what we're going to do is we're going to drop you off right now at the curb, but we're going to circle back around and get you. We've got a Carolina pick to get to, but we're coming back to you at 7. Don't go anywhere. I guess we can breathe a little bit. We got about 4 minutes. This draft is flying.
Yeah.
It's the fastest draft I can remember.
Yes. Everyone's running their cards up.
So why is that? Everybody's getting the guy they want so far?
Could be. I mean, Stingley was kind of I think we could all agree, kind of a reach pick at that point. Right. Trayvon Walker as well. So the teams under them kind of had their guys targeted.
Yeah.
I feel like at least the top 3 were pretty chalky. Sauce Gardner at 4 was kind of a natural fit once Stingley went.
Right.
There's Trent McDuffie's the 3rd corner. There's a pretty sizable gap between those two.
Do you feel like this was the first surprise of the draft, a mild surprise, Kayvon Thibodeau going here?
I would say mild surprise. I mean, his over-under in the Barstool Sports was 4.5. So, I mean, he went kind of right where you're expecting him to go. I did think he would fall a little bit more based on character, but again, it takes one team to really fall in love with you. One thing I would look for here, so the Panthers, they're on the clock at 6. They have a big needed offense side. They also need a quarterback. Their GM, Scott Fritter, said they like, they're starting to show Kenny Pickett, that they like 2 quarterbacks at 6. I think they're posturing to try and get a team to move up. I don't think any team's going to move up this high. They have their pick. We could see a Mississippi State player go off the board right here.
So this could be Charles Cross.
It could be. He's one of 3
But this
tackles
could be this could be the first tackle off the board, right?
This would be the first tackle off the board.
And it could be Neal. It could be Ekwonu, it could be Charles Cross.
Yes.
Ron, any fun facts to catch us up on?
It's not even fun facts, but it's really just the fun way that this last couple weeks has played out, because we saw that the buzz was a lot of teams wanted to move back in the first round.
Yeah.
We've seen no teams move back. Maybe it's because there was nobody worth trading up for. There was none of these prospects that people were positive of. But what we did see is this run on defensive ends. I think that there's one last defensive end in this top grouping, and I think that he's a stud. I think that he's as good as any of the rest of them.
You're talking about Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State, correct?
I think Jermaine Johnson is as good, if you flip on the tape, Brandon, as any of these guys. He was on Georgia.
Why are you getting sassy with me?
What was sassy about that?
I felt that was sassy. You called me by name.
I was more
my wife
doing
calls
this.
me by name like that. That's sassy. You got sassy with me.
But when she sasses you, I feel like it's kind of a loving thing that she does, and I think she's going to make you a steak, and then you guys are going to go back to the Days Inn or something like that, the one with the indoor hallways, and you're going to have yourself a night. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I think that the Panthers could have themselves a night if they go home with a tackle, and I think it is a tackle. I don't think it's Jermaine Johnson. I could see them trading down, though. I could see them trading down, trying to pick up a tackle, and maybe their quarterback that they're looking for is at 15, is at 17, is at 18. I think that there's really some value to be had as far as a quarterback, but it looks like it's time for Frank to tickle the twines.
Wake up, Frank. Shit. The pick is in fact in.
This is another run-it-up pick. We've seen some homecomings already with Aiden Hutchinson going to Detroit, Dearborn, Michigan native, went to University of Michigan. Ike Ekwonu, I mean, he's from Charlotte. He went to NC State. This would be a hometown kid in a position of need. He was a guy that was talked about as a potential #1 overall pick earlier in the process. He's available at 6. He fits a need. Do you go here, or do you go with Evan Neal or Charles Cross?
I don't know that I've talked to you about this. Who's your #1 rated tackle? Not who you think's going #1.
Icky.
You like Icky the most?
I do.
I like Evan Neal most.
Why do you like Evan Neal the most?
His athletic profile is fantastic, and he dominated against guys that are #1 overall picks. He had tough competition, and he dominated.
I like Charles Cross the best.
You're biased.
He went to Mississippi State.
You made us get this colored jacket tonight.
I didn't.
You insisted.
I did
Show
not
us your
insist.
shoes.
I did
Put your
not
shoe on the
insist.
desk.
I did not insist.
Yeah,
I did not
exactly.
insist. It's not like people can see the damn shoes anyway because of the picture quality, so it doesn't matter. But I said light maroon jackets. I didn't know they would be this dark. Also, what about Dion hating on the set? The set's fine. It's a good set.
Is there such thing as light maroon? That's just red.
Maybe you meant red. Do you know that there's a color called red?
No, your tie is red, and it doesn't match your maroon jacket.
It's like a light maroon.
You got to be better.
All colors are just in the spectrum of maroon for Brandon Walker. A blue is just a very deep maroon. Black is the absence of all maroon.
So we will find out the pick for the Panthers very shortly, and then we'll turn to Clem.
Steven, not to cut you off, but who do you like that's on the board right now? Who are your next couple guys if we just threw everything out the window, especially positional need?
I do. The best player on my board is Ike Ekwonu. Devon Lloyd is a guy that is not going to go that soon, but is one of my favorite players in the draft. Linebacker out of Utah. He's just super instinctive, always around the ball. This is a little high for a linebacker. I also like the guy we just talked about, Jermaine Johnson II. He's a guy, again, transfer from JUCO to Georgia, ends up being ACC Defensive Player of the Year at Florida State, 18 TFLs, nice player, 12 sacks, dominated the Senior Bowl.
Just say tackles for loss.
It saved time.
Just say tackles for loss.
Tackles
for loss.
No, tackles is where it slows us down. TFLs is a little bit more streamlined.
No, I don't think it is.
Tackles is an extra syllable.
You make the listener think of what TFLs is. Just tell them what it is.
Our listeners are learned.
Tackles
they know.
for loss.
They know. They know.
At least try it next time.
Tackles for loss doesn't roll off the tongue. Tackles for loss.
I think tackles for loss rolls off the tongue.
You put the tackles first. You're pluralizing the first word. Tackles for losses would almost be like the more political or the more correct way to say it.
Why the hell do we keep seeing Kenny Pickett? His phone's not ringing?
They're gonna do this the whole time because that's what we remember Aaron Rodgers in the green room. We remember him sliding and quote unquote sliding and then just continually showing him. That's what ESPN and
you think we're setting
NFL
up Kenny
Network.
Pickett to be that guy this year?
Yes.
Already? Even at pick 6, we're setting him up to be that guy?
Yes.
All right, the pick is in. We'll find out shortly. There's a lot of people out in Las Vegas.
That's interesting, too, noting the information that we got from Stephen Che earlier about Malik Willis being potentially a top 10 pick.
A target of Seattle at 9, perhaps.
Yeah, but here's the pick.
They stick.
All right, it is in fact the Panthers, and they are picking right. Goodell looks disheveled already, by the way.
Hair is terrible.
Icky,
the hometown kid.
Ekwonu, the hometown guy going from Raleigh to Charlotte. That's where he's going. He is now a Carolina Panther. You're pleased with this pick. You think this is a good pick for the Panthers?
I think it's a good pick. That is an awesome suit, by the way. Yeah, I think this is a great pick. Position of need. He's got flexibility. He can kick inside the guard. He can play tackle. Really, really nice player. He started 4 games at left guard, so he's got that versatility. Very long arms, 34-inch arms, 6'4", 310, exactly what you're looking for in a tackle. Good foot quicks. He can play the pass. He's ferocious against the run. There's plenty of plays with him blocking down the field, 15, 20 yards down the field, rolling people over. So I like Ike Ekwonu.
Ferocious to be sure, but there are elements of a gentle giant in him, namely his background in musical theater. In elementary school, he had several roles, including in 101 Dalmatians, The Aristocrats, and The Jungle Book. He also took 4 years of chorus and honors chorus in high school. I didn't realize there was a musical of 101 Dalmatians. I was only familiar with the cartoon version.
I didn't realize there was a Jungle Book, so I would watch all 3 of those.
Yeah, those sound
probably
really
not
nice.
Aristocrats. I wouldn't watch that.
But 101 Dalmatians for sure. That sounds like a great musical, like Cruella.
Yeah, but do you think they were able to wrangle all those dogs? Or did they have proxy dogs? Or did they have prop dogs?
Maybe it was like Cats where humans played the dogs.
I don't think. Maybe, you're right.
101 little humans?
But I bet Icky was great.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
I feel like we're not talking about how much puss drama kids get.
I don't think they do.
You're right. We were not talking about that, Stephen Shea. You're absolutely right. We were definitely not talking about that. You can go ahead and continue if you'd like.
It's just way more than they pretty much might as well be varsity quarterbacks.
That is not true. I have a theater degree.
No. Drama guys don't get more. Come on, than quarterbacks.
You're just not hearing about it as much.
Well, what? So where are
they
you
can
hearing
sing.
about it?
You would hear about it if they got more than quarterbacks.
I don't know about that.
So what's your basis of
Stephen,
thinking
you've
that?
had sex with 4 women your whole life.
Correct.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now we got to bring on Clem. We got to get out of Stephen Shea's sex life. The producer is angry about that. He is texting me that he wants more details. Hello, Clem. Welcome back.
I got a bunch of, it looks like fish in a fish tank that look like and sound like Brandon Walker, Roan, and Stephen Shea.
All right. Can we just not point out how shitty the screen looks? We're doing our best.
Okay, I'll do my best too. How are we feeling, boys? How's everything going so far?
We just talked to
I
you
was just
4
here 2
minutes
minutes
ago.
ago. What the fuck am I talking about?
All right, so you got your pass rusher. Now are you going back for your pass protector?
The undefeated source says it was 4 guys on the board and 3 of them are gone. So the last one left is Evan Neal. Oh, tickle those ivories, baby.
Yes, Frank.
He's Yoda Frank. Yoda Frank.
Yoda Frank.
Pick in it is.
Oh,
Pick in it is.
We have fun here. All right, the pick is in, Clem, and you believe. I think you're telling us, you're reporting it is in fact Evan Neal.
Evan Neal. 6-0. Put it on the fucking board.
Stephen Shea, we have Clem coming in here reporting picks. You haven't reported a damn thing.
I'm up here hosting.
I'm hosting. You're supposed to be. You've been checking your phone. I haven't checked my phone once. Clem's out there, and God knows where he is, 2 hours away, and he's telling us all the picks.
I mean, hey, if this is if we're going off the mock, my mock would be 7 for 7 as far as guys off the board selected.
No, that doesn't count. You can't do that.
So I mean, technically, I did it hours earlier.
You can't do that. Just say the 7 guys at the top 7 are picked. They got to go to the right team.
Okay, well, technically they would go to the right team. I just had Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau swapped.
But they might be going to the same. Rome, can you figure this out?
Evan Neal played opposite of Daniel Falele at IMG. Think about that as an offensive line.
2 monster guys. What's the average weight there? Like 355 pounds?
Unbelievable behemoths.
All right, I'm in. Wait, I'm
Hey,
in.
Big Cat's here.
Because you guys look like a potato again, so Clem and I have to host for a minute while they reset everything.
All right.
Good
luck, Big Cat.
This
All
was
right,
the Bears'
Clem,
pick,
what's
by
up?
the way.
I'm gonna connect my Bluetooth, but let's get this fixed. I'm watching it and I'm going insane because the people deserve better, and Che and Brandon and Rome deserve better.
Big Cat, I mean, you're around. You predate me by a few years here, but this is like that era Barstool. This is fucking the old 404 page that you used to do.
It's bad. It's bad. So, all right, who'd you guys just pick? Oh no, we're gonna find out right now. I love that Kayvon Thibodeau pick. Although, did you see him just put Roger Goodell in an absolute blender with the handshake?
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I tweeted it. Roger Goodell just had no idea which way he was going with his hands. Goodell's such a fucking creep. He's such a creep.
He's the worst. He's the absolute worst. I was trying to figure out what was going to get me to learn about crypto. My new defensive edge rusher is going to be the guy that gets me into crypto. I'm going to learn how to do it, make some money here.
Evan Neal. Neal. Dude, can I just say this hurts me because I guess actually I should have been on anyway for this because this is the Bears pick.
Yep.
You guys did a good draft. That's
Funny.
a fucking a stud offensive lineman and a stud edge rusher.
It turns out having a GM who actually knows what the fuck he's doing it helps your draft picks. It's crazy what happens when you have a guy who doesn't have his fucking head up his ass. And Big Cat, I'm even going to do look at this. The guys are gone. I'm going to do a little ad placement. It's a new era for the New York Giants offensive line. No more shit. Look at that beautiful sunrise right there. A tequila sunrise, if you may, from Mamitas.
I love it, dude. I'm very impressed with the Giants draft.
I think protecting the passer and rushing the passer. I believe that's two things you have to do in the National Football League. And now my guy Danny Jones, he has a chance now. That's all I'm asking. Just give my guy a chance. I go down with the shit. Don't do this, Dan. No, don't do it, Dan.
No, come on, Clem. Let's be honest here. Let's just be honest with ourselves. I love Danny Dimes too. There's been many times when I bet on Danny Dimes. Don't do that. You just had two great draft picks. Don't do the Danny Dimes thing.
We're wheeling you back in, Dan. That first game, he has the bookends on the edge. Everything's going to be fine. You're going to come back to this. Big Blue Cat needs to happen. You were beloved on Giants Twitter for like a week or two.
Yeah, by the way, I love that they just popped back up and all you could hear was them sighing. And it was just like, oh, this is the worst. So yeah, you guys had a great chat. I would love to have Evan Neal on the Bears protecting Justin Fields, but I guess that would mean that Justin Fields wasn't on the Bears. And listen, Clem, as a guy who's never had a quarterback, Danny Dimes is not a quarterback.
Oh, come on, Dan. I don't need this right now. This is our draft night. It's positive.
This is my favorite thing. Whenever I tweet about a quarterback being bad, people are like, how could you fucking know? You're a Bears fan. It's like, dude, that means I'm actually like an expert. I'm an expert in quarterbacks that suck because that's all I know. That's literally all I know. I don't know anything else. So good pick. Who's next? Falcons. What do we think? What are we talking about?
Those jerseys are nice. Oh, here we go.
Oh, Big T.
What's up, guys? How are we doing?
Big T looking like he's being held hostage with two errant fucking pennants on his white wall. You psycho. You are a psycho.
What's wrong with the pennants?
How are they being held up?
Can I see? Can you zoom out? It's not that they're just two pennants. It's just that that's all there is.
Well, there's I don't want to show my whole apartment. It's messy, but there's stuff on the walls. This is just.
But no, I want to see this wall. Is this wall only have two pennants? Yeah, that's psycho. That's psycho.
Yeah.
At least make it three.
There is a third one that will be up there soon.
Oh, Big T. All right, who do you want, Big T?
Any receiver, really. Jamison Williams. I would love Kyle Hamilton.
Does he beat your ass?
Well, every Bama player's beaten our ass for many years, but
I'm Vol for life. I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, but it's okay. We're on the way back. But any receiver or Kyle Hamilton would be great.
All right, and then what's the like disaster pick? Because that's what I really want to know. I want to know the pick that happens that you're like, I want to see you cry. I want to see you boo. I want to see you do everything.
Looks great.
Nope.
Hey guys.
Still bad. Still bad.
How you doing?
Still bad. Oh wait, maybe better.
You think? There was Frank. The pick is in. He played
bad.
Still bad. Okay.
Who is it, Frank?
Well, it's the Falcons, so he'll have to learn how to choke.
Oh, come on, Frank.
Somehow we still look better than
Big
T. Well, there you go. They're just recapping. So the pick is in. Are we on the show?
Yeah, you guys are on the show. You guys are hosting again. The camera's bad, but you're hosting.
Hey, Big T. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. How are you, Brandon?
So I think we can let Big Cat go for now until we need to call him back out of the bullpen.
If I need him in a second. We'll see you in a minute, Big Cat.
See you soon.
13. Pick 13.
Nope, we're still back in. Okay.
Pick 13. That's when I'm coming back.
We'll see you at pick 13. All right.
Yeah.
You want a receiver, Big T. You want Drake London? You want Jamison Williams? Who you want?
I think Drake London sounds pretty good.
Who is
good?
What do you think, Stephen Shea?
Yeah, US. I mean, I'm not personally high on him, but I know that a lot of teams are. I had him in as the best bet for first wide receiver drafted, plus 200 the Barstool Sportsbook. USC receiver, 6'4", 219. Reminds a lot of people of Mike Evans, which is obviously a great compliment. Marcus Mariota is at quarterback, though, so are they really going to be able to maximize his potential? Kyle Pitts was the pick last year. Huge mistake at the top of the draft, taking a tight end that high. And now they're in the quarterback market.
But right now, their top receivers like Olamide Zaccheaus right now, right, Big T? Like, who's your number one receiver?
I mean, it's Pitts and then probably our running back. So
yeah, they need a receiver. Need a receiver,
right,
and it's Drake London.
Drake London from USC. That is the first receiver off the board. And even though you've got exactly who you want, you still look depressed as hell. Smile one time.
I'm having a great time. It was a pleasure to join you guys here tonight. Very happy to have Drake London. Whoa, 40? What, ranked 40?
Just relax. Don't worry about that. That's Stephen Shea's rankings. He was drunk when he did it.
I was not.
Okay.
All right, tell me something about Drake London, Roan. Bye, Big T.
I mean, Drake London gets a lot of his accolades from being a basketball player. He had a 540 dunk while he was in high school in a dunk contest, but a 540 is a spin and a half. That's a lot of spin. 29, 11, and 4 assists a game. Filled out the stat sheet. His favorite Drake song is Sneakin', featuring 21 Savage, who is from London. So that's a Drake London within a Drake London. It really is that deep with him. He might not be good at football, though. That's the problem. Steven's working the phones, but I don't think he can get enough separation. That's really the thing about him. He's not that fast. He's a good route runner, and maybe he can win a lot of jump balls, as it were, but he's not going to get a ton of separation like some of these other receivers, the Ohio State guys, the Alabama guys can.
You're on your phone, Stephen Shea. What's up?
I'm hearing Malik Willis is a potential spot here.
Okay.
It looks like Malik Willis is going to go number 9.
You think Malik Willis is going number 9 to Seattle? Well, we're going to bring in the one of the co-hosts of Dime Package. It is, and somehow she's just at her apartment with a much better looking set than we've got right here. Hi, Casey Smith.
Yeah, I'm the resident Seahawks fan. Didn't you know? I'm adding it to the list of all the teams I root for.
You are the best bandwagon fan at Barstool. I don't have a problem with
an Aiden Hutchinson Lions shirt that's on sale right now at the Barstool store. Just pile them on.
So Stephen Shea believes we're about to see the first quarterback off the board.
Wait, no, we're getting that for sure, right?
Have you got that, Stephen Shea?
I'm working on it.
I need you to. Roan, I have a question for you. Because Pete Carroll tweeted like an hour ago and said a hint for the draft, and he said, let me give you a hint, it's next year by Macklemore. And obviously you know rap, so what is he talking about? Is he saying they're not drafting a quarterback till next year?
Well, Macklemore did have that one song about his uncle being gay or something like that.
So Pete Carroll's uncle is gay.
Yeah, I think that's what he's trying to say here, which is interesting of him to announce. But, I mean, what better night than tonight?
Everybody's paying attention. Stephen Shea, are we going to do this or not? Are we doing this?
No, not yet. I mean, the talk seems to be leaning that way for sure.
Okay, so yeah, that's a big. I mean, Malik Willis is a stud.
He
can launch the ball like no one else. Probably the best arm in the draft. Carson Strong from Nevada also has a great arm. Matt Corral also has a great arm. But the way that he can scramble, the way he can extend the plays, he didn't wind up staying at Auburn because he couldn't start over Jared Stidham at first, and then they gave the starting job to Bo Nix. So it's like it didn't work out for him. But Liberty, Hugh Freeze, and his connections to Auburn, it made a lot of sense.
Don't bring up Hugh Freeze. Don't bring up Hugh Freeze, Roan. You might get slapped across the face.
I didn't mean nothing by it, Brandon.
I am a very professional broadcaster, and we're not. I don't care if a coach wants to call and get him some hookers, let him do it. I don't care. What do I care? Anyway, so yes, hi.
So you and Roan were talking earlier about how it sounds sassy when you use your name. I do that all the time to you, and I'm absolutely sassy.
Right. So do you, in your expert opinion, was he being sassy?
He wasn't, but I understand why that would trigger you to be sassy, because when I really want to piss you off, I even call you Thomas sometimes.
Okay, well, let's just go. You want to go ahead and dox me? You want to give my phone number out too, Casey?
Oh, yeah, that's never been said on air. Really?
My dog's name is Sam, and he almost died a couple of weeks ago. If you want to go to my house and kick him.
Found him at the Dollar Store, though, right?
For the Dollar Tree parking lot. Thank you.
Dollar Tree, yes, I remember.
Not the Dollar General.
Sorry.
Not the Dollar General. That's out on Highway 50.
General.
That's on Highway 50. Yes, Dollar Tree's on Highway 45, right by the Mossy Oak. God almighty.
Yes, we remember. So the quarterback is the pick here, according to Stephen Che. This is a big hit for them, and I think it's what they need going forward. It's not going to be Baker Mayfield. It's going to be a rookie. And once you get off of Russell Wilson, then you can really start to rebuild the franchise, and maybe it makes them keep on to DK Metcalf for a couple of games.
I think it does. I mean, you have hope at the quarterback position now. You got Malik Willis coming in. You got the highest.
We'll see. I mean, there's still. If they're going quarterback,
you think it should be Kenny Pickett?
No. But like Seattle's traded back in 10 of their last 11 first-round picks. So the fact that if they are indeed going quarterback, which they may very well, and that's what I'm hearing they're leaning towards, there's still time on the clock. I had them going edge rusher here with Jermaine Johnson. The noise I'm hearing right now is Malik Willis. But we'll see. Trade down's still an opportunity. I know Houston is trying to get back into the top 10. That seems like a logical trade-out partner because they're not falling too far.
What do you think, Roan? I can't decide what Stephen Che is trying to go for.
Well, no, that's what I'm going to ask. Like, Stephen, who are you hearing this from? I know you can't give away all your sources, but we're not going back to what happened last year, are we?
No. This is a plugged-in guy.
Okay, so it's not Dan doing shit again.
No.
Okay, good. Sorry.
Valid question, though. Valid question.
Did I bring up old shit? I'm sorry.
Stephen did get a little bit
cold. No, you're good. I'm working the phones, Casey.
You got a little PTSD. Casey, who are we looking at from A&M this year?
Oh, well, I mean, I feel like Brandon, we talked about this guy, Kenyon Green. Mm-hmm. Where do you think he's going to go?
Offensive guard.
Oh. You know what, Frank? Do it again. The pick is, in fact, in. We know the Seahawks pick. Well, we don't know it. We'll find out shortly.
We know it.
The pick. Do we know it? Yeah, we know it. It's going to be Malik Willis, quarterback from Liberty. Thank you, Stephen Che, for breaking that information.
We'll see.
His dad,
could be.
His dad was Mark Twain, a music producer.
I don't believe that at all.
Malik Willis' dad is at Mark Twayne, a music producer who used to produce bangers for Goody Mob, Youngbloods, Lil Scrappy, and Mac 10.
Casey, what's your favorite Lil Scrappy song?
I don't have one. Ron, am I supposed to know who Lil Scrappy is?
I forget what song. Let me look up
Okay,
Lil
Ron
Scrappy.
doesn't know that it's okay that I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what.
Remember how cute Scrappy Doo was? From Scooby Doo, but like the little.
No, we know where Scrappy Doo's from. We're good. You do not need to further explain.
Some people might not.
What?
Some people might not know that. That's old.
No, everybody. Time.
Oh,
That's the trade already. Come on, Stephen J. You're better than that.
I mean, there's a screen that flashes that says trade.
You're better than that. You knew the trade already happened months ago. Come on, guys, we're pros.
Do you have confirmation on this?
Not yet.
Okay, no confirmation on this, but it does look.
ESPN has killers out there getting confirmation, and you're sitting there being non-committal. Fucking get us a pick.
Am I?
Well, what are they saying? Can you just tell us? Can you tell us what they're saying?
Yeah, the guy told me Malik Willis, top 10 for sure. If they stay, let's see if they stay.
Did you push him at all on it?
No, he's a.
Can we have your phone if you're not going to use it properly?
He's saying it's Malik Willis.
Yes, hi, Kate. Oh, it is Malik Willis.
He's saying that's what he's saying. I'm trying to confirm this right now.
Hi,
So I
Casey.
know you guys are a little bit behind the TV, and I do have the actual draft on TV. Am I supposed to say it as soon as it happens, or do I let you guys know?
No, you're not. You're supposed to let us do it
Okay.
because we're delayed because of bad internet. We want the whole world to be delayed with us.
That's fine. I just won't say a word. Roger Goodell's walking up on stage right now.
Okay, you are saying a word right now. You're saying words.
That's fine. That's fine.
I know they do like Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State a lot.
Okay, well, what are you doing? Which way is the pick going?
It seems like it's going to be Malik Willis, but let's see how this unfolds momentarily. Goodell at the podium.
Why does he look so tired today?
He looks bad.
He looks bad. Is it the Vegas? Is that?
Hey, Brandon.
No, that's
Cross.
That's not either. Hold on, Casey. That's not either of the guys you said it was going to be, Stephen Che.
I was hoping you had a cowbell.
I was hearing Willis if they stayed. Charles Cross, your guy.
Well, I'm happy. I'm very happy, but I need information.
I just burned my fun fact on Willis.
We can't even go back to the Mac 10 Little Scrappy fun fact.
What happened?
No, I did not go for that.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. Did it actually happen again?
No. I'm hearing things. I'm not confirming things.
Steven, you reported Malik Willis.
I said I was hearing that it could be Malik Willis.
Steven, you were telling everyone it's Malik Willis. You don't think I know your source?
I actually do know that you know my source, and that
no,
the fact that you're in his
my
pocket is
God.
alarming.
Oh no!
That was Malik Willis was planned this morning.
Oh.
You've been talking about Malik Willis to the Seahawks all day.
Yes, you
don't know-
have.
That
Yeah, I
came
have.
from my brain, buddy. That came from my brain.
You came on Pick Central this morning and said you have something, and it's.
I didn't say Seahawks. I said top 10.
You said top 10. You said guaranteed Malik Willis top 10.
I said I was
That
hearing
came
that.
from my brain, Steven.
Oh,
I'm the one who came up with Malik
Oh
Willis
my
to the Seahawks.
God.
You're
Oh,
gonna stop letting this
I
man
came
do
up
this to
with
you.
Malik Willis to the Seahawks
I didn't
this
confirm
morning.
anything this year. I had a hunch.
you brought it up out of
Don't do
nowhere that it was Malik Willis.
Don't do that.
You showed us the
You're
text
getting
messages.
demoted tomorrow, buddy. You're getting demoted.
Oh,
You did it again.
fuck.
No,
Let's
you
keep-
did it again. I have clips of you.
Let's keep Big Cat
and
here real
Malik
quick.
Willis-
Casey, we're gonna
Malik
see you in a
Willis
minute.
To the Seahawks, Malik Willis to the Seahawks. That's what you're saying. That came from my brain.
I said I was
at
hearing
8
it.
a.m.
I
this
did not
morning.
confirm it.
Let's bring in
Okay.
KFC as well because the Jets are
Are
on
you
the clock,
okay,
but you guys
Steven?
figure this out.
Steven, are you okay? Because that's your
no,
most
Steven.
trusted source that I have in my back pocket.
That guy that said that is alarming because he is the most non-talk guy I've ever spoken to, regardless of anything. Really nice guy. We're friends. But I do know that he knows you. I did not think that you'd be able to get in his pocket.
I'm better friends with your friends than you are.
Sadly, that seems to be true.
Damn.
Oh,
Not 3
no.
years in a
Okay.
row. Not 3 straight years of
no,
you getting
Jay.
duped.
No, I did not
happened.
confirm this pick. It smelled a little bit like a
I
rat.
am not owed.
You can't have this happen again, Steven.
Nope, this did not happen again.
But you even
Next
hedged
year-
it with the wrong guy. You hedged it with Jermaine Johnson, and that was wrong too.
Okay.
Next year, I'm planning on getting Stephen Che's wife to tip him off because I'll get her in my back pocket too.
This is
I
fucked.
own everything you have, Steven. Remember that.
All right, hey, Big Cat, we'll see you in a minute at pick 13. Thank you very much. We can revisit that. Kevin, KFC back in here. The Jets back on the clock. You had a good start. How you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I've come around on Sauce just being so fucking awesome. I still just want offense. I want him to take a receiver here. Zach Wilson's gonna need some help, and it's gotta work. So I mean, I like I said, remembering the days of Darrelle Revis is like the best thing that a young Jets fan has ever watched. So if Sauce is that dude, all good. Now just get your boy Zach Wilson some help.
Well, KFC, I think Stephen Che would tell you, and he's on the phone right now, but I mean, Drake London's off the board, but there's a lot of good receivers out there. You got Olave, you got Garrett Wilson, you got Jamison Williams, you even have Treylon Burks. I don't know who would fit here, but receiver does make a lot of sense.
Absolutely. I do know that they were preferring Drake London. They were looking at him.
Well, how do we
at
know if
4.
that's even true anymore?
We don't even
Steve?
know.
I
Why-
feel like your whole
Everything's
credibility
out
is
the window,
on
Jay.
all these things. I mean, was I lying about the guy being a DJ? You know what I mean? I had to
No.
burn my freaking facts.
Frankly, this could be Malik Willis here. You wouldn't know.
It's not going to be Malik Willis to the Jets. I can confirm that.
KFC, do you have any receivers that you really like?
I feel like I would take Jamison Williams and just deal with the injury. I'd rather think like long term here if he truly is the best receiver, and just hope that ACL injuries are not what they once were. But that's I know there's probably a lot of fans who want an impact right away, but I would take the best available. Regardless.
What do you think about Zach Wilson right now? Like, what's kind of the Jets fan consensus on the quarterback situation going forward?
I think like the last 8 games of the year got people hyped. Like if you go back and watch, he really played a lot of good football, made a lot of big plays, and again dealing with what Darnold was dealing with, which was zero help. And now that they've got him some protection, and I feel like if they just add some skills positions, like he should be a serviceable quarterback. I don't think anybody's expecting it to be a Hall of Fame career at the moment, but I don't think there's any reason to think that he can't be like a franchise quarterback.
He's already played it, Steven.
Oh, for the Jets?
Yeah, he's already played it.
He already played the music.
He already played the damn music. They're coming back from commercial. You don't make Frank. You know what, Frank? He's right. Play it again.
The pick is in. How will they fuck it up?
The thing with the Jets, it has to be a hit. This pick has to be a hit. If you take a receiver in the top 10, it has to be a stud.
There it is.
And Garrett Wilson could be a stud. He had
That's
crazy numbers this
And
year.
I'll
Phenomenal
tell you what,
suit.
right now,
Oh, I hate it.
between Sauce's suit and chain, and now Garrett Wilson's outfit here, hit this suit, we are absolutely blowing everybody out of the water in the fashion department. So
That suit is
everybody's look
terrible.
good, feel good, play good. Right now, the Jets are looking good.
Steven, that's a good suit.
It's two different colors.
Yes,
awesome,
that is
Chase.
correct.
It's not like an
fucking know.
accent like Ike Ekwonu had the very nice suit with the one color accent. This is completely two different suits
KFC, I'm
sewn
sorry for this guy. I
I mean,
apologize.
what would you know about looking cool on draft night, Jay?
together. I mean, look at this. I got my team pin. I got a custom suit. I got a tie. Brandon Walker's too fat for his tie. He can't even button his top button.
You're lashing out at Brandon. You're lashing out at Brandon because you got played again by your sources. Let's call it what it is, Steven.
So, Kevin, congratulations. I think you're very pleased with your picks tonight. That's rare, but congratulations to you.
Absolutely. Believe in
All
Joe
right.
D.
So that is KFC. And up next on the clock, here's a big one. We have the Washington Commanders on the clock, which means we bring in, of course, PFT, we bring in Nate, and we bring in the lead singer of OAR, Mark Roberts. I think we have everybody. Yes, there everybody is. I will start with our guest, Mark Roberts. The third time I've ever talked to you. The first two were on this draft show. Welcome back. How excited are you?
I'm busting. I'm hoping to see. I'm hoping to. Can you get me? Oh boy.
No, you're busting. You said you were busting. We were taking it back.
Oh, there we go. There we go. No, I'm excited to see if we can get some action. Something for Carson Wentz to enjoy. I'm looking for a wide receiver, and I'm hoping we get to see. It's an honor to be on here with a real football guy, though. PFT.
Oh.
Hey, Mark.
Wow,
Mark,
fuck
great
you, Nate.
to see you. I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked that Brandon Walker did not say, wow, the NFL draft in Las Vegas, you talk about a crazy game of poker. That would have been the proper way to introduce this guest, Brandon. You're falling down on that's worse than Stephen Chase fuck up, honestly. But I'm pumped. I'm really excited. I definitely don't want a quarterback at all. I do not want, I swear to God, I don't want a quarterback right now. If we take a quarterback, I am going to cry, not tears of joy. I'm very, very much hoping that we get Carson Wentz another number one wide receiver. He'll be the first quarterback to now play with two number one wide receivers. Let's go. I want Olave.
We just had a trade.
Yeah, if it's not a wide receiver though, is there any position group that you guys are zeroing in at? Maybe.
It's already happened?
Oh,
there's a trade.
Saints.
Oh, it looks like
Saints
trading
on the
up.
clock.
Bye, motherfuckers.
We'll see you guys in a minute. The Saints just traded for your pick.
Trade, yes.
Damn right they did.
Four picks.
Hey, Nate, sorry.
Four wide receivers.
We'll see you guys in a minute. Ben Mintz, he is back in. The Mincy Tour is on, and now it's at the number, what are we, 11 pick of the
11th
draft? What are you
pick.
doing?
The Saints gave up. I hope they didn't give up both.
Okay, well,
stand still.
Stand still for one goddamn. Also, what are you doing walking around?
They must be trading up for.
He
I don't know why I
He
said
didn't
it
know
at
they
time.
were going to be on the clock right now. He didn't know. Megan Making Money is also supposed to be on the Saints pick. She didn't know either. So this is a surprise. I guess we got to run this ourselves because.
That's fine. They probably traded up for a receiver, don't you think?
Well, I would think, if I'm just being honest, maybe this is the pick where the quarterback is going to go when you were lied to, or I'm sorry, when you believed a bunch of hogwash. Is this the quarterback, Stephen Shea?
You'd have to think, why did the Saints 3 weeks ago trade up to predetermined slots if they don't know who's going to be there? It was always going to be a quarterback. They're trading up to 11 for what? They're trading up to 11 for what you would think would be a quarterback. It would be a wild move for them to trade up next year's first, 2 firsts this year, potentially, to go after anything but a quarterback.
All right, so do we have Ben Mintz? Is this a quarterback?
We have me back. My question here is, did they give up both first-round picks to get 11? I'm hoping they didn't, but
That would be.
historically,
They couldn't have done that. No, they couldn't have done that.
This is about the exact point of the draft last year where the Bears went and got Justin Fields, right?
Yep.
Almost the exact same pick.
Once you get to the 9-10
Am I gonna have
range,
to start
the
talking
draft
myself
the draft
into Malik
points chart
Willis
becomes
here?
more
I
attainable.
don't know what to think.
Mintz, how about you telling me for weeks that the Saints are not going to get a quarterback?
Hi, Megan.
I did say that. I said that. I didn't see that. Dude, Shay, the Saints have not had a first-round quarterback since 1971, Archie Manning, 51 years.
And we all know he was a bust. He was terrible in college as well. Megan, you are a big Saints fan, probably the biggest in the company. Thank you for being here. You were not expecting to trade up, but what do you think here, Megan?
I was not expecting to trade up. I'm not going to lie. I Brandon here, and I'm a little bit winded, but I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm hoping for the small-handed quarterback.
Kenny Pickett. You want the Kenny Pickett?
I'm a big Kenny Pickett fan.
All right. It's not going to be Kenny Pickett, though. This woman doesn't know what she's talking about.
Why not Kenny Pickett?
It could be Kenny Pickett. Who knows?
I, as an Eagles fan, am hoping for them to take a rookie quarterback or a quarterback who will be a rookie next year because the Eagles have their first-round draft pick next year. So a quarterback would make sense if they believe that they could kind of corner the market. But next year's drafts at quarterback will be a lot deeper. And then you look at Jameis Winston, what's his future hold if they are indeed drafting a quarterback? Is he not the long-term answer?
Jameis Winston, long-term answer? No.
I don't trust Andy Dalton, and I like Winston. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like we need some young blood in there to kind of work into the new system. But
Jameis got a 2-year deal, and he's coming off a torn ACL, so certainly no long-term commitment right now.
What did you do to the keyboard between the last one and now?
He switched up the sounds.
Oh, it's beautiful. I like that one.
It's
I think
nice.
he's killing it with the hats and the notes.
And don't the Saints kind of have an ace in their back pocket in that their fan base is assuming that eventually there will be a Sean Payton trade?
I heard that today. I kind of heard a little about that today, but we'll see. I mean, I think that that's still a year or two away. I think he's going to broadcast for at least 1, if not 2 years. So I guess it's a little bit of an ace in the hole, but
that was the most non-answer answer I have ever heard.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
All right, he didn't. I don't think he listened to your question.
No, he heard it, but he didn't listen. Is what
Right,
he's
he
saying.
heard it, but he didn't really give a shit about it. Megan, I don't know if you guys are going to be back again like this. If you traded both your first-round picks, this might be it for you. I don't know what the pick is.
That would be a crazy overpay to give up both first-round picks.
Wouldn't it?
It wouldn't make any sense at all.
So
Because
what would you do? You give 16 and maybe a third-rounder or a second-rounder to get up here?
Second-rounder should be enough juice to get up from 16 to 11.
All right, well, we're going to find out shortly.
Pick is in. I'm not on this Malik Willis train.
I'll take Olave too. I would love Olave. I would
love Olave. I heard the Saints love Olave. I've heard that.
Let's clip Mint saying that he's not in on Malik Willis. 30 seconds before the pick.
Clip it now.
Okay.
Because you believe in Malik Willis, you're saying, Steven.
I think he's the logical pick here. I mean, if they love a guy and they think that someone's going to get him at the 12, 13, 14, 15 range, then you got to go up and get your guy. But it seems a bit rich.
So
whatever
if you're
they gave
Pittsburgh
up.
right now, you might be a little upset that the Saints are getting aggressive and going to get the guy, or maybe if you're Tennessee who could have got up in a spot to get one.
Correct.
So this is the first bold move of the night. Yes,
I'm
Ben
hoping
Metz.
for Olave, not Malik Willis. We'll see.
You didn't trade up for Chris Olave, guys.
Then who do you think we're getting, Walker?
We doing last names now? Is that what we're doing?
Should I call you Thomas?
Will you get mad about the first names, the fake first names, the last names?
We have too many people at this company who are offended when people call them their names.
Agreed. Yes. Yes. And I would throw this can at you if it were a different company. Anyway, so yes, Megan.
Did you get the haircut? It doesn't look like it.
Megan, I just want to say that you look beautiful tonight. Thank you for dressing up in your finest Saints gear. Ben, same to you. Thank you for dressing up.
Do we have any details on the commentation?
We have nothing yet, right?
Yes. No, the Saints traded pick 1698, which is a back-end third rounder, and 120, so a third and a fourth to move up.
Oh, that's
But they didn't
nothing.
give up
Along with their
first.
first.
Not even a second.
They gave 16.
They didn't give up 2 first, though. They still have another first
No,
round
Ben,
pick.
fuck. They didn't. I mean,
Why
no, they
is
did not.
Tony Gonzalez on the stage? It's the Saints pick.
Well, it's probably a thing like charity or something.
All right,
Tony
do it when
Gonzalez
the
is
Chiefs
not
have 2 picks. The Falcons
Former
picked.
Falcon.
Ben, can you not give us commentary on the ESPN broadcast right now?
We're doing that.
And we are doing that. Can you let us do that? Okay, he went silent. Okay, never mind. I do want you to
He's
talk.
a good listener. He's a good listener. That's fine. And we're just building the anticipation right now because if they draft a quarterback, this will be a watershed moment for the New Orleans Saints.
Yes.
It's going to be a massive thing for their franchise, and things are going to change, at least hopefully.
Did you say their
Did you
first?
say watershed with New Orleans? Come on, dude. I mean, Katrina was that
Yeah,
long ago.
right?
All right.
Jeez,
Steven,
man. My house was only completely washed away. No worries.
You don't even live in New Orleans.
I lived in Pass Christian, which where the I went, Brandon Walker. You know way too much about Mississippi to not know that, okay?
Okay? You should know that. And she
Everybody-
just hit you with the both names.
Everybody relax. Well, that's the name of the city.
You ever been to Anthony's, Megan?
No, she hasn't been to Anthony's.
I don't think so.
She can't afford Anthony's. All right, so the pick is in. We're finding out right now. What are they doing on the stage?
I
There's a
couldn't
lot of
find
hemming and hawing. That's a Southern term.
I think that's just an old people term. I don't think that's Southern.
And now it's the damn pick.
Let him know, Mince.
Let him know, Mince.
Heckle him good, Mince. Announce the damn pick.
I like they're about to sing a song.
Yeah, this is a kumbaya, we are the world type moment.
Why are so many Chiefs fans happy?
Why are the Chiefs fans and Chargers fans holding up two bandanas tied to one another like the Bloods and Crips united? What's going on right now?
Oh, well, this motherfucker.
I truly don't understand.
All right, so we're finding out shortly. You both want Chris Olave, right?
Yes.
You're stupid. It's not Chris Olave.
I would be happy with Olave, absolutely.
A lot of Saints fans in the front row here with their umbrellas looking like idiots.
Yes.
It's Chris Olave? Son of a bitch.
It's Chris Olave. Justin Jefferson's long lost cousin of route running. He's going to tear this shit up.
The Lions are on the clock. Why are the Lions on the
Ohio
clock?
State Saints.
Because
Chris
they want a
Olave
quarterback.
and Mike Thomas coming for you, baby. Hell yeah.
The Lions have traded up for
second round,
12.
first round pick. I heard they loved Olave. I'm happy with it. Let's go, baby.
All right, Megan.
Yuck.
Megan.
Yeah, what's up? I'm pumped. I'm so excited.
What do you mean, what's up? Did you forget you were on the damn show?
No, I was just listening to Ben. Ben was talking. I can't talk over Ben.
Yeah, that is impossible. All right, so you guys did get exactly who you wanted, Chris Olave. I called you idiots, but I am, in fact, the idiot. You got the
What's
receiver
new?
from Ohio State. Tell us about Chris Olave, Ron.
Chris Olave is an absolute stud. We just saw 2 Ohio State receivers taken in the first round. Gentlemen, when was the last time that happened?
I don't think the Vikings. It looks like the Lions are on the clock.
The Lions are on the clock, but now the Vikings have a pick in.
The Lions are on it.
Wait, did the Lions trade up to 12
All
or
right,
13?
so we're going to bring in. Thank you, Mintz. Thank you, Megan. We'll see you later. So we're bringing in Vikings legend Jared Allen.
No.
We're not bringing him in. I was told to bring him in.
Jared, I think that it's a Lions pick right now.
It is. It's in the division. Yeah.
Well, do you want to talk through the Lions pick? We're also going to bring in Lions superfan Chris Castellani.
I was just saying, you're probably not going to find very many diehard Lions fans that really.
Well, there's one right there, Jared. Talk shit about him right now.
Well, if you talk too much crap about a Lions fan, you get even more depressed because it's depressing being a Lions fan.
All right, what do you? Hold on, Chris. Hold on. What are you saying, Stephen Shea? Do you know the pick?
Yeah, it's going to be Jamison Williams, wide receiver from Alabama. So it's going to be 3 former Ohio State wide receivers in a row. 10, 11, 12.
So we have multiple trades up right now to get these receivers.
Yes, the runner receivers has started with Drake London at 8, Garrett Wilson 10, 2 and 11, Chris Olave, and then we're getting Jamison Williams right here.
So we should talk to Jared Allen now because if I'm right, they just traded back to 32, and there's no fucking chance Jared Allen's sticking around to be with us.
No.
Okay, relax.
I'll be asleep. Well past that. Well before that.
All right, so Chris, we're going to get right to you, but Jared, the Vikings move back, and looks like they'll pick later in the first round. What do you think about that?
Well, obviously they didn't see what they needed. I heard they were talking about potentially taking a pass rusher. Obviously, I think that happened early on in the draft. So if I'm them, I stack picks and realize that this year isn't going to be that great, to be honest. And try to get some O-line depth. Get somebody on the other side of Hunter and just, give the new coach and the new staff some toys to play with and the mold. So I would take the Patriots, way of thinking and just stack draft picks if you could, because you're not going to really be that competitive.
Of the pass rushers that we saw go at the top of this draft pick, when you were watching those guys, their tape in college and seeing them play, who did you really like and who jumped off for you? If you're the GM with the top pick, who would you have gone ahead and taken as a pass rusher?
Oh, pass rusher. I mean, honestly, I think you could interchange either one of them. I just look at technique and how people's legs and hands work together. So I think Hutchinson, he has a great motor on that standpoint as far as his technique. His hands are constantly working, but both of them are explosive and make plays. I really think 1 and 2 could be interchangeable. Unfortunately, I think you're going to go to a team as a pass rusher. I don't want to go early in the draft because you're going to go to a team that isn't scoring a lot of points because that's why they're the number 1, number 2 pick. And unfortunately, you're going to have to play the run a lot more than you're going to play the pass if that's your forte. So they better live by the motto, earn the right to rush the passer, and get working.
All right, Jared, listen, it didn't work out the way we thought. We thought we'd have you 10 minutes. You talk about the Vikings pick, and we'd do that stuff. But Vikings are off the clock, so I guess you're off the clock too.
Perfect. You guys enjoy the show.
Hey, Jared, it's always your first class. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate it. But we turn to Chris Castellani, who's here for the second time.
Did you say he's Smurfs class?
What did I say? I
said
said
Smurfs class.
He's first class.
It sounded like Smurfs.
I did smudge it.
You still have the kind of the spit is still on your lip a little bit.
I do have some spittle.
Sorry, Chris.
Why don't you talk to Chris?
Chris, no. Well, I want to know what you think about a guy like Jamison Williams, who, when you pair him with St. Brown, I think that's a stud receiving pair.
Can I say something very quickly before you answer that question? Why not just get a table or something and stand the mic on it?
He did that earlier.
I don't know. Because I wouldn't know what to do with my hands, man.
Fair enough. Now answer Ron's question. Sorry.
Look, I think the guy's a stud. Obviously, came from Bama.
Thanksgiving.
Had a great year. I'm surprised simply because for the last few months, I had not heard this potentially being a thing. Obviously, them moving up changed things, but you heard Kyle Hamilton being thrown around. You heard even the possibility of Malik Willis being thrown around, but I like in general what they're doing and trying to build as many skill position players as possible before getting the quarterback. I think one of the issues that they fell into in previous regimes was getting the quarterback first and then trying to build around that. That's ultimately what kind of doomed the Stafford era. But hey, like I said earlier, and I'll keep it simple. I think Brad Holmes is a really good pedigree, and you're drafting a guy with a very high upside who had a tremendous year at a college football powerhouse.
Can I just go ahead and say right now, it is in fact Jamison Williams from Alabama, so it's no longer a conjecture. That is the pick. And speaking of suits, strong one right here as well, boys.
That's a nice one.
No, he did not want to go to Detroit in that, and he looks sad right now. I don't mean anything by it, Chris, but it seems like he's a little bit disappointed that he's going to Detroit.
I think it's a surprise to a lot of people, to be honest, because it was not. It wasn't
ballyhooed.
Yeah, it was
look
not.
How good
on
our picture looks all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's an interesting development for the team. Do you have any insight on what they did as far as what they had to give up to move up and what they're going to do moving forward at the quarterback position?
I think my theory has always been that it's going to be next year where they make the quarterback move. I don't think that there was anyone. There was a lot. There were rumors about Malik Willis, but I didn't hear anything that made me believe that in this draft.
Hold on, Chris. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
But the Eagles are on the clock. The Eagles were not.
And now the pick is in.
The pick is in. They've already got the pick. So I don't know if we've got anybody for the Eagles.
Let's go, Smitty. Let's go, Smitty.
Got it.
Hey, the Sixers.
What's the score?
What? The Sixers are about to close it out. Hold up. We're on a delay. Castanelli's yapping. Sixers are about to close it out. Winning.
Let's go.
The Phillies swept the Colorado Rockies.
Let's go.
The universe will not allow the Philadelphia Eagles to have Philadelphia go 3 for 3, but that's where the universe is wrong.
It's Jordan Davis. It's got to be Jordan Davis, right?
God.
It's Jordan Davis confirmed. I actually have real sources. It's
all right.
Who gets everything wrong? It's Jordan Davis.
I just got the Jamison Williams pick right.
Gato,
one for one on broken early confirmed picks.
No, you've broken early the Malik Willis.
I said I was hearing things. That's what I do.
Flips, you confirmed it. Also, I'll go because it's Philly time. But Steven, I love you, buddy. That's your trusted source. That's your closest source.
So we were texting on the side now. He confiscated my guy at the combine. So this has been.
You took him at the combine?
It's been like 3 months. Yeah, 2 months. 2 months in the making.
Oh, yeah. We've been working on this. Yeah, Big Cat was talking about this for a while. And really it just materialized itself.
Stephen Che, you wake up every morning. The world is cheery. The birds are chirping. The bees are buzzing. I wake up and I'm like, how am I going to get Stephen Che and ruin his life? Just remember that, buddy. I'll see you guys in a few picks.
All right, we'll see you in a minute, Big Cat. Smitty, back to you. Ron and Smitty, you guys are on the clock, and you think it's – yes, what are you saying?
I have trade details. So the 13th pick the Eagles just traded up for, they gave up 15, 124, 162, and 166.
So that's a 4, 5, and a 6.
Three day 3 picks.
Move up 2 spots.
Yes.
Are you sure they're not getting Hamilton here?
It's Jordan Davis.
It's guaranteed Jordan Davis? Okay. Well, if they believe that much in him, fine. I'm okay with it.
Kyle Hamilton could make you regret this, though.
Yeah. I don't know why, he wouldn't.
But Jordan
In
Davis
all two
is the
spots.
one, though. Smitty, we talked about this on First Time, Long Time. If you
Agreed.
have the chance, Jordan Davis is the one.
So
He's the behemoth.
Y'all still have 18 though, right? So we'll see you guys in a minute
Yes,
too.
you'll see us very soon. But Jordan Davis is the one that made everybody else on Georgia a first-round pick. He is a automatic double team. He's a reason that guys like Devontae Wyatt are even talked about in this situation, and he freed up their entire linebacking core to look like the most dangerous linebacking core ever.
Exactly. And
They were
Brandon
the
Walker-
27 Yankees, and he was Babe Ruth.
What were you
And Brandon Walker, like, you'll love it. He's basically Fletcher Cox 2.0, except he might not sleep with as many wives. He is going to be a beast in Philadelphia.
Yes, he absolutely is. I mean, he's the kind of guy, Lane Johnson even talked about it with us last week. You want him on your team because of the gravity that he has. He is going to demand such attention. You scheme against him, he's a stud.
All right, but earlier, Stephen Shea, off the record, you were saying you like Jordan Davis, but you don't love him.
I like Jordan Davis.
Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis even more.
Okay, relax, Smitty. Just you're gonna get your guy. Just
Jordan Davis was my 6th ranked player in the draft on my big board, so I like Jordan Davis. I think that again, it's a watered down draft, but I think he's a good player. Those are the type of players, enormous defensive tackles that eat up space and free up your linebackers to run, that I personally love.
Yeah, he's a stud.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if you guys, it seems like you're both pleased to get Jordan Davis. So what at 18 makes this a perfect night?
It's either, Kyle Hamilton is not going to slip.
This makes me think that they're going to trade up and get Hamilton even more. But if they can give
Treylon Burks, maybe a wide receiver, a cornerback, not McDuffie, but I prefer Andrew Booth. But I also think that there's some day 2 cornerbacks that could be just as good, like a Roger McCreary or something like that. Like
From Auburn.
Yeah, I think that there's other guys but their D-backs need a lot of help, so Hamilton would make a lot of sense. But you start in the trenches. He will replace Fletcher Cox. He'll make life easier for your defensive ends. He's a terrifying player. He ran a 40-yard dash 0.01 seconds slower than Jarvis Landry, a wide receiver, and he's fucking 380 pounds.
Get fired up one time, Ron.
6'7", 380 pounds. He can run through this ball like a fucking Kool-Aid man.
Go, Ron.
He's a beast.
Hey, the fact that Howie Roseman traded it up and got the consensus person and didn't try to get, Trent McDuffie or another wide receiver that might not fit as a trade up, kudos to Howie. I don't say it a lot. Kudos to Howie. You basically put a Twitter poll out there and took the consensus pick with Jordan Davis.
It worked last year.
Very well put, Smitty.
Yes.
They got the consensus person. All right, so
You're an asshole, Brandon Walker.
I know.
You're just a dick.
Just relax, man. Everybody chill.
What's the Sixers score, Smitty?
Triple digits.
But that doesn't mean anything.
They're up
What's
by
the other
100?
team got?
Yeah. 1 by 30.
Let's go, dude. Nobody believed in us.
Yeah, played angry.
No one likes us. We don't care, Smitty. We truly do not care at all. It's
People
beautiful.
overly believed in you when you were up 3-0. It was your fault they stopped believing in you.
No, it wasn't. I said Sixers in 6 before the series even started.
So
That's the fucking facts.
Can we just stop on where there is a delay before we hear what the Eagles pick actually is? But this draft has gone crazy the last 3 picks.
Yes.
3 straight trades.
Yes.
3 straight or 4 straight receivers before that. Or
We were hearing before the draft that, universally there's between 18 and 24 universally agreed upon first-round picks. This year it was closer to around 13 to 16.
So that's why it's happening now?
So people are moving up to try and get the guys that everyone knows are going to be first-rounders. And yeah, a run on receivers just happened. So supply and demand.
I looked at Frank, sorry. We'll see Frank in a minute when it's time to play the music again.
I got a prediction.
Yeah.
Jordan Davis here. Dean picking.
Nah, that's a reach for Dean, don't you think?
I want both Georginians. I want both peaches.
Well, Nakobe Dean's not from Georgia.
He played at Georgia, but Nakobe Dean's not going to get drafted in the first round. I'll stand on that.
That's a bold take.
As a Quay Walker guy, you're a Quay Walker guy.
Yeah.
But that's another. There's a lot of guys on Georgia who all ate at the trough of Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis.
But Nakobe Dean's a good player too.
He is. No, none of these guys are bad
like
players, but he made the entire defense fearsome. He damn near won them like he had 2.5 sacks, which isn't ideal. But at the same time, he is not a pass rusher. And people who were scared about the way that the shape that he's in or his durability, he tested perfectly.
He had one of the most breathtaking plays I've seen in a very long time against Michigan early in that game, where he broke into the backfield, the running back went lateral, and he went right with him.
Yes.
He went right with him. Blake Corum's a great running back too, and Jordan Davis has lateral movement, and he's huge.
Look at pictures of them. It doesn't make sense when you look at a picture of the entire defensive line of Georgia why Trayvon Walker was the #1 overall pick and Jordan Davis lasted until the 12th, 13th pick of the draft.
Right.
Where are we at? 12?
I think we're 13.
13. It doesn't make sense that this one guy, there is clearly the behemoth that everything should be built around. It is Jordan Davis. He was the right pick, and he'll be a terror. He's going to be a terror for quite some time, Smitty.
So he should be an anchor for at least the next half decade.
All right, if this was Texans, they're moving back to 15, so we'll have the Ravens up next, and then the Texans after that.
I have the Ravens pick. Do we want that?
Yeah, give it to us.
You're going to give us the Ravens pick already?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Kyle Hamilton, safety, Notre Dame.
All right, we'll get to Kyle Hamilton in a minute because we're announcing right now that it is, in fact, we think, Jordan Davis for the Philadelphia Eagles. It is another one of those protracted presentations. Looks like some young people that
Hunt, pass, and kick type of shit.
Yeah, has done some quality work. They're all wearing jerseys. Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas. I know that's a popular high school.
That guy looks pretty strong.
Yeah, I would say that's probably a good football player who may one day be on the stage. Uh-oh!
Yeah!
Yeah! Yeah!
Big dog!
That's a nice suit. I like that.
Fresh out of Georgia, baby!
Yes.
Yeah! That's right. Give Fletcher Cox some help, baby.
Gilly, you were fired up.
Cox some help, baby.
Last year, you were fired up about Devontae Smith. You're excited again. What do you see in Jordan Davis that you like?
Hold on, man. Guys.
Yeah, well, we got bad quality. Just say something. Yeah, what do you think? What do you like about Jordan Davis?
Yes.
Also, what the fuck's wrong with your hat?
In the face.
Oh, he's just saying things.
Yeah, he's a beast. You liked him last. I
can't hear you, man. Hold on, let me see if I get some headphones if I can hear you.
Yo, just talk about Jordan Davis. Man. Talk about why you're excited.
The Ravens pick is already.
Hello.
Only the Ravens are picking.
All right, we're going to talk to the Philly guys in a minute. We're going to talk to the Philly guys in a minute.
I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
I know you are, but the Ravens pick is already in behind you. You're also going to be at 18. You can stay here if you'd like. I don't give a shit.
Just tell us what you like about Jordan Davis.
What do you like, Gilly?
He didn't hear a word.
He's got big earlobes, Brandon.
Gilly, what do you like about Jordan Davis, brother?
Well, I know that he's nimble. You know what I'm saying? I seen Georgia play quite a few times this year, and I seen him make plays. So I just know that he's a playmaker on the line.
Last year when we were all on, we had Bob Saget on with us. We were celebrating the Devontae Smith pick.
Some of those.
R.I.P.
And you yelled at him.
And it was a great pick.
It was a great day. It was a great memory we all shared. I think Bob Saget probably shared that same vibe. Gilly, what's going to happen with the Eagles this year? Is Jalen Hurts the one? Are they building in the right direction?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I had a long talk with Jalen. He said, keep it real with me, OG. What do I need to do to get better? And I said, you have to get better timing. You know, you have to, you're waiting for the wide receivers to come out the break before you throw the ball. You have to release the ball before they come out of their break. And you got to get a lot better with that. And he said, you know what, OG, I'm going to work on that all off season. So when I come back next year, you ain't got to worry about that. I said, if you come back next year and you're 50% better than what you are at that, we'll be in the Super Bowl. And he said, well, I'll see you in the Super Bowl.
All right, there's a prediction right there. Guys, Philly guys, you're also up at 18 and 3 picks. So we're going to come right back to you in just a minute, see if you can finish off a great night. We're going to go to Baltimore right now where we got Banks. We think we know the pick. The pick is already in. Frank. Thank you very much, Frank. The pick is in. We think it's Kyle Hamilton, Banks.
Yeah, I mean, it gave us no time between picks there. It just threw Kyle Hamilton out there. I didn't have time to process the Jordan Davis news because he was supposed to be the guy. All the mock drafts are going Jordan Davis, Jordan Davis, Jordan Davis. And he would have made a lot of sense in Baltimore. He's a freaking house. So I'm a little deflated by that, but it says a lot that the Eagles really wanted him to jump ahead 2 spots, and they must have known that we wanted him, but that's okay because we still got a great football player here in Kyle Hamilton. So
yeah, at the end of the day, even though you don't get the big space eater inside, you get the you get the safety roaming the back end of the defense. That's something Baltimore's had before. A big time safety. This could be next 10, 12 years a great player. I personally think Stephen Shea doesn't really agree with me. I think this might be, as far as football goes, the best football player in the draft, and I think it's a great pick for the Ravens. Stephen, you like him, but you disagree with that.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's a safe player. Again, this is a poor quality draft compared to other drafts. Really nice player, 6'4". Safety didn't run like you'd want him to. He ran in the high 4.5s. I believe he ran a 4.59. Not what you want to see from a guy that you're investing a first-round pick in, like a high first-round. Safety typically is going to be a position that's prioritized a bit less by most teams, just because you can get those guys later. But he checks a lot of boxes. All-American. He's 3-year starter. Really, really good player. Can hit, can cover. I worry about him a little bit with flexibility, like recovering receivers and tight ends. But we'll see how he does in Baltimore. They also just signed Marcus Williams from the Saints this offseason. So they're really loading up at that position, which they obviously value historically.
Thanks, I wouldn't worry about it. This dude is a fucking stud. Like, when you watch a Notre Dame game, it's so obvious that he's the guy. Like, even more so with, like, in the last couple of years when they had other guys like Owusu Karamoa going in, like, he was the guy on that defense.
Yeah.
Like, he has always been the guy on that defense. He makes his presence known in the pass game, the intermediate pass game, the run game. He has crazy range. Like, he is a stud. He's a football player. Everyone overthought it. The Ravens they typically don't overthink it.
Right.
And they got a stud.
They always sit where they are and get a great defensive player. It feels like they do this every other draft.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, great value. I'm sure they're also reading the news clippings too. Like, they know a lot of people knew that they had eyes for Jordan Davis. They didn't go up and get him. They're okay just sitting pat and taking Kyle Hamilton at 14. So I think it's not a bad move.
Thanks. You have a hat that says golf. Did you see my golf swing?
I did. It's pretty phenomenal, I got to say.
Thank
you.
you.
The real one that was released today, right?
Like my dick, Stephen Shea.
A couple worm burners.
We were in a giant hurry to get here, and we have stalled out at the draft. We're just, I guess the Ravens have had their pick in for like 10 minutes right now. I got to catch up. I believe the Texans are next, and then at 16 now we have the Commanders. So that's where we are with all the trades. The Texans move back 2 spots. The Commanders move back 5 spots. Here is, in fact, Goodell telling us that it is, we think, Kyle Hamilton, just to make sure. Yes, what was that? Oof.
The next pick if we want it.
All right, let's slow down a little bit. Let's
all right. Well, you want me to break picks? You don't want me to break picks? Why don't you make up your mind?
Well, we got Banks here, and he just drafted Kyle Hamilton. Can we let the man be happy for a second?
Can I just tell you, Kyle Hamilton was born on the Greek. He was born on the Greek island of Crete.
That's not true.
Before moving to Russia, so him and George Karlaftis, both first-round draft picks this year, both of them born in Greece, except for he was born in Crete, and he's a Russian. In a time when Russia versus Ukraine is such a massive thing, Kyle Hamilton cut his teeth as a young Ruski. Now he'll be in Baltimore, which famously has a big Russian population.
Do they?
I don't know. I'm making that up.
So, Banks, thank you very much. Congratulations. Looks like you got a player.
A big Greek population in Boston.
Oh, of course. Yeah, Baltimore, I think is
Yes,
where
they
this
do.
is. Yeah, well, it was on the wire. They had
Yes,
a bunch
the
of,
Greek.
they were calling
And
shots.
he's a Greek dude.
Yes. Season 2 not as good. Hopefully Kyle
Season
Hamilton
2
will
was
get better.
fine in retrospect of The Wire.
Is Jermaine Johnson
wasn't
still on
bad.
the board?
Yes, he is.
That's crazy, because he's a fucking stud.
Have y'all seen the new Wire show? I haven't watched it yet.
What?
What are you
We
talking
own
about?
the city.
No, what is that?
We'll talk about it later.
All right, what's the pick? What's the pick?
The pick is in. Who even is this? The Texans. We have no guest
have
here.
this?
Yes, it's going to be Kenyon Green, the offensive lineman. He's a guard.
This seems like a
out of
reach.
Texas A&M. A guard at 15. Very high.
This seems like a gigantic reach.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So they went Stingley at 3, and now they are taking
A guard.
a guard. He is. Now, don't let me
He's
shit
a
on
good player.
He's a
but
very good player.
He's a guard.
Yeah.
But
he's a very good guard.
Yeah.
And he's probably you're not going to take a center here. I think that like Tyler Linderbaum is the best interior lineman,
Correct.
but for whatever reason, we're going to prioritize guards. Now, if we want to talk about Kenyon Green and get the fun facts about him, his favorite Bible verse, Ephesians 6:11. And the only reason that's interesting, it's not one of the top 10 most popular Ephesians verses, but Ephesians 6:10 and Ephesians 6:12 are both among the top 10 most popular.
So tell me what Ephesians 6:11 says.
It says, "Put on the whole armor of God, yet that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Wiles of the devil, yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was going to say.
The wiles of the devil.
The wiles of the devil.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, for whatever reason, he has this kind of obscure but not obscure Ephesians pick as his favorite verse. It's very interesting for an interior lineman.
Well, perhaps he's just a biblical scholar where he goes deeper than other people go.
Now, it's impressive, and I think that would tell you a lot about his acumen as a football player. Maybe that's why the Texans go up and take him, but you have to wonder what they're doing here. It's not a spot for a premium position.
Yeah.
They didn't take a premium position at this spot.
Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of needs. The Texans have holes everywhere.
I got needs. I need a Mamita, honestly. I'm at a we need a Mamita. I need a cold one.
We're just jockeying cameras over here. Let's pass out some. Okay, just give that to him. That's fine. Is that the flavor you wanted right there? Let's get another.
All right, let me get an orange.
You want an orange?
Yeah, can I get an orange
one?
one?
A lime right here.
A green.
No orange?
No more orange.
Okay.
All right, the Paloma
Here, why don't
is
you
good,
throw
though.
this in the cooler and give it to him in about 20 minutes, okay?
All righty. There you go.
All right,
Mamitas,
we got
taking
this.
good care
Do
of
you
him.
think with their problems with the last quarterback and him leaving town that they had to put on the armor of God with this pick and they had to get somebody biblical?
I don't know. I don't like the pick at all. I don't think that that's necessarily going to help them. They're not a better team
have to
for
say
having
that
a
in
guard.
confession.
But you put a guard on your team.
But they need everybody.
They do.
I don't even know that he's the best guard. I mean, Zion Johnson was coming into this year was a higher rated guard. He's a little bit Johnny-come-lately. Kenyon Green is.
He was good, but
he's good.
Yeah.
But even
you really hate Kenyon Green, and I don't know why.
It's too rich. It's too rich for this area. 15, I know it's a watered-down draft, but
is it possible? Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
Is it possible they came into this night with designs on trading back from even where this spot is, but really couldn't because everybody else traded up ahead of them?
Yes.
But I guess they did trade back. They were 13. They
were
traded back
13,
here.
they moved
Think
back
they
a
want to go
couple
even
spots.
further? Did they want to be here?
Yeah.
I feel like they probably would have preferred to slide down a bit more. You probably could have gotten this guy at 20.
Oh, look how unexcited he is. I like that. He doesn't give a shit.
He must know. He looks like
Is he on a Joel Embiid delay right here?
No. I don't know. I think he knows. I don't know. I just don't know.
Maybe he doesn't want to stay in
college.
Texas.
Yes.
Is everybody staying in their own state tonight? That's the third guy?
A lot of it, yeah.
All right, so we have
Jordan Davis's mom was neat.
The Commanders back on the clock, and my God, they've rushed the pick in. Commanders crew, come back in. PFT, Nate. Nate didn't get to talk at all last time, so I'm going to start with him. Hi, Nate. Welcome to the show. And that's why Nate couldn't talk, because he is muted. You're muted, Nate.
Son of a bitch. That's why I don't talk. The pick is in, and we know it's a wide receiver out of Penn State. Roan, tell me about Jahan.
Jahan Dotson is an insane pick for them, but he has insane hands. This guy is going to go up and get everything. There is one catch that he had that everyone went crazy over, kind of a one-handed stab that he went up and got, but that wasn't his only really handsy play. He was all over the place, making incredible. He doesn't have the size profile of an X, but he's going to be your quarterback's best friend.
Yeah, Jahan Dotson is my favorite receiver in the draft. He's not one of the classic tier A guys, but sorry, go ahead.
Well, there's three of them, so maybe we should let them talk a little bit. Mark
I
Roberts,
watched him coach Maryland for like 240. He was extremely impressive. So if he brings that to Washington, I'm in.
So Mark Roberts, like Ron said, this is a very handsy guy. Do you like having that on the team?
Oh, absolutely. I think we need action. We need excitement. You know what I mean? In Washington right now, we need somebody to light this place up and get people going back.
We also have a trade, Hollywood Brown to the Cardinals for the 23rd pick.
Okay, so that's coming up soon. The 23rd pick, we now have Hollywood Brown going with the 100th pick to the Cardinals in exchange. So that means the Ravens will be on the clock at 23 again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, wow. So PFT, you haven't talked this time. You got your receiver, though.
You got a receiver. I'm pumped. Dotson, he's a fun guy to watch. Get him in open space. Get him the ball. I love everything about this pick. I watched a ton of Penn State clips this season. Roan knows this guy's a playmaker. He's an elite playmaker.
Oh, my gosh.
He's a little guy, though. He's a little buddy. He's like 178 pounds.
That shouldn't affect anything, though, because he will get everything for you. He'll catch everything. PFT, you're also going to want to look this up. There was a TikTok song that was the Jahan Dotson song that advocated for him to win the Heisman. It was something about him going from the 610 to the 814 or something like that. Yeah. But it had a very catchy little theme song. You're going to want to log on to TikTok and find that song. If you just type in Jahan Dotson, you'll be able to find it. Mellifluous. It sounded beautiful to the ear, Mark. I think you would really appreciate it as a songwriter.
I will check it out. I had him #1 in my Heisman poll that I did, so I thought that he was the guy that should have gotten it this year. But unfortunately, I don't have a vote. I think maybe my proximity to Stephen Che takes away some of the credibility that I have in the football analysis space. Now, Stephen, you are an expert at small wide receivers. At 178 pounds, is Dotson good enough to play in the NFL?
Stephen?
So certainly, this is a callback to the Devontae Smith thing last year. It wasn't that Devontae Smith was listed at that. Is that there were rumors that he was playing at 155 and 160. That's too small. 178, given his frame 5'10 and a half, I think he can sustain it. He's more of a down the field guy. 10 of his 21 touchdowns were 40-plus yards in the air, or 40-plus yard touchdowns. I really like him as a player. He was my favorite receiver in the draft. Like Roan said, big catch race. He got big hands. I really like him as a player. I think he deserves to go right around this area. So I think you guys are getting a nice pick.
And we have a great quarterback to get him the ball, which I'm excited about. Yep. We didn't have to go quarterback because we already have one named Carson Wentz, and he is going to be a Pro Bowl quarterback this year with the weapons he has.
Well, that was my question.
Gotta believe.
Carson Wentz once got 2 MVP votes. Is this the catalyst to give him a third?
I think at the very, very minimum, we're looking at 1 MVP vote this year for Carson Wentz. That's what I'm told.
There you go.
Do you guys feel like you missed out on some of the other receivers earlier?
No. Dotson was the guy that I wanted. My only red flag that I had.
Mark.
Do I feel like we missed out? Yeah, I do feel like we missed out a little
bit. See, PFT? Take off those rose-colored glasses, PFT.
Oh, shit. I forgot to put my sunglasses on. Yeah, my red flag that I had on Dotson was his name sounds too much like Dotson that we spent a first-round pick on not too long ago, right? The guy he was from TCU.
TCU,
very bad at football.
I don't like the name. The name gives me flashbacks. That's my red flag on him. But besides that,
isn't a Dotson a dog too?
Like it is a wiener dog.
It's also an old truck.
I believe it.
Yes,
Dotson
the poor people had. Yes, I had many a Dotson in my life.
Yeah.
And maybe the puppy we're talking about is a dachshund, maybe?
Dachshund.
That's very true.
Oh, my God.
What, Stephen Che?
Huge trade. The Titans are trading A.J. Brown to the Eagles.
What? Whoa. What? No, Rome, come back. Rome.
Schefter tweeted.
Schefter has tweeted that A.J. Brown has been traded from the Titans to the Eagles. Did you? But is this Stephen Che?
This is a real deal.
Ron, guy. Okay, Ron, I need you to come over here. We're gonna keep talking. No, we're gonna talk to you. You just might have gotten A.J. Brown. Is this confirmed?
This is Schefter. Checked up.
And he would report the Ukraine war. So Ron, how you feeling? A.J. Brown? Okay, all right. A.J. Brown, perhaps. Now we're finding out officially that the Washington Commanders pick is in. We're finding out it is officially, in fact, Jahan Dotson. You got your guy. PFT, you got your guy. Nate, you got your guy. Mark Robert, sorry, you didn't get your guy.
Jahan Dotson. I love it.
We need a corner.
Plaid suit, plaid and plaid. Commanders. We have not 1, but 2 #1 wide receivers for Carson Wentz. You're not going to see a player take a step forward like Carson Wentz takes this year. Maybe in the history of the NFL.
Congratulations,
I'm so glad
Commanders.
We got him and not A. Brown.
Congratulations, PFT, Nate, and Mark Robert.
Thanks
We're going to drop you off. Mark, always a pleasure. We're bringing we're bringing in the Eagles, guys. Is that what we're doing?
Whoa!
Now the Chargers pick is in. I don't even know if we're going to have the Chargers guy.
Nobody gives a shit about the Chargers and their 6 fans. Fuck Ken Jack. A.J. Brown. Howie. Ken Jack, I love you. But Howie Roseman just clipped your nuts and your draft pick and the NFL. A certified #1 wide receiver in A.J. Brown. Roan, what do we talk about on First Time, Long Time? What would be the perfect draft scenario? Jordan Davis and a high-class wide receiver traded away for that first-round pick. We want a DK Metcalf? Screw it. A.J. Brown, Philadelphia Eagles. They maybe need someone to throw to him, but fuck it. A.J. Brown, love it.
Holy fuck.
What'd you give up for him?
A first and a third.
I would guess you give up 18, right? That was coming up
18
soon.
and a third.
18 and a third. I think that's very worth it for a number
Yeah.
one receiver.
In his prime.
And you
Entering
have to-
his prime, I would say.
You have to pay him, but he's best friends with Jalen Hurts. They grew up together. This is
wow.
a buy-in on
That's-
Jalen
I
Hurts.
don't think that's true at all.
It's 100% true. They've been having.
AJ Brown was to Starkville High School.
I mean, they grew up together on the AAU circuit.
You're right. You just made that up, but I'm going to go with it.
They
You're
were
feeling
playing
good.
catch
You're
with each
feeling-
other earlier
That's fine.
this week.
You're feeling good. You're feeling good. You take it.
They were playing catch with each
Oh,
other
they
earlier
played in
this
the
week.
McDonald's parking lot together. They were great. They had a great time.
They were playing catch with each other earlier this week, running routes, and there were people who have been following Jalen Hurts since he was in high school that said there's not one thing that he does on social media that is unintentional. Zion Johnson to the
Their
Chargers.
second guard.
Okay, well, can we let Ken Jack talk a little bit? His team is picking, and they've just picked Zion
Johnson. I think that's great. Their biggest issue was the right side of their line the whole last year, and this year they have literally nobody there. So I think just getting a guard in on the right side is just great for the good old boy Justin Herbert. Plugging my own merch here. But I'm very, very excited about that. They needed that. And a lot of the good guys went early. I didn't expect this many offensive linemen very early out of the draft. So
Yeah,
happy they got
guards
one
are
of the good
going
guys.
here in the middle. This middle 10 has been fucking crazy. We were going to have Mario Lopez on this pick, but apparently the alarm gave out a warning. He didn't make it on time. So there you go. You got Zion Johnson. That's a good, come on.
That was good. That was good.
Thank you very much. Roan, you're going to have to settle, and you're going to have to go forward with this.
I don't know how to process this information right now. I'm sorry, Ken Jack.
Oh, look, there's Mario
There he
Lopez.
is. Mario!
Hey!
What's up? Represent.
Yes, representing. So the Chargers just got Zion Johnson, the guard out of Boston College. I know that excites you to no end.
You know what? They've been making such smart picks lately with really smart athletes. I'm excited. I got to do something really cool with Rashawn Slater last year, and he ended up really obviously having an excellent season and such a great kid. And I'm just fired up about the future. And even in the game that we ended against the Raiders on that loss, the way Herbert was slinging that thing and those 6 fourth down conversions, it got me really excited. And hopefully, and I think we're shoring up that defense. And so I'm the eternal optimist.
Mario Lopez,
Yeah, and that looks like
tell me you saw Derek Carter's haircut when he came up to make his first pick.
Yeah.
It is horrible. I'm so right
Yeah,
now
Derek
in the
Carter's
fuck
haircut's
Raiders mindset, and I'm so much more confident in us, regardless of them having Devontae Adams.
Also, that looks like a very
I think
nice
that's
car,
a good
Mario
indication
Lopez.
of their season, that haircut.
Exactly.
Thanks. Sorry, man. I was trying to get the Wi-Fi right here because I was hustling to get out of work, and I wanted to talk to you guys. Appreciate your patience.
We were
Sorry,
hustling
I was
to
a
talk
little
to
bit
you.
crazy.
Well, unfortunately, we do have to let you guys go because the draft is going crazy. We got Tennessee Titans on the clock right now. Mario Lopez, thank you very much for joining us. All right.
See you on the field, Mario.
I'm so sorry you cut out a little bit.
We got to move on to the Titans pick because their pick is in. This draft is going so fast. All right. See you, Mario Lopez.
It's all right.
He had a quiche in the oven. He had to go.
All right.
Was that a Saved by the Bell?
It was.
All right.
Real ones now.
So excited. There's Compton. Oh, yeah, the Titans are up now.
Boys.
I don't know who's up. Hello, Will Compton.
B-Walk, how you doing, boss?
Yeah, be a little quiet. The baby's probably asleep.
Dude, matter of fact, that's exactly what I was doing. I was re-swaddling her. That's why I was a little late getting on here.
Your boy A.J. Brown's leaving town. How you feeling?
No fucking
You don't know? They traded A.J. Brown to Philly. That's why you're picking right now.
Yo, no, I did not know that.
I thought you had friends on the team. What's going
I
on?
thought A.J. Brown was his friend. Isn't that your boy?
That is my boy. No, that is my boy.
I hate him.
No, he's my boy now, brother.
Hey, he's a stud. He's a stud. AJ's
So-
he's a beast.
So the Titans.
Wait, hang on. Recap what just happened.
I'm recapping. The Titans traded A.J. Brown
for number 18
to the Eagles for number 18 and a third-round pick.
Probably 101 or 83.
Right, one of those.
Holy shit. How you feeling, Rowan?
I think that we just picked up a stud wide receiver, the kind of guy that you need, especially if you have a young guy like Jalen Hurts, to give him a chance. But then I look at Tennessee, and it's like, well, what's the move there? Is it Treylon Burks? Is it kind of you try and fill that void that's obviously left there? Because that's a stud and a big gaping hole in the offense now.
Oh, buddy, I think we got to get a receiver now. Because they're not who we throwing the ball to. No disrespect to any of the boys on the
Are they
squad, but
gonna
I'm
trade
just
up for a
saying AJ was the workhorse now.
Well, how would they trade? Oh, yeah, okay. So this is you're right. They're getting in front of the Steelers. Okay. So this is a team that's...
No, they traded back. They're not getting in
I don't
front
know
of the
what's
Steelers.
happening. I don't know what's happening anymore. I really don't. Everything has gone crazy. But this is a team that's built to win now, the Titans. And they just traded away one of their best players.
They just traded for Robert Woods this offseason, too.
shit,
So
dude.
they do have a receiver. But, yes, ideally they're getting another one. But now they're in position, so they have, they have 26. And they also have, I believe now, 23? 18. 18. So, yeah, they're
this pick right here.
Oh, okay. So
They got ahead of the Steelers.
They can take a quarterback right
They
here.
can take Malik Willis right here. They can take Kenny Pickett right here. The Steelers are at 20.
Steven, you think they're taking a quarterback?
I pinned them to take a quarterback earlier today. So.
Compton, could you be less plugged in right now?
Oh, buddy, like I've been pulling all-nighters, boys.
I see you looking over your shoulder.
I'm very. Well,
I know
because my wife, she's sitting right here. We're feeding cerulean right now.
I know what that look is. That look is, all right, do you want me to take the kid for a while? I've seen that look in my life many, many times. All right, Stephen Shea, what do you have? Don't just show Rowan on the phone.
So they're going Traylon Burks, wide receiver out of Arkansas, whose pro comp is A.J. Brown.
They traded away A.J. Brown and drafted A.J. Brown.
They drafted cheaper, hopefully, A.J. Brown.
Yeah, but A.J. Brown was like a second-round pick. This is a big time. This is a first-round pick. So this Traylon Burks in 5 years could absolutely be A.J. Brown.
Sure.
It might not take 5 years. He was a stud at Arkansas, and he was like a maniac. He used to boar hunt with a knife, and he has a tattoo of the dog that would boar hunt with him. The way he boar hunt, he used to have to tackle under the front leg of the boar, and he would just go out, just him, no gun, just his dog and a knife. This dude is an absolute psychopath. Yeah, sure. I think you got one. I think you got a dude.
I think he's going to fit right in with Ben Jones is what it sounds like, because Ben Jones loves that shit, dude. Vrabel, like he's a big body, so I think it's a good decision because AJ, you're going to have to pay him, right? And from what I'm hearing, he's asking for north of $20 million a year. You get a big body receiver who's a big target like this, a lot of yak, very physical. I think it's a smart choice just because, again, you're going to get a rookie 4 years at least out of him.
Thanks for the shout out for the yak. We're going to bring in one more person right now because I don't know if we've gotten his reaction from the A.J. Brown trade. It is Gilly the Kid. Gilly, hey! Oh, look at that. He's reacting.
A.J. Brown, Gilly. What do you think, my friend?
What is it to think about? I would have gave up a first, a second, a third, and a fourth for A.J. Like, it's on now. Like, we just got a tackle that's going automatically. We stop in the run. We're going to add, in the second round, we're going to add a safety or a cornerback. Like, it's the recipe for a Super Bowl, man. You stop the run. You shore up the outsides. You run the ball good. You keep the other team off the field. Oh my! We got a big, we got a big a great possession receiver, another receiver on the outside, and Devontae Smith is over, man. Super
Will,
Bowl,
tell Gilly what he can expect out of A.J. Brown from like an insider's perspective.
Oh, he'll be ready to practice by Friday, and I think he'll be active for the game on Sundays.
That's all you need. That's really all you need, dude. That's all the insight we need.
He's a Ferrari you take out of the garage once a week. Other than that, he'll be nursing a couple things all week long, but he'll be ready to go come Sunday. He's a stud. AJ's a stud. You should get him $1 million worth of game.
Does he have a similar diet to DK Metcalf, his buddy? Is he a one meal a day, eat 3-4 bags of candy?
AJ's hard to pin down, man. He's a different cat. His brain moves around sometimes. Last time I checked, I think he was vegan. So I don't really know what he's doing. I don't know what kind of diet he's on. But
Gilly, do you trust a vegan?
The dude's built like a brick shit
yes,
house.
I do. NFL vegan.
All right, guys. Well, Gilly, congratulations. It looked like the Eagles knocked it out of the park tonight. Compton, thank you very much. If you want to hang out in the StreamYard, you can just watch us and inform you of the draft because apparently you weren't watching the damn thing beforehand.
I came down here. I got the text from Blattman.
Thank you, Gilly.
And he was like, hey, you jumping on? They just traded up. I looked at my wife. I was like, babe, I got to jump on the show here. Take the baby.
All right. Well, congratulations on fatherhood. Everything looks wonderful for you. We're going to move on to our Saints guys. Thank you, Will Compton. That's Bussin' with the Boys. Incredible podcast down there with Taylor Lewan. We're bringing back, it's hard to even know where we are, but we're bringing back the Saints crew, I think. We're bringing back Ben Mintz. and we're bringing back Megan making money, and we've switched places, thank God. So, Megan, the quarterbacks are still on the board, right?
Yes.
They could still get the quarterback right here if they wanted it. Megan, what do you think?
Right now I'm happy with Olave, so whatever the Saints organization feels is best, I am behind it.
Oh my God.
I'm a team player here, so I'll go quarterback. I know we need a tackle. I know we're missing some other key places, so I'm here for the ride, and hopefully it's another sexy pick though. Like I would love for a fucking fantastic wide receiver, and then a quarterback. I mean, I would be super happy. I don't know.
All right.
Ben's over here looking like he's angry at me. I don't know.
Well,
why.
I'm not angry at you. I'm angry. I'm heartbroken about that Pelicans ending. That sucked. But
I didn't even know
it.
ended.
Anyway, the Saints might take Trevor Penning, the offensive tackle from Northern Iowa here. With Terran Armstead leaving for Miami, I think there's a good shot they go offensive tackle here to try to replace him. Can't blame him for leaving and getting the money. The Saints historically take a lot of O-linemen in the first round and early in drafts, so I can see.
Well, let me ask you this, Mance. What do you think about your boy A.J. Brown getting traded from the Titans to Philadelphia?
It's pretty wild seeing all these big receivers moving. Him and Hollywood Brown, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, but Jalen Hurts throwing the ball. It's interesting combo, but damn, Philly's making big moves.
Shade.
Get your weight up, not your hate up, Mince. I know that you're jealous that we have your first-round pick next year, but it's really not a concern.
They'll also beat the shit out of us last year, too. But
that is true. With Jalen Hurts playing quarterback, I don't know if anyone remembers that, but I do happen to remember that. But
also, I don't want to point one more thing out, but the Sixers won their series tonight, and the Pelicans lost theirs.
Yeah, Chris Paul went 14 of 14 in an NBA playoff game tonight.
Not a superstar, though.
4 years, $100 million for A.J. Brown.
They've already signed that deal. They've already got that deal going.
I think the deal was locked in earlier this week when Jalen Hurts was playing catch with A.J. Brown.
This NFL draft truly is something else, isn't it?
This is a wild draft, and it's really just been the last 10 or so picks.
Yeah, ever since pick 10.
You know what's been the catalyst for all of this?
What is that?
The Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes.
They've changed everything this year because of how they paid wide receivers. They gave Christian Kirk so much money that all these other receivers started demanding money, and they became all these dominoes that fell across the league, and we see these wide receivers changing teams and getting paid more money. And then in their stead, teams have to draft new wide receivers. The whole landscape of the league is changing because the Jaguars don't know how to manage money. Am I wrong, Frank?
They're flippant with their money.
And right.
We don't have a mic over there.
One of the worst owners in the NFL.
Oh, he does
just
have
has no clue.
Shaka has no clue.
Right after he signed that deal, Tyreek Hill came out with the eyes emoji, and then immediately,
he got his money.
Gets his money. So
and now A.J. Brown gets his money.
Right. I'm interested to see if this is an actual shift in the NFL landscape where you see teams trading into the back of the first round to get that fifth-year options for receivers so they don't have to pay them, and then they let them go in free agency.
But these are third-year receivers that are demanding trade. Deebo Samuel, DK Metcalf, A.J. Brown. These are guys who are still on their rookie contracts. So it's not like you can just assume that you're going to get 5 years out of a wide receiver anymore because they demand otherwise. The market demands that.
So Ben Mintz has told us he believes this is Trevor Penning, tackle from Northern Iowa. Is that what you're hearing, Stephen Shea?
Trevor Penning's a dickhead.
Why?
This guy's the biggest dickhead in the draft. Can't we all agree on that?
This is the information we need. What makes him a dickhead?
I mean, if you watched him at the Senior Bowl, he was a dickhead. He was constantly throwing people into scansions, to the ground, into the goalpost.
Sounds like he's a very good player.
No, it's like
that's what I want out of my offensive lineman.
Well, he is a psychopath. He's a guy you'd love to have on your team. Like the best tidbit that came out about him was he watches horror movies the night before the game to get himself fueled up to be the villain. He wants to be the villain.
I like that.
But it's almost like
love it.
Lattimore.
It's something that, it really is like a movie character type of thing himself, but does his play match up to that level? A lot of penalties on his part, more penalties than I think any other offensive line prospect that's going to go in the first round.
It is, in fact, to announce for sure, it is Trevor Penning, offensive tackle, Northern Iowa. Now, I don't want to be quick. I don't want to be an asshole here. But we have the Saints people twice. Megan, you are a delight. Thank you for being here. Ben Mintz, the Mitzi Tour rolls on. Thank you for being here. I think we're going to roll right on into the next pick because we have this is a big one. This is the Steelers. This could be a quarterback right here.
No quarterback picks.
I have no quarterback. This is
Jermaine
20.
Johnson still on the board.
Jersey Jerry was poor-mouthing his team earlier as we bring Jersey Jerry in Dave's seat. And Steelers legend Ike Taylor. I'll start with Ike Taylor. Ike, haven't picked a quarterback in a long time, haven't needed to. Are you about to right now?
This might be the first time in a long time. So I'm looking at Malik. I'm looking at Malik, but everybody talking about in Pittsburgh, they might get Pickett. Because when you look at both of them, man, Pickett they share the same facility in Pittsburgh. Malik talked to Coach T, talked to Kevin Colbert, the GM, met with the parents, sat down and had some chicken wings. So ain't no telling what's going on with that. My personal opinion, I think they should get Devontae White, the defensive lineman from Georgia.
Right.
Because still ranked last when it came down to the rushing defense. But ain't no telling, man. Everybody's saying quarterback. I'm saying defensive lineman. We're about to see.
All right, Steelers superfan Jersey Jerry is on his phone right now. He's trying to get intel. He is nervous. Jerry, is it the quarterback?
We got no response from Pickett right now. Me and Pickett were messaging
You're texting
earlier.
Kenny Pickett right now?
Yeah, we're
They're
texting
text
right
friends.
now.
He's in the green room, Jerry. We're looking at the camera.
We just saw him ignore your text.
Well, I'm just saying he probably ignored the text, Brandon, but we were texting and then he stopped answering.
All right, fair enough.
Pick his in.
Oh, Frank?
Frank.
Motherfucker!
All right, Ike Taylor. What are you?
Let's go, Jerry!
That's my boy, Kenny. That's my boy.
Who is it?
Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett confirmed.
Yeah, all right, so Ike Taylor, we think it's Kenny Pickett. You wanted Malik. They had some delicious chicken wings, but Kenny Pickett.
Yes, Jerry!
Ike, it's a pick guy. Does that matter to you at all?
Nah, when you look at it, they share Pittsburgh Steelers and the Pittsburgh Panthers. They share the same facility, right? So you can get all the intel you need from the coaching staff. You can get all the balls at the Hawkeye view from looking from a coaching staff. If you're a professional, from Coach T to Kevin Colbert, all you gotta do is look down on the field because we share the same, right? So then you go to the games, you do tape, you see who you really want. Then you go to, okay, I know this guy, and you ask yourself, how do I know this guy? Well, this guy, we share the same football field as well. So when you share the same football field, you look at the cold weather, you look at how he throw the ball, you look at can he throw the ball against, blizzards. You look at can he throw the ball from one side to the other side of the field. Then I thought, my personal opinion, I didn't think he was the most athletic. I thought he was the most right now ready quarterback.
Yep.
Because if you watch his tape, man, he just go through a progression. He go through first, second, and sometimes third. A lot of these quarterbacks ain't doing that. But then when you put the weather into factor, you're like, okay, when you usually have playoff teams, where the quarterbacks come from? Big Ben, cold weather. Tom Brady, cold weather. Aaron Rodgers, people forget Southern California is cold weather. At the time, like a lot of these quarterbacks in the NFL, they played at cold weather. Yeah. Super Bowl quarterbacks, they played at cold weather colleges. So when you look at Kenny Pickett, where did he play at? He's playing at a cold weather college. It just so happened he's the next door neighbor for the Pittsburgh Steelers at the University of Pittsburgh.
Are you worried that he's older than Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, Mac Jones, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Jalen Hurts already?
That's why I say he right now ready. So when I say right now ready, I'm looking at the maturity level. So when you look at the maturity level, man, you ain't got to worry about no off the field issues. You ain't got to worry about him coming in first and leaving out late. You ain't got to worry about no distraction. So he's more mature than most guys. Not saying these young guys are not mature. It's just when you talk about the age factor, when you watch him over time in his college career, he matured so fast, and it's a reason why, because he's older.
Jerry, I need to know, what did you just text Kenny Pickett when you found out he was a pick?
I said, congratulations, Kenny. I love you. You stay in the Berg where you belong.
All right.
It was always Kenny Pickett.
It's always Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett,
Always
also a
Kenny.
Jersey guy. He's from the Jersey Shore.
Yes, he is.
Really?
We're golfing.
Yes.
We're golfing next week, me and Kenny.
He might be busy now, Jerry.
No, he's not. He's not. We talked about it already.
All right, fair. Sorry. So we're about to
you're
find
good,
out.
Brandon. You're good.
The terrible towels are out in force in Las Vegas, and they're always out in force wherever this thing is. Ike Taylor, you said you wanted the defensive guy. but it looks like the quarterback, you satisfied?
No, I'm always good. One thing I do, and two things I trust. I trust God and I trust the Pittsburgh Steelers when it comes down to draft picks. That's
one of the best phrases I've ever heard in my life.
That's what it is, man. The Pittsburgh Steelers, they've been doing this for a long time. They've been winning championships for a long time. They understand they don't really go through free agencies. They don't listen to the hype when it comes down to the outside world. They stick to their guns and just getting their players through the draft.
All right, so we're about to find out if it is, in fact, Kenny Pickett. We've got Roger Goodell at the podium, so we will figure it out. It's decked out in black and gold right now. There's Franco Harris.
Franco, that's OG, man. I love that dude. I love it. Hey, bro, I can sit here for hours and talk about how I be talking to the 70 Steelers. Man, these boys got stories for days, man. I love these dudes.
Did you see that there's now security next to the Franco Harris statue at the airport in Pittsburgh because your buddy, the wrestler, he pantomimed
oh, that's right, him. MJF,
he humped the statue of Franco Harris, and now the statue has security.
Well, they probably already should have had security.
No,
that's not his fault.
The statue doesn't need security.
They should have already had security.
He's boosting the economy. He's creating jobs.
Yeah,
those cops were already on patrol.
You don't know what's going on in Pittsburgh. We're not there. MJF was helping the city out. There's Franco. Franco doesn't even.
He's a grown man. He should have knew better.
Franco looks really good for an older guy.
Oh yeah, he looks immaculate.
Looks fantastic. Oh, that was good.
Kenny Pickett, though, on the field, really good. 42 touchdowns this past season. Broke Deshaun Watson's record in the ACC for touchdowns.
He got to go nowhere. All he got to do is trade locker rooms. And that's
there it is. The pick is Kenny Pickett. He's on the phone right now. I want to thank Jersey Jerry, and I want to thank Ike Taylor, Steelers legend, two-time Super Bowl champ. Thank you very much for being here. Glad we got to experience this with you guys. We're gonna let you guys.
Is Jerry crying? Jerry's crying. Why is Jerry here crying?
Hey, bro, that's a comment. No, you ain't gotta go nowhere. I don't have to leave the city.
We're not talking about Kenny Pickett crying. We're talking about Jersey Jerry up there crying.
Oh, Jerry, Jerry. Hey, that's tears of joy right there, baby.
Congratulations, Jerry. Congratulations, Ike Taylor.
Jerry dropped tears for this.
Ike, you're the best. Jerry, how you doing, buddy? Okay. See you, Jerry.
Him and Kenny Pickett crying simultaneously.
All right, can we bring in the Pats, guys? Is that who we have for the Pats? Hank, who looks like he's hunting ducks right now, and then there is Feidelberg looking like a 12-year-old boy. Hello, Feidelberg.
Fucking experts, baby.
Yes, Hank. Hey, Hank, how you feeling?
From PMT,
I'm feeling good. I mean, Feidelberg can sound off a little bit more, but the draft, the first round of the draft is for loser franchises.
I'd like to point out that you're here for.
If you can name fucking 15 players who are going in the first round of the draft, your team sucks and you're a loser.
I hate both of these motherfuckers. We've literally been sitting here for 2 hours. It's been an exciting night, but because you guys trade back every year, you act like you're better than this. Well, guess what? Last year you got a quarterback who may or may not be good, and you guys think he's great because you got him in the first round. And now whoever this motherfucker is, you're going to think he's great because you got him in the first round.
I'm going to think he's great because Bill Belichick picked him. Doesn't matter what round it's coming in.
He stinks at picking guys.
Whoa, that's fucking a nonsense. Stephen J.
He's great at coaching guys.
Stephen J. You know who stinks at picking guys? You stink at picking guys.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. So who do you guys think it is right here? What do you want? Have no. These
what do these morons think that they're doing right here?
Fucking Blattman asked you to do this show every year. Like I just started watching college football this year. No, I don't I don't know anyone. I have no idea what I want here.
Wait, time.
Get the picture.
Time. You guys are not on the clock anymore. You have traded the pick.
Get them out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get these guys out of here. Get these guys.
The Patriots.
Fuck out of here.
Get out of here.
Why do I don't do any research?
Turn them off.
What are we doing? Get them out.
X them out of here.
All right, so the
Chiefs
Patriots have traded the pick to the Chiefs.
Yes.
And the pick is in.
Yeah.
So can you play the song again, Frank? Man of many hats, Frank Fleming. Can I just say before we get to this pick, Frank Fleming doing a great job tonight, doing an incredible job. You've been fucking awesome.
Taking
Thank you
the
very
keys
much.
perfectly. Not a missed note so far tonight. Whoever his teacher is must be a savant.
How long did it take you to teach him the tune?
What did we do? About 3 weeks, 2-hour-a-day lessons, so about 15 total lessons.
Stephen
30 hours.
Who have the Chiefs traded up to get here? Receiver? I mean, is there any left? What do we got here?
There's always
I mean,
receivers
you
left.
can.
Sky Moore, Christian Watson. There's a lot of dudes out there.
George Pickens. That could be the move, but that seems at this point like a reach. Trent McDuffie's a cornerback who's still on the board.
Right.
That
Johnson.
Jermaine Johnson's still on the board. Yes.
Jermaine Johnson is a beast. I don't understand how Jermaine Johnson has lasted till this long in the draft. People are going to look absolutely stupid. If you watch the fucking tape, Brandon, Jermaine Johnson leaps off. If you look at the over 3 years production between him and Thibodeau, identical. And he was buried at Georgia. He has everything. He has hands, he has feet, he has power moves, he has speed moves. Jermaine Johnson is the one.
So ever since you guys traded for A.J. Brown, you've been full of sauce here. You've been a lot. I like it. I like it.
Can't have some
but
Mamitas?
you were yelling at me.
I don't know why you have a problem with Mamitas.
I don't have a problem. It's delicious. I love it right here. So where are we at right here?
We're at 21, I believe. There have been
I know
many
we're
trades.
21. The Chiefs, what are the Chiefs doing? Is it defensive back? Is it the Patriots? Have they traded all the way out of the first round? They just trade back. The Chiefs have 2 picks.
Yeah.
Corner, tackle, receiver are areas you could look at for
I mean, Tyler Smith is kind of the last tackle that's left on the board that people had a first-round grade on.
Yeah.
They just drafted Creed Humphreys, so it's not like it's going to be a center for them. Both the guards who have high first-round grades are out of here, so it's not like
I think the value right now is corner. So you got Kaiir Elam out of Florida. You got Trent McDuffie out of Washington. Those guys are projected.
From Clemson.
Certainly Andrew Booth Jr. out of Clemson.
Kyler Gordon from Washington.
I'd like to point out it has nothing to do with this pick, but Malik Willis is still on the board.
Still
the
on
guy
the board.
we thought would be.
Pretty
the
sure the
number one
Chiefs
quarterback.
aren't trading him for a quarterback.
They're not. That's why I said it doesn't matter here. But as we go forward over the last 10 picks of this first round, Malik Willis is still out there for a quarterback-needy team that might be interested in either trading up or maybe Malik Willis is the dropper. Maybe he's not a first-round pick.
So where is he going? So like if we're looking at the rest of the board.
The Lions already traded their pick back up.
The Lions traded the pick. So we got after now Kansas City, we got Green Bay. They got Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Arizona, they got Kyler Murray.
Right, because they
Dallas,
have Aaron
they
Rodgers.
got-
The Packers would never take a first-round quarterback.
that would be such a kick in the nuts. Dallas, they're not taking them. Buffalo, they're not taking them.
But these are all places where teams in the first 10 of the
Certainly,
second round
certainly,
come back.
yes.
The Texans could theoretically come back. I don't know what
Yeah.
they got left, but
They should. I think that right now, I think that there's a good chance we could be looking at a safety. If we're just looking logically, the Honey Badger's probably going to be out of there. He's getting a lot of offers from a lot of other teams.
Right.
And I think that Scene, Petrie,
Certainly, Lewis Seen out of Georgia is
or even Dax Hill
absolutely-
out of Michigan has been getting. He
Versatile
at least
player.
fits that speed profile that the Honey Badger had over there.
it is. What did you do that for? You didn't
Trent
tell us it was going to
McDuffie?
be Trent McDuffie.
Trent McDuffie, I had a big
but
bet
you
on.
didn't say it would be Trent McDuffie, and you fist
I
bumped.
mentioned Trent McDuffie as a
But
possibility.
you didn't say it. You can't go moo if you didn't tell us it was going to be him.
I'm absolutely on fire with prop bets right now, so I absolutely
Don't you
can.
agree that his fist bump was a little much?
It made it seem like it was someone who you had predicted.
And
And
you
if
did.
you had predicted this, you should have been saying it the whole time so we could all enjoy it.
Trent McDuffie's literally the first name that I said.
But you didn't say it enthusiastically. You didn't say this is going to be the pick.
I gave you a list.
All right, so the Chiefs have now picked Trent McDuffie, the cornerback. They came up to get him. Now
Short
we have
arms.
Now we have a team. Or do you have any Trent McDuffie facts before we get
Not
to
really.
the Packers? Okay.
Sub 30-inch arms are worrisome, but his
Also,
tape's
not a lot
incredible.
but no, not great production either.
I mean, from a quarterback position, production-wise, we're looking at ball skills, interception. Yeah, he didn't intercept 10 passes, but he's a good player. He can blitz, he can tackle, he can cover. The worry with him is his arms could potentially limit him to the slot.
All right, the Packers are now on the clock, which means we're bringing in Hubs, resident Packers fan. Okay, wake up, Hubs. Thank you very much.
I'm praying. I'm not asleep. I'm praying.
All right, so please, God, draft a receiver. Seems like a lot of the good receivers are gone. I guess you're thinking maybe Christian Watson. Maybe you're thinking.
No, I need George Pickens in my life.
Don't you think that's a reach at this point? Like
There's no such thing as a reach when Sammy Watkins is your wide receiver 2 right now and Al Lazard's your 1. There's no such thing. You have
All right,
to
so
draft the receiver. You just have to.
The Packers pick is in fact in as this lightning fast draft continues to unfold. I think at record pace. I don't know where we are compared to old drafts, but it feels like it's been really, really fast. Why did you laugh at that, cameraman? It's been a fast draft.
Alan's got a name, but
Why was he laughing
like that? Dude, he's probably read something funny on his phone.
What's on your phone? Can you share it with the class?
George Pickens is a beast, though. He has some character and health concerns.
What's his character concerns?
He likes to get in
played
fights.
Last game of the year, though. He's fine.
Yeah, he came up big towards the end of the year. He
did.
had big catches in the championship
He did beat
game.
the shit out of a Vanderbilt player in the middle of a game.
He beat the shit out of a dude. And he also is so physical. Like, there's a highlight tape, as long as his catch highlight tape, of him jacking people up as a blocker. Like, he's a physical guy that will set the tone. Is Aaron Rodgers going to like him, though? Is he going to be someone that Aaron Rodgers can zero in on? That, I think, still remains to be seen. But the upside's there.
Yeah, I mean, you have to think they're going to go receiver. They haven't traditionally gone there in the first round.
Give me a name you think it might be.
North Dakota State, Christian
Watson?
6'4", right?
Sky Moore.
Sky Moore feels a little bit early. It feels a little bit like the run on receiver should end around now. Like, they also have a needed defensive tackle. Like Devontae Wyatt would be a good pick.
Can I throw an idea? I know you just said they have a needed defensive tackle. Is it possible they go receiver?
Yes. It is. That's what I mocked. But also a lot of the guys that I predicted were going to be here around then, we're getting into a slight reach territory for receiver. If they went Christian Watson, wouldn't have hated it.
Yeah, they loaded up on corner last year and Eric Stokes. Then that would be back-to-back Georgia guys if you really get what you want to happen. And then they went ahead and signed, what's his name, the cornerback this past year that they re-signed, former Eagle. Who the fuck am I thinking? Rasul Douglas. Thank you. Sorry. It's getting to that point of the night, Hubs.
It really is.
No, it's okay. They have 4 picks in the top 60. 2 of those have to be receivers.
No linebackers have been taken. Any needed linebacker for
Devondre Campbell came back, so you don't need that.
Yeah, Devondre Campbell came back. Oh, God.
I was asking him to say that.
Well, he did say it.
I was asking.
They lost Billy Turner, who's a right tackle for them. So
that would be the ultimate Packer move here.
Tyler Smith maybe at this position. It'll be interesting. I mean, I think that their defense needs help. Rashawn Gary had a really nice year. They lost to Darius Smith, who didn't really play.
All right, here we go.
There are a lot of ways they can go here. Receiver is the very clear pressing need.
We're finding out right now who, in fact, it is. Roger Goodell at the podium. The pick is in. Hubs can't even look. He wants a receiver so bad, and he does not get it. He does not get it. It was guaranteed.
Why?
Can I fist bump that?
You can't fist bump that. Stephen Chase, one guarantee tonight. Quay Walker, linebacker, Georgia, would go first round. Hubs, this is a good football player. And if you wanted
not a receiver, Brandon.
If you wanted 2 receivers in the top 60, you still have that option. And you still have a pick tonight, so I don't want to.
Pickens is right there.
You might be able to get him later on in the round. I think that but I did just ask about linebackers, and I feel like I was scolded.
Very much did.
I feel like I felt like an idiot.
Would you like to fist pump there?
We don't
Yes, nice little fist pump. Hubs,
His real name is Jaquavian Jaiquis Walker.
That's fantastic.
Jaquavian Jaiquis.
That's good. But what
And
the fuck, man?
May 8th birthday, he's a Taurus, and if we're going by numerology, he's practical and intelligent. We have a trade, though.
We have a trade? What is the trade?
The Bills are moving up, Frank is telling me.
I don't know. We got to figure out what this trade is. So the Bills are on the clock now. Hubs, we're going to talk to you in a minute. You got to relax. Quay Walker's a good player. You're going to get your receiver in a minute. The Bills are on the clock. Are you telling me there's a trade?
Yes.
We're bringing in Banks for this pick right now? Hey, Banks.
What's up? How we doing?
I'm not sure.
And we're wilding out here. It's crazy.
It is crazy. Thank you for joining us for this pick right here. The Buffalo Bills are on the clock. I'm not sure exactly where we might go with this pick. They're a team without a lot of needs, and this might be the first team.
I think it's another receiver for them, honestly. I think that the way that they just jumped up, they have, I wouldn't say a big hole, or unless they want to take a running back. I think that there could also be a running back play for them, but they don't have a lot of holes, you're right, so they have kind of the luxury of being able to help out Josh Allen on offense.
Well, when you say luxury, the word luxury, is this a team that has the luxury of just grabbing the best running back off the board right now to add to that offense?
And would that be Breece Hall? Would that be Kenneth Walker? Would that be Spiller?
Great question. So are we bringing somebody else in, Blackman, in my ear? Just go ahead and tell me.
Are you where you at Fuddruckers right now?
Am I at a Fuddruckers?
All right, Banks,
No, I'm at a
back in 2 picks.
nondescript
Banks,
seafood restaurant.
we're bringing you back in 2 picks. We'll see you in a minute. That was an interesting background. Are we bringing anybody in right now, or are we going right now by ourselves? All right, so it's just us right now, boys. Let's take stock of where we are.
Maybe a deep breath.
Everybody relax. Frank, almost looked like you went to sleep. I'm not going to spoil it. Well, never mind. There it is. So that's coming up in a minute. Stephen Shea, catch us up. We got the Bills on the clock right now. What's going on?
He's clipping his bet slip.
The Bills.
He's clipping his bet slip.
Are you taking your bet slip and about to tweet it?
Yes. I'm on fire right now. I have
Why
not
don't
missed
we
a prop
focus
bet.
a little bit?
I mean, I'm trying to make the people money. They're following me.
You've already made them the money. You can clip it later.
Fair. Trying to take advantage of the moment.
Why does he get so high pitched when he does that?
He slurs too.
The Bills have a need at cornerback. Tre'Davious White, very good player, got injured. Levi Wallace has left. They were starting at some points Josh Norman very recently. Kaiir Elam is a player that I like here at this spot. They also have an immediate hole at running back where Zach Moss.
I'm not stopping you. I'm just saying this is pick 23. They were at 25, so they did trade up here.
Traded up
with the Cardinals.
No, the Cardinals traded.
The Cardinals already traded that pick
to the Ravens.
So that's why we were bringing in Banks. So we thought it was the Ravens, but the Ravens traded to the Bills. So when Cardinals, Ravens, Bills.
Okay.
And that's where we are. The Bills traded up 2 spots.
Yes.
To get somebody to get ahead
in front of Dallas.
To get ahead of Dallas. And Dallas doesn't want a running back.
Dallas wants a receiver.
So it's a receiver. It's Christian Watson or it's George Pickens or it's somebody else.
Sky Moore.
Or
Wandale Robinson. I don't know how deep we're going to go.
I would be surprised, given Buffalo's current roster, if they're trading up for a receiver.
But it's obvious they've traded up to get ahead of the Cowboys. So what do the Cowboys need?
Correct. Cowboys, they have holes as well. I mean, they should be protecting that.
Offensive line, I don't know. Do they
edge rusher? Buffalo invested heavily in that last year, and they just signed Von Miller.
I mean, what's Buffalo's center situation? Is this couldn't be Tyler Linderbaum, could it?
Mitch Morse.
And the Cowboys had Biotish that they drafted just a couple years ago as a center. So I don't necessarily think you have to get ahead of them to get a center.
Tyler Smith potentially.
The pick.
The xylophone.
That was beautiful, Frank. That might have been my favorite one yet.
Very
also, my favorite
artistic.
headgear. That's a beautiful luchador mask.
Frank Mysterio.
Yes.
Very nice from the top rope.
Jumping through the tables.
That would be
Buffalo.
Okay, so we have got the Bills pick. It is, in fact, in. We'll find out who it is in a minute. So we get a recap. We're not going to recap.
It's going to be Kaiir Elam. It's going to be Kaiir Elam from
cornerback
Florida.
from Florida.
Yeah,
good player.
Yes, very good player.
Yeah, it's interesting though. Florida cornerbacks over the last couple years. C.J. Henderson switching, kind of flamed out already.
Vernon Hargraves
last year.
Vernon Hargraves, Tease Tabor didn't really turn out into anything. I think that not that you have to judge the player, not the helmet, but at the same time, it's a weird time.
Yeah, I mean, Kaiir Elam, a little bit different from those guys. Very athletic, press man corner, physical, aggressive. They did have a need there, so it does make sense that they jumped up ahead of Dallas to get the guy that they wanted. I'm interested to see kind of what they gave up. But yeah, I think this is a good move for Buffalo. Buffalo is in absolute win-now mode. This is a position of need. Paying, whatever. I'm sure they gave up a day 3 pick probably to move up 2 spots. And it's good to secure your guy.
I mean, this is a Super Bowl worthy team. In fact, on the Barstool Sports right now, it's the favorite to win the Super Bowl. We saw that great game in Kansas City that they lost. They had to do everything on earth to lose that game. They very well could have won the Super Bowl. They didn't, and now they're trying to improve their team. We're bringing in Big Cat just to, I don't know if we're just recapping where we are, or recapping the Bills. What do you got to say, Big Cat?
I don't know. Blattman told me to be on for like 16 picks, and I just am going by the teams. I guess I was supposed to be on for the 25th, but the Bills traded up. I have some trivia, though, for you boys.
Please.
Since 2005, the Green Bay Packers have drafted how many offensive players with their first-round picks? 2005 being Aaron Rodgers' draft.
Well, I believe that number is
A.J. Dillon
and Jordan Love.
That was A.J. Dillon was not a first rounder.
Oh, he was.
Jordan Love was.
So
is it 1?
Any offensive
lineman?
It's
one. And it was a quarterback.
In the entire Aaron Rodgers era, they have drafted 1 offensive player, and it was his replacement eventually.
Correct.
Now, they do have another pick.
Quay Walker could probably play tight end.
Oh, yeah. He has the physical profile to be like an ex-receiver. He is
Aaron should hold
Megatron.
up.
Yeah, he's like
He should
6'4",
hold out again.
237.
So it's funny now, but how funny will it be if 28 comes along and the Packers don't pick an offensive player there?
That would be really funny. Real quick, I want to say just winners so far. Eagles definitely have won the draft.
Right. I think I have a theory here. Teams that often hate
Stephen Shea has lost the draft.
Teams that often hate their draft picks. I thought the Jets did very well. I thought the Giants did very well, and the Eagles. 3 teams that often hate their draft picks. They all 3 did very well, but I would say the Eagles have won this draft with the A.J. Brown trade.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yep. And Stephen Che's lost it with Malik Willis, who still hasn't been picked.
All right, so Big Cat, we're going to see you very soon.
Big Buzz, number 9.
I think you're never going far. We'll see you again very, very soon. Thank you very much. We're bringing in Casey because the Dallas Cowboys.
That's another one of my teams.
And this is one of Casey's 7 teams.
Yes.
Maybe the first of your teams.
Well, I was born in Dallas, but remember, I don't give a shit about pro teams until I moved to Boston. People just don't get it. They don't understand. I did love Dion, though. So I'd like that on record.
Nothing you said just made sense.
Yes, it did.
You don't have to explain yourself at all, though, Casey. Let's talk about the Cowboys. Is there anybody that when you look at the Cowboys or when you look at this landscape of players that you're like, that's my guy, I want that guy?
Well, I've been talking to Jane Slater. I don't know if you guys know who she is. She covers the Cowboys.
Of course, yeah, of course, yeah.
She's fantastic. She was saying that the rumor on the street was that Jerry was going to trade up to try to get a receiver. He obviously did not do that. A lot of the guys that went off the board were what she expected. But she thinks Jermaine Johnson, Nakobe Dean, Tyler Smith, those are guys that she's kind of looking at. I'm going to be honest. Tom Brady doesn't play for the Cowboys, so I don't give a fuck, right, Steven?
If you remember last year, the Cowboys stayed put when a bunch of teams went crazy with trades and they were able to get Micah Parsons. What if they stayed put with all this shit going around and they got Jermaine Johnson to fall down to them?
It would be incredible, especially
to
with
pair
what's
with
going
Micah
on.
Parsons.
Yeah, like with
Absolutely.
Randy Gregory and like the way that their offense or their defensive line is kind of fallen. This would make their defensive line terrifying.
Yes, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys could use the Eagles could use an edge rusher, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe let's stop praising the Devontae Smith pick at 10 when they pass on Micah Parsons. All right.
Okay.
We needed receivers,
We
too.
have not said Devontae Smith at all tonight. Hey,
You have.
Also, he's
Yes,
been
you
he's
have.
been a pretty good player. And why did you've held that in for a year just to say that right now?
Also, no, you guys are bringing that up now. You brought up Devontae Smith earlier. I'm just saying.
Wait, Josh Sweat went to the Pro Bowl last year, and their top free agent signing was a defensive end.
I brought up
It's not
Devontae
really-
Smith to say the Eagles drafted him last year and he was good. I never said anything about you.
Okay, just saying.
That was very, very lashy outy of
Very
you.
selfish as well.
Steven's right. You did bring him up.
We did bring him up, but we were praising Micah Parsons, I
Right,
think.
we were talking about how well the. You know what? I'm not sure how well the teamwork's going here. If I'm being honest.
Maybe we need to have a team meeting.
Frank, you might get upgraded to the desk. You ever think about that?
Is that a lollipop, Frank? Chew stick.
Chew stick. Of course it's a.
Of course.
Brandon, will you ask Stephen Che if he's still mad at me about Bruce Arians?
Stephen Che, are you mad about Casey about Bruce
Yes,
Arians?
Casey is banned from rooting for the Bucks this year
No.
because yes,
I love Arians.
Yes, no, because he called Arians an
Thomas
asshole.
Levinson, I'm not banned. He is an asshole. Bruce Arians is an asshole.
Right, the guy who made sure he got multiple women coaches on his staff, multiple-time cancer survivor.
going
You
woke
know what?
again.
I don't think that we can. I don't think we can.
all right,
we can't
Lipstool.
sustain this. We can't sustain the
Number
women.
one diversity guy, absolute. But he's an asshole because he
I
said
just
one
think that-
sentence you took out of context about Tom Brady from an interview you didn't even watch.
Steven, he acted like an asshole Tom's whole first season there, and you know it. Every single week it was Tom's
The
fault.
one that they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, yeah, at the end he was like, oh, thank
Okay.
God I got Tom Brady.
You know, Tom gave him a $50,000 watch last
And
week.
then said, see you fucking later. I'll come back if he's not the head coach.
No, this was after he retired. And they're playing golf next week.
He was like, yeah, I'll come back if that guy's not my head coach anymore.
Narrative.
I'm just
Not
saying.
true.
Anyway,
Y'all
so
about
back to
done?
the Cowboys.
Y'all about done?
We're never done.
Is that true, Stephen Che?
She's not allowed to root for the Bucks this year.
I mean, I'm going to. The split.
She roots for everybody, Stephen. You can't stop her from.
Are you going from mansplaining to gatekeeping?
You can't stop that woman from rooting for somebody.
So, Rowan, can you write that down that he's mansplained and gatekeeped me tonight?
That's almost beyond the pale, Steven. And if we weren't tethered to this desk together, I would really let you know. But Frank is playing us out, and that means that the pick is in. So we're about to see the Cowboys make a franchise-altering decision right here.
The Cowboys
I think it's gonna be Jermaine
contingent is
Johnson.
there in the back and just not a very pretty-looking group of people. But we have got the pick. It is in. Roger Goodell coming to the. They're really going wild with the motif this year.
Yeah, the motif is a little bit over the top. It's right in front of a Ferris wheel in Las Vegas. And to be honest, Ferris wheels give me the willies.
I like Ferris wheels.
I like
Why?
Ferris wheels too.
Because they're slow and they're basically the Brandon Walkers of amusement park rides. They're slow, they're tall, but they're ultimately not harmful.
And Brandon, they make out a lot. People make out on Ferris wheels a lot. That's you too, right?
I'm out.
Yeah, you do love to make out.
I do.
You're always making out.
I
like
made
a
out with
bandit.
tomato last night. That's why my face is like this.
Oh my God.
So the pick is in. That guy's happy. He's very drunk.
You got a sombrero, a Dallas Cowboys sombrero. If they get Jermaine Johnson, it will put a little bit of a.
He says it's not Jermaine Johnson. So who is it?
It's not Jermaine
It's
Johnson?
Tyler Smith. It's Tyler Smith, the tackle out of Tulsa. Lyle Collins departed in the offseason. Tyron Smith hasn't played a full season in several years.
Right.
They're looking to rebuild the offensive line. This is a good piece.
Tyler Smith, favorite vacation spot is Sandestin.
Oh,
that?
Where is Sandestin?
Sandestin is about 10 miles east of Destin. It's where the rich people go.
Where is Destin?
Destin is in the panhandle of Florida. There's Pensacola. It's about 40 miles east of Pensacola. Beautiful white sand beaches. But Destin got overcrowded, got a little spring breaky, got a little poor. So they've created Sandestin for the rich people.
And so he likes Sandestin, and he said his one person he'd like to meet, dead or alive, would be Hannibal Barca, a Carthaginian general considered to be one of the greatest military commanders of all times, who was born in 247 BC.
Okay, I'm not hating on the guy, but that is definitely a guy that went to history class twice and picked up on that fact and decided to use it.
He had to write a paper about this
Yes.
guy or something like
Yes.
that, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to flex this out for the rest of my
Does
life."
Tulsa really play at Skelly Field?
Skells.
That's interesting. What lots of bad habits. What are those?
Yeah, what are the bad habits, Ron?
They smoke?
That's a Jeff D. Lowe fact.
Oh.
So
That is me. On the field, he has a lot of sloppy tendencies that he's going to need to clean up, but physically, he is exactly what you're looking for in the position. He is a nasty guy, good finisher, but he needs to clean up a lot of technique stuff, which can be refined with coaching. We see the same thing with Trayvon Walker. You're drafting for traits over production. That's where he's at.
One last point. I'd like to point out that Sandestin used to be the rich part, but now it's 30A. They keep going to east, and they're going to end up going to Panama City, which is poor. So I don't know
So
where
it's
they're
like
gonna stop.
Sandestin?
Right, 30A is where.
Where's
it's
your
where
house now, though?
What?
You got that huge contract. Where's your house?
Oh, don't worry about me, Casey. Probably
good
the outskirts
question.
of Chicago, Naperville. Anyway, thank you very much, Casey. I'm not sure. Are we? No, I think this is it for you. Okay, well, Casey's gone. We're bringing in Banks again for the Ravens. Banks continues to be in front of one of those COVID setups for NBA games.
That's
hello,
correct.
Banks.
I'm confused as hell right now. Hollywood Brown is at the Cardinals draft party. Like, this trade was pre whatever the word is.
I think they figured all this shit out a couple days ago and just didn't
I
tell
think
us.
they figured it out 2 months ago. I think this shit's been in the works for a long time.
Are you mad at Hollywood Brown? It ain't his fault. He didn't trade himself.
I'm a little offended. I'm a little fired up about it.
I mean, there was a ton of buzz about Hollywood Brown having a massive year this season with the Ravens. I think people were excited about his prospects as an offensive weapon, and now Kyler Murray can't complain about anything. They give this dude so much attention, so many, they've drafted multiple second-round receivers. They signed A.J. Brown. They traded for Dak Ertz. They fucking traded for DeAndre Hopkins.
Yep.
There's so many dudes that they've put around Kyler Murray. What else can he complain about?
He wants to get his guaranteed money, so that's certainly that. But Hollywood Brown is a guy who's going to bring a different dimension. DeAndre Hopkins, not exactly a speed receiver. Hollywood Brown's going to be able to take the top off the defense, let DeAndre Hopkins work underneath and deep. So I like that move a lot for the Cardinals.
I'd like to point out,
There's
Ron,
this whole comparison thing with Lamar and Kyler where they're constantly compared, and the two fan bases go at each other about who's doing what, who's doing better, who's going to be better in the long run, and the argument always comes down to who has weapons, who doesn't have weapons, and we're just giving them one of the weapons. So it's what the fuck am I? I'm running out of things to. I don't know, dude.
I got something to say to you about that, but first I'd like to point out, Ron, I have cooled off your orange Mamitas right here.
It's mango. It's not called orange.
It's orange
a mango
color.
Mamita.
It's a mango, but I got it for you. I cooled it off for you. I did the work, and now I'm giving it to you. Here, this is my gift to
I'm
you.
still drinking my last Mamita. I'm drinking responsibly.
I have Paloma right here. Banks, will Ravens fans ever chill the fuck out online and just let people talk about
Never.
Lamar Jackson?
Absolutely not. No, can't happen. No.
I mean, I can
That's
talk
my
about
domain.
I can talk about Ryan Tannehill. I can talk about Patrick Mahomes. I can talk about other
you
quarterbacks.
can.
But you guys just won't let me talk about Lamar Jackson.
No, I mean, I think I've let you. I haven't really chirped at you specifically per se, but that's kind of my niche. I mean, that's my lane. I defend my guy.
You can't come after me. I'm Brandon fucking Walker.
Well, yeah,
Shit.
that's what they say. So,
But you need
you
more.
gotta go swing at gods. I get it.
You need weapons now. I mean, J.K.
Yeah.
Dobbins will be coming back, but you need weapons for Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I actually just talked to Marlon Humphrey upstairs. He likes George Pickens a lot from Georgia. I don't know if that's the right pick.
Can we get him on?
Can you go get Marlon Humphrey?
I tried to get him on. I had him for like 10 minutes on the podcast between the picks. He's doing all the meet and greet, and I think people want to see his reactions when the picks are made. So it's like, it's a charity thing upstairs.
We had him on the Yak, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, he's a delight.
Yeah.
He likes
a pure delight.
He did the wheel, right?
No, hey, that wasn't him. Did he do the wheel? He didn't have to do it.
He didn't have to do. He
But
didn't have to do
went
nothing.
through it. He went through
Yeah.
it. Yeah. That other guy we didn't like him as much.
No.
Oh, goddamn, Scandrick.
Yeah, Scandrick.
Orlando Scandrick.
Yeah, he wasn't about it.
Well, man.
No. All right, so this is the first pick in a while that's actually looks like they're going to take all the time.
George Pickens, maybe though. I mean, George Pickens seems to be the sexiest name.
We've
that
been
everybody
drafting
falls
George Pickens for 5 picks.
But I'm saying he becomes the sexiest guy that everyone falls in love with at this point.
What about Christian Watson? He has a higher draft profile than George Pickens.
I mean, it would be very Ravens to take Jermaine Johnson, even though he doesn't necessarily fit their defense.
Oh, you're right. Who did
They just drafted Odefe Owe from Penn State.
Say that again.
Odefe Owe.
Formerly Need Jason.
That was fun.
Yeah, formerly
English
Jason
on that, you know?
Yeah, he's really putting some stank on it. So we've got you guys drafted Kyle Hamilton early. Yeah, if they come out of this draft wanting all the receivers, wanting everything, and they just get two
great players,
two Hall of Fame defensive players,
that would be so Ravens.
Classic Ravens.
That's so Ravens.
That is so Ravens. Yes, it is. Look at us. We've been here a while. So we're trying to figure out exactly who the Ravens pick is going to be. See this guy drawing a lot of stuff. Stephen Shea, do you have any info here at all?
No, not yet for this Ravens pick. But I mean, the glaring need is gonna be a receiver. They traded away their number 1 wide receiver.
Isn't it crazy? We live in this NFL world now where it seems like 20 teams tonight, their glaring need is receiver. It's a world where you just can't get enough.
You really can't. I mean, look at the Bills. Like they have Stephon Diggs, one of the best receivers, and then you find Gabriel Davis out of nowhere, who has 4 touchdowns in a playoff game, and it's still on a lot of their fans' minds that they want to get a receiver. We'll see if there's going to be another one as Frank plays us in.
With the classic Barstool hat on, I would like to point out.
Viva, brother.
Viva.
The highest ranked guy on my board right now is Devon Lloyd, the linebacker out of Utah. Jermaine Johnson's right behind him and is available. So if the Ravens are picking best player available on my board, those guys are upper half of the first round.
I'm just going to go ahead and tell you they are probably not picking the best guy available on your board. That's probably not what they're going by. I'm saying that out loud. I don't want to insult you at all, but we'll find out very, very shortly who in fact it is. I'm just a little behind the scenes. I've watched Frank get up 25 times and change his hats, and it never gets old.
It's mesmerizing.
Watching that man come around the corner with a new hat, you'll see me every now and then. I'll just smile. What? Oh, that's Frank's seat right there. So, did you drop your pen? Okay.
Could have got away with it if you didn't say anything, Brad.
Sorry. Well, you were.
The video was on you. It was the video.
You're right. That's my fault. I did not need to bring. Also, your hairbrushes.
Oh, here we go. We got the.
Who is it?
The center from Iowa, Tyler Linderbaum.
Okay. This might be the best pure player in the draft. Is that fair to say?
If we're taking position out of it, he's an excellent player.
As far as this far and away the best center in the draft, maybe the surest bet in the draft. This is a guy that's just a stud all the way through college.
And for people that may not are like, oh, why is the best player in the draft going at whatever we're at 24, 25?
Right.
Center is probably the least valuable position in all football. You can get these guys later in the draft, 5th, 6th, 7th round, and they're going to turn out to be pretty good players.
Though, you get the right guy.
Yeah,
Just say you hate the pick. Just say you hate it.
No, I don't. I like Tyler Linderbaum. Was the 18th ranked player on my board. Really good player. 6'2", 296. The problem is he's got short arms, which for a center is less of a problem, just because they operate in a much tighter space. But he's a really good player. Can pull down the field.
Also, a shorter distance for the ball to go up into his crotch.
He's a true man. The same way you should be excited about Hamilton, you just got another dude. Here's a stat about him. First player ever to win the Remington Trophy and the Salon Beef Days Hail Bay Toss in the same year. He won a Hail Bay toss.
Hay bale.
A hay bale toss, a Hail Bay.
Hay bale.
I'm thinking of Tony Hale.
Right.
And Jason Bay.
Living in Tampa, yes.
Right,
but no,
exactly.
this is
hay
bale.
Hay bale toss.
Yes.
He would throw a hay bale over a 14-foot partition, and he's the first player to ever win that in the Remington Trophy in the exact same year. You got a man.
It's a prerequisite to play O-line at Iowa. You got to throw some hair in.
You got to. That's how they get girlfriends.
The last NFL player to win that, Tristan Wirfs, also a very good player, Pro Bowler in his second year.
All right, Banks, thank you very much for being generous with your time. Kudos to you, sir. We bring in now the Titans are on deck, so we're going back to the young
Cali, to Compton,
the young father's house. Oh, I can tell the wife and kid are definitely asleep.
Oh,
now.
another trade! Holy cow!
So what do we got now?
Titans
Never mind. You're not on the clock, Compton.
He's shocked again.
The Jets are on the clock. We'll see you later.
Trade back.
No, it looks like the Jets. This will be the Jets' third pick of the first round.
He doesn't even have a TV in that room. I'm convinced.
All right, we're gonna keep Compton here.
Hey, Steven, I think we're behind a little bit.
What are you watching? Are you watching Netflix? What are you watching? What are you binging with your wife?
Okay.
Oh, we just banged on him too. He's back.
Hey!
Steven, I got a question.
Yeah.
How many picks have you gotten right?
I don't know from the mock. My prop bets are actually undefeated right now, so I'm on fire. So I want you to shut up.
Well,
Whoa, I was asking a question. I wasn't.
Will, he had Malik Willis going 9 to the Seahawks, and he hasn't been picked yet. Will, I have a question for you. Why I just FaceTime you? We can do it right here. Melvin Gordon is coming on at the end of the show. You and I are back. Like, we're boys. How do you want me to address the Big Ten championship game in 2012 when he ran for like over 200 yards on your ass?
Oh, buddy. Are you actually going to talk to him about that?
I won't out of respect, but I feel like the people want me to ask about that.
That's a pick.
But I love you. This is the respect that we have for each other now. Maybe I just won't bring it up.
Holy shit.
I know, man. That's so hard because, hey, Big K, me and you both know 3 running backs went for over 200 yards in that game.
I know. Yeah.
And I was out there on the field.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
All right, guys. I don't mean to cut this off, but Stephen Shea is pounding the desk. Is what do you got?
I won't bring it up. I won't bring it up. Kick me off.
Keep on.
That's respectful.
That's very nice. That's very nice.
Keep him on.
Hey, the boys are back.
The Jets are on the clock right now.
The boys are back. The boys are back.
So we're not losing anybody. We're keeping Compton right here as we find out exactly what the Jets have done. The Jets have traded back up. They've already got 2 great first-round picks. So when
they're getting a third, Jermaine Johnson from Florida State, the ACC defensive player of the year.
That's who they're coming up to get.
That's who they're coming up to
get. So they're
get.
getting it was Sauce Gardner.
Yep.
And then it was receiver
Garrett Wilson,
and now Jermaine Johnson.
A guy they could have easily got with either of their first 2 picks.
Maybe one of the best first rounds we've seen in the last 5 or 10 years. Jermaine Johnson.
Those are my 3 of my top 14 players on my board.
There have been a limited few teams that have had 3 or more first-round picks in the draft. The Jets had 4 first-round picks in 2000.
Yep.
They got Sean Ellis, Abraham,
Chad
Anthony
Pennington.
Bex, and Chad Pennington, which is one of the best all-time hauls. They might be matching that haul tonight.
Still suck.
Wait, Frank, say that.
Yeah, sing that song again.
It doesn't matter. It's the Jets still suck.
Well, maybe so, but it is their job to try to not suck. And boy, tonight seems like I still think the Eagles are right there, but the Jets might have just won this draft. There was just at least round 1 trading back up, assuming they use their capital in the second round to come back up and get what appears to be maybe Jermaine Johnson, a guy that both of you have raved about all night.
Yeah, really good player. I mean, 12 sacks, 18 tackles for loss. ACC Defensive Player of the Year. Great week at the Senior Bowl. Like, I really like him.
Talk to us, Will.
Hey, yeah, what did we get for that trade?
Maybe check Twitter between everything.
second round pick, third round pick, and then a 5th or 6th rounder. It looks like
That's a good move. That's a good move for the boys.
Good move for the boys. Yes.
I'm just going to email you tomorrow with everything that happened today. That make you happy? Would you like that?
I would love that.
Will, how'd your stand-up go?
Dude, it went solid. I got the footage. I'll send it to you, Ron, and you can give me your feedback.
Oh, we need that footage, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta see that. I won't leak it though.
Phenomenal teeth.
Do not leak it. This will be confidential.
Yeah, we'll keep it tight within the family. And what about that Shane Gillis interview on the bus?
Dude, Shane is all time. That dude, I did not realize how funny he was. I watched his stand-up the other night, and the dude is nothing but laughs. I don't know if you've watched it. It's got over like 4 million views on YouTube. I can't believe like a network hasn't picked him up. But dude, he was phenomenal. He was a really good time.
Hell yes, brother. It makes me glad. It makes my heart warm to see you succeeding and shining like that.
When are you coming back?
I gotta get back.
I'll probably be back. Probably this.
No, I don't think he's talking to you, Brandon.
College football.
I don't think there's back for you because you
I've
never
been-
went. You never.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I been on the bus?
Brandon did.
Barely.
Brandon's been on the bus.
I've been on the bus.
All right, that's my mistake. No disrespect, because I don't like to talk bad
Oh.
about anyone. I don't like to talk
What-
bad
what's your
about
problem?
anyone, but Steven just gave us a
Why do you
whoa.
just keep making noises?
I like.
I'm reacting to what's going on.
All
The Bucks have traded out. The Jags are now on the clock.
The Jags coming back for their. Is this their third or their second? What, how many is
Second.
Second.
But this is them.
But they have the number one pick, so they're coming back, and the Bucks have traded out.
wait.
What do you mean? Wait.
We're woeing right now.
Still processing.
You woed.
No, the Jags. Okay, the Jags. The Jags
love
have
with the
traded
woe.
up. Jags have traded up. Okay.
Oh, but we don't know this on TV yet. Jermaine Johnson is, in fact, the pick. And the Jags are now on the clock. So, yes, the Jags are on the clock. You're absolutely right. Compton, I think we're going to let you go for the last time tonight. Maybe not, but again, I'll email you 11 o'clock in the morning, and I'll catch you up on all the goings and comings of the NFL.
All right, I love you guys.
I love you too, brother. All right, great. Again, Bussin' with the Boys and phenomenal podcast. Check it out.
Love the bus with my.
I don't know if we have the Jags guys ready. We do, in fact, have Doug's. I don't know if Chaps is ready or if he's coming back. We expected them to be at. Love you too, brother. All right, great. Again, Bussin' with the Okay, I can now hear myself. Doug's, is that your TV that I can hear?
I
Okay.
don't know if we have the Jags guys ready. We do, in fact, have.
Please,
Doug's.
God.
Doug's, is that your phone or something that I'm hearing my feedback from?
Love you too, brother.
Certainly is.
And confirmed.
Doug's, is that your TV?
I don't know how to fix that, but where I'm just, oh, we're gonna mute him while he fixes it. Okay, very much.
Got a friendly face.
Maybe a
Beautiful. I love
Gotta be
Doug's.
the
Doug's is
headphones.
a good guy.
No, but the Jaguars have fucked up the entire draft, though, or they've fucked up the entire landscape of the NFL with how they play players.
You were really not
Didn't
happy
it? But
with
didn't
Trent
it? Wait.
Baalke.
Didn't it benefit you greatly? You got AJ Brown out of that.
I'm just saying that they've fucked up the landscape.
You wouldn't have AJ Brown if they didn't.
I'm a type of person that takes advantage of tragedies.
Okay, so you should be happy they fucked up the landscape.
Didn't it? Wait.
Oh God, what is
Doug,
going on there?
you okay?
I think it's got to be coming through your.
Oh God, we've got naked chaps. Okay.
This is a tradition of the draft, though. Naked
really
chaps
is.
for the second
Jesus.
pick.
All right. Hello, chaps.
Hey guys, how are you?
Maybe a little lower, chaps.
A little lower.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's nice.
All right. Better abs than I would have guessed. Pretty good. So you guys are traded back up. I don't know what you're about to do. Do you know what you're about to do?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go linebacker. I think it's gonna be Dean from Georgia.
Nakobe Dean, really? You think you're going to Kobe Dean right here?
Yeah, that's
That
what
would
I think.
be,
I think that they need linebackers. They don't have a whole lot of linebackers even on the roster. They're going to be decent. I think he is a guy that most people will think probably would have been top 20. I think he's going to go to Jacksonville here.
First of all, before I go any further, suit of the night to Jermaine Johnson. I don't know if you guys saw it. The suit of the night to Jermaine Johnson, far and away.
I didn't see it.
You guys weren't paying attention. I think we've got Doug's audio fixed, if I'm guessing. Doug's, you beautiful bastard. What do you want right here?
Yeah, let me start off by apologizing. I'm a fan of the show. I was watching the show, so that was video and video. Thanks, chaps.
Stop showing us your cock, chaps. Can we just talk to Doug for a second?
Yeah, let's go full to chaps.
Oh, there we
Very
go.
nice.
So is it a push-up that you're doing?
I can't compete with that.
No, you can't. I'm sorry, Doug.
What's the workout regimen, chaps? Because it seems like it's working.
Nothing. Just thinking about you little cutie.
Oh, I mean that is a good.
That's also
it's proven.
That's a strong headboard of that bed too.
Yeah, that must have been a long time Stooley's original right there. A long time Tooley's rather.
Oh, the loudest one yet, and again, very good. Just a straight bucket
Excellent
hat. We've
work,
got
Frank.
LL Cool J over there now.
Frank's
Thank you.
doing a great job tonight.
Frank's doing a phenomenal job, guys. So we're about to find out exactly who, in fact, it is.
I'd also be happy with George Pickens.
George Pickens. You just want a Georgia player, apparently. Nakobe Dean, George Pickens. Do you know yet, Stephen Shea?
Yes, it is going to be. It is going to be a linebacker. It's going to be Devon Lloyd, who's my highest-ranked player on the board, out of Utah. Very good pick.
This is a phenomenal football player, just a straight dog out of Utah. It's not Nakobe Dean, but it's probably a better football player than Nakobe Dean, at least according to Stephen Shea. It looks like it's Devin Bush out of Utah.
Devin Lloyd out of
Devin Lloyd. Who's Devin Bush? He's already in the league.
For the Steelers, yep.
Yeah, Devin Lloyd out of Utah. That is my mistake. Thank you, boys, for
Guys, how's your punter situation right now?
Yes.
Oh,
Pretty good. We got a guy from Mississippi State.
Oh, because Devin Lloyd in high school was a punter. He had 12 punts inside the 20-yard line in his senior year as a punter, and he had a 60-yard punt. So in a pinch, You can go to your new linebacker, Devon Lloyd, as a punter. I don't know if you need it. I don't know.
That is good, Ron, because last year I was very worried about our emergency punter situation. There's a couple times when Logan Cook got a little bit of a hammy situation. It's like, what are we going to do? And they're like bringing the defensive tackle. It's like defensive tackles, those guys are pretty thick. We don't know if they can even kick. Now we have a backup plan, which is smart.
Too thick to
Doug
kick.
Peterson just doing Doug Peterson things.
Yes.
Yeah, last time we drafted a punter that high was Brian Anger in the 3rd round, and that worked out great. So
this is basically the same as getting another punter.
Yeah, Stephen Shea.
Well, no, just theorizing. So the next couple picks, we've got Green Bay, Kansas City.
Steven, can you focus on the Jags and how that pick
No,
went?
hold on. Let him
Oh, yes, they traded out.
Appreciate you just cruising.
I'm just trying to.
you don't know who's coming up.
I'm trying to work here. Well, I'm just trying to figure out where is
Jackson-
Malik Willis going, or is
Yeah,
somebody coming
hold
up for a
on.
quarterback?
We got Jacksonville, Green Bay,
is
New
that
England.
the,
Those
is
are
that
the next
the guy
3
you
picks.
said was going to go in the top 10?
Yeah, he did say he was going to go in the top 10, didn't he, Doug?
That's what I heard that.
I appreciate you keeping him
I was
honest.
hearing that, which I was.
Doug's really is a fan of the show, and I appreciate you watching.
Folks, we also have
again.
We also have George Karlaftis sitting around, and George Karlaftis is a damn good football player who we haven't really talked about at all. He demanded a lot of double teams, successful as a pass rusher. He didn't put up crazy numbers, but it's the attention that he takes and his work ethic as a football player, and a great story as a guy coming out of Greece.
Yes, he played water polo.
Water polo.
God damn it, chaps.
Oh my God.
Chaps.
There was a strip just a small strip of fabric there. You could see it wasn't
little bit.
indecent. It was a decent exposure.
Now contrast that to look how sweet Doug's looks tonight. It just looks like he's in love right now. So you guys have been a breath of fresh air. I'm going to be honest with you.
A breath of fresh air.
Is that what I said?
No.
I've been struggling with my words.
So have I. I mean, you have 1 or 2 mamitas. That means you're enjoying yourself.
We're enjoying life right now is what we're doing. All right, chaps. Can I interview your dick right now, chaps?
No, that's inappropriate.
Okay. Well, then quit putting it on the fucking camera. We're going to find out, is this the pick right here, or we're just seeing Dax Hill from Michigan?
Dax Hill looks sad as fuck.
That might be the most people at a draft party yet. That's a lot of
through
people.
a tunnel. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, brother.
What did he say?
He said he's going through a tunnel. He's got to talk to us later.
He's in his bed.
What if there's a tunnel in his
Oh,
house?
I know what he's saying. I know what tunnel he's about to be going through, huh? High five, chaps.
Yes. Hell yes. The Holland Tunnel.
Sex.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it is.
I meant his wife is from the Netherlands. It is
Devon Lloyd, not Devin Bush from Utah. That is the pick. Doug's, thank you very much for being here with us. Congratulations. Good draft. I think a decent draft for the Jags. You got...
Not really.
No, a terrible draft. You got a bad player at number 1, but this is a good player.
This is a good player.
Yeah, this is a good player.
It's a consolation prize, but knowing them, it's like,
They'll
what are you
fuck it
going to
up.
do with it? I mean, who was it the last time you took 2 players in the first round? Wasn't the second one like Caleb
No, it was Etienne. Wasn't it Travis Etienne last year?
Oh, Etienne last
Oh,
year.
yes, yes.
And
He
then the
didn't
year
play it
before
out.
that, Caleb on Chason. It's like
Right.
these second
And
picks that
CJ
they have
Henderson, yep.
haven't been that successful.
Well, in our defense, our
Travis Etienne got hurt.
first round picks aren't that great either.
But if they fucked up the first one tonight, maybe they got the second one right.
You hope. I mean, the draft rate overall, roughly across most teams, is right around 50%. So
They have the dumbest franchise is the problem.
it's hard.
That's just rude.
I don't
really
mean it.
is.
I don't mean it like that, Doug. I really hope you know my character. That I don't mean it. That I'm really just saying it from a point of like I really feel that way. It's not like I'm trying to make you feel bad. It's like I
don't
just
wanna
feel that deep in my
marginalize your
cockles.
feelings. I don't want to marginalize your feelings. So
Yes.
if that's how you feel, express
Thank
yourself.
you. Yeah, thank you. It's not. I'm not trying to invalidate you, nor should you invalidate me. Look at this. Some footage.
Oh, we got
Look
footage?
at this.
Is this our first footage?
Do we have one guy's footage?
We paid for one guy?
Devon Thibodeau and a couple others.
Oh God.
Man. Okay.
How much did we pay for it?
So, Doug,
I hope it was discount footage.
Doug, thank you very, very much for being here. You're great. And then we're going to go. I think the Packers are up next, which means probably bringing Sad Boy Hubs back in. And once again, it is Hubs. Please, God, draft a receiver. The guy you wanted last time, or the guys, Christian Watson and George Pickens, both still on the board. So you can.
I
get
thought
them
we were
right
just
here.
going to see Hub's feet.
And look at this. They ran the pick in.
No.
They ran the pick in. The
Please
Pack-
say George Pickens. Please, just do it.
Frank, you okay?
I can't see shit with this man.
I thought we were about to lose Frank.
Look at this.
Can we get a shot of Frank real quick?
All right, play the piano with the mask on.
Yeah, give us some piano. Yeah. Come, pull it down. There you go. Expertly
See?
played.
Perfect.
Yes, beautiful. So, Hubs, you look agitated as usual, but this is a receiver, right? They ran the pick in.
You would think. You would think they would.
Who is it, Big Cat? Who is it?
Oh, it's Georgia defensive tackle Devontae Wyatt. Another option for Aaron Rodgers to throw to.
No. Not
The
the
only way this makes
25-year-old.
sense is if they're trading for DK Metcalf. That's it. That's the only way. I
He's
don't
got a
understand.
defensive tackle and a linebacker now to throw to? Oh, my God. The weapons are insane.
Your quarterback is Justin Fields.
I don't care. You can't say anything to me, Hubs. I'm a loser, and I know that I'm a loser.
You are a loser.
You have a generational Hall of Fame quarterback, and you don't do anything for him.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I want help.
I honestly think these are the worst dudes from the Georgia defense that went in the first
Where's
round.
the Kobe Dean?
You could have picked any Georgia defensive players, and you picked the. Yeah, you're right.
This guy has like a domestic charge against he had familial violence, is 24, 25 years old. He was the least impactful defensive. You could have taken Jermaine Johnson, a former Georgia Bulldog, and been better off.
So, Hubs, listen, apparently what I'm hearing is he is very old and a bad guy. Are you excited?
Nope. This is awesome.
No, I'm not, Brandon. No, I'm not, Brandon. I'm not excited.
This is awesome.
Just seems like if you were going to get a bad guy, maybe get a 21-year-old bad guy with a lot of upside.
He can't be 25. Who's 20? That's not even allowed.
Who's 25?
How old is he? Wait, actually, how old is he?
How old is he, Ron?
I think he's 24.
24. That's still very old.
That's crazy. The
I don't
Quay
know.
Walker pick was fine if you went with Pickens here, but you didn't. You went
didn't.
You just went with another
guy. Yeah.
defensive.
Another defensive.
Maybe they got confused about Georgia guys. Maybe they
did.
thought it was Pickens.
Wyatt
They
Walker.
forgot the name.
Yeah.
They forgot the name of Georgia.
There's a lot of Georgia guys. It's easy to get confused.
Yeah, that's not their fault.
Just don't understand.
Hey, Hubs, I got trivia for you.
No.
How many offensive players have the Packers drafted in the first round since 2005 when Aaron Rodgers got drafted?
Got to be like 10 or 11. Or...
Has to be.
Oh,
yeah,
there
that's
it is.
one. It's one.
Oh, yeah,
Jordan
one.
Love. His position. All right. You can kick me
Dang.
off, Blattman. I just wanted to laugh at Hubs.
All right, see you, Big Cat. Hubs, we're gonna laugh at your misfortune for just a little bit longer.
Dang,
Hubs. It might be a good player though, Hubs. You don't know.
The best is that people are going to rave about these picks are the same people who love the Jordan Love pick. The same exact people.
I mean,
Venn
yeah,
diagram
that's a plus
completely
side.
overlap.
You guys didn't take a quarterback.
You didn't take a quarterback. You didn't take Malik Willis. Hey.
Or a running back. You didn't take a running back.
The Packers wide receiver room at the moment is Alan Lazard, who's like a good 2, maybe.
No.
What do you mean no?
You
Fuck
know,
you,
not a good
Jay.
two.
good wide receivers available in the USFL.
Sammy Watkins, who's ancient.
I don't even know if the Packers need a wide receiver room right now. They might just need like a closet.
We may just run it with Aaron Jones.
A silo.
Or just one locker.
It's just like the elevator with the one-person elevator you were talking about.
Yeah.
If they don't trade for DK Metcalf, none of this makes
Well, I
sense.
thought they're getting Darren Waller.
Yeah.
No.
That'd be
Okay.
good.
Oh, no, it didn't wind up happening. Maybe
Oh, you know what
Jelani
you-
Woods later.
You know what you could do tonight? You could trade for A.J. Brown.
Nope.
Did that ship sail as well?
Debo would be nice, but the Niners would never do that with us, so that's not happening.
Yeah, they would. You don't know. You don't know.
no.
What did you just do? Some sort of villain
He
hands?
did the Mr. Burns finger.
You just did Mr. Burns.
He tented his fingers.
What do you got?
I've never seen Steven tent before.
No, we're just looking at. There's 4 picks left. Green Bay is going to make this pick. They're going to pick Devontae Wyatt. But then we got the Patriots, the Chiefs, the Bengals, and then at 32 we got Minnesota. Of those teams,
Why are you looking at me like that?
of those teams, who's the one that needs a quarterback? Maybe Minnesota. Does Minnesota, who took Kellen Mond last year in the, I believe it was early
I
third
think
round,
you still
is
have.
this Malik Willis territory?
I mean, the Patriots are coming up. They could trade back very easily.
Certainly.
Do you believe the Patriots are about to pick? So somebody could come get a quarterback with the Patriots pick.
Right. I
You
mean,
know the Patriots are on the phone right now.
for quarterbacks, that's what you want. You want to get them in the first round so you can get that 5th-year option, keep them in a controlled contract for an extra year. I think we're going to see some movement.
We haven't really seen much. It's been a night of success for the Jets and the Giants and the Eagles. We've seen very little pain. Look at Hubs.
He's broken.
It's really nice to see
I
pain.
just don't get it. I don't
Yeah.
understand. I don't understand.
Well, at least you'll get the number 1 seed and lose in the divisional round of the playoffs. It'll be fine.
Aaron Rodgers is beer bonging a bottle of Evan Williams right now. There's no doubt in my mind that he's like chugging hard liquor right now.
Why? How just retire?
Yeah, he honestly should.
Yeah, and him and Shailene get back together and they just ride off in the sunset. Yes,
that'd be lovely.
This is just bullshit.
Andre Whitworth.
Of course, it's
Andrew
that is Whitworth. Just retired after winning the Super Bowl. Retired on the field after winning the Super Bowl.
He broke the news to his kids, who held the story.
Beautiful.
Very
well,
nice.
where were they going to take the story?
Jack Young.
9.
I'm sure they knew how to use computers.
Unbelievable.
They're rich too. They probably got good access.
How did Big Cat even have that?
Big Cat's just apparently the most plugged in
Big
guy
Cat's
we got.
in war rooms. Big Cat, I'm convinced. I mean, last year
do you think he went to the combine just to get your guy?
No, he didn't. I did know they met up at the combine.
I bet that was his number one priority.
I'm sure that was actually pretty high up.
All right, here we go. The pick is in. It is Andrew Whitworth, 2021 Walter Payton Man of the Year. So you're picking a 41-year-old retired guy. Congratulations. What's he? So we're talking. Now, this is one of our presentations.
This is crazy. His hands in his pocket. You could tell he's there to pontificate. He's up there to blow V8.
He looks like he's still in a timeshare right now.
I think pontificate was the right word.
I hear that he
literally
wants
had
a speech that's going to last 20 minutes, 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Hubs, the Yankees are doing good.
They're at first place, 13-6, 6-game winning streak. We're on to that.
There you go. They're not as good as the Mets, but they're pretty good.
First place in the AL East. We'll take it.
Well, come on. The Yankees are playing the Orioles.
They're playing the Orioles, Hubs.
Okay. Got to beat who you play.
Got to beat who you play. You beat who's on the schedule, Hubs. Things are looking up. You still
Every
are
time
the
I
Packers.
see you guys, I get really sad. Every time. It's
There's
Jordan Love.
3 teams that are guaranteed to go to the playoffs in the NFC,
You know
and
what?
you're one of them.
Now that I think about it, I never talk to Hubs because we just don't talk. But the only time I've really talked to him is on these draft shows, and it always sucks for him.
And I don't hate Brandon Walker, but you just make me sad because it involves this show, which is
I'm
really
fine
good.
I'm fine if you hate me. That doesn't bother me.
I don't hate you.
But I would. He is 24 years old. Ran a blistering 4.77 40-yard dash, and all kids born in the 90s named Wyatt were for sure bullies. All 3 facts, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, definitely.
I ran a 4.9 40. I'm almost as fast as him.
All right, Hubs.
Did you?
That's
pretty fast.
Patriots. Patriots.
We're gonna let you go, Hubs, and we're gonna move into the. Who's up now? It's the
Patriots. Yes.
Patriots. So are the Patriots guys even coming back?
Sup?
There they are.
Hey.
All right. Do you think there's a chance you guys even pick here?
We did. We already picked. We picked an offensive lineman from Tennessee, Chattanooga.
How does he know that?
Cole Strange. Yeah,
He knows nothing else. He didn't know Tennessee Chattanooga has a team.
I mean, upgrade over Will Compton.
T.O. went to Tennessee Chattanooga.
What's Tennessee Chattanooga's nickname? Fights.
Oh, fuck if I know.
Oranges.
The Mocs.
What is it?
The Mocs.
The Mocs, great name. Love that.
Yeah.
I'm a big Chattanooga guy now.
The
All right,
dark side is picking a player.
Love it. Love
That's
it, Frank.
fantastic. All right.
I get it.
You get it. The dark side.
Yeah, so I mean, this guy, he played guard. He could play center. Not
Are we
an
sure
overly.
this is it? Just because Fight said it, or are we sure?
Yeah, that's it.
Why would fights lie?
Yeah.
Um,
I
Part of my tape.
If I was gonna lie, I'd lie and say we got I'm a flashy guy. I want.
So you're gonna have PTSD from Big Cat. That's what.
Yeah, but you guys, Patriots don't pick flashy guys in the first round.
I know. That's what I mean. I would have lied and said that. I'm like a kid who wants candy for dinner all the time, and Belichick's my parents saying that's not good for you. I'll take care of you. You eat this.
But you have grown up. He's given you the right diet over the last 20 years.
Yeah, as a fan, but I've rebelled in my personal life and I eat candy nonstop.
What are you eating right now?
Sour straws. Nope, sour spaghetti.
You have a DK Metcalf diet. I feel like
sure
you're
do.
always just crushing candy and experimenting.
And I've been on a fucking candy bender too, Ron. Like bad.
Yeah?
I started Monday night, and it's just fucking compiled. I had a fucking pint of ice cream for breakfast this morning. Americone.
Oh my God.
That's how I want to live my life. Actually, that is how I live my life. Yeah. Hank, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, Brandon. I'm feeling excited. Just here, I love the draft. The draft is it's the best.
Hank, right now, can you tell me who you guys are picking? Even though he just said it, can you tell me, Hank, who you guys are picking?
We're picking an offensive lineman from
Who is it?
Chattanooga.
What's his name?
Brandon Che.
Brandon Che, yes.
Wait, how did he know that?
Brandon Che out of Chattanooga. Big goofy bastard that trusts the data. So what are they getting here, Stephen Che? You've already said it a little bit, but.
Yep, yeah, he's got guard center flexibility. Most prognosticators had him as a third-round
It's
talent.
just an annoying-ass Belichick pick that'll be a Pro Bowler.
It is, yeah. This is very similar to Logan
it's not going to be a
Mankins.
Pro Bowler. When people pick someone who's so far out of the consensus, it doesn't work out. Like if you pick someone,
kind of like Devin McCourty, right? Oh!
When was that? 20 years ago?
Sometimes, motherfucker!
How long ago was that? You just said if you know draft picks, you're a loser.
I said if you know future draft picks. I know past draft picks.
Yeah, the ones that work out. That's the only ones that matter, right?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Hank, name the last 3 first-round picks for the Patriots.
N'Keal Harry, Mac Jones. I don't know, Trent Brown.
No, not Trent Brown.
Not Trent Brown. No.
Not Trent
No.
That's
You were
2 for 3.
close, though.
I didn't know either, Hank, so it doesn't fucking matter.
2 for 3 ain't bad.
It's well,
Better than I thought he would.
Okay.
Hank's not a. He's not.
That's kind of insulting. Better than you thought.
Yeah, what the fuck?
No, I mean, hey, I'm a big
Hey, at least
supporter.
I don't bank my whole career on doing NFL draft previews and then get pranked every single year, even though you know it's coming. That would be
Yeah,
tough.
Stephen Che. That should have been on the bracket last night on most uncool moves. Constant mock drafts.
That's not fair. I know it's not cool. I'm not a specifically very cool guy.
You owned all the moves you had.
Yeah. No, yeah, I did. You don't have this problem, but you're too modern day for glasses. But if you had glasses back in the day and the screw came out and your lens popped out, that is the most uncool move of all time.
Who did that even happen to? I had glasses and that never happened to me.
That was hyper specific.
You can only buy eyeglass screwdrivers in grocery store checkout lines. The only spot.
That cannot be true.
It's the only spot.
Yes,
a guy
Frank.
named Noah used to give you
It's
wedges.
definitely happened to you.
Extremely uncool.
Yes.
Yes.
And you could actually buy those typically at drugstores too.
What the hell is going on?
At drugstores, yes. Wow.
What about the internet?
Well, now they fixed this problem. It's not really an issue anymore.
We don't really have good internet here at Barstool.
Someone that sells fucking glasses.
Yeah, also there. We are in New York, and there are glasses stores on every damn corner, pretty much. Pearl Vision, fucking anything. They're everywhere. But
Well, I'm really glad the draft bogged down right here with an extra long commercial, so we had to talk to these two for an extended amount of time.
Hank, any programming news that you could give us? Some inside Barstool stuff that people could get excited for?
Son of a boy dad should probably be, there. I don't know what they're going to do with little Sasquatch is getting drafted number 2 to the Lions. That's going to be interesting for, we're going to have to find a new co-host for you, Ron.
Have you guys seen that yet?
I don't think we've. No.
Lil Sass has posted a video of like being surprised of him getting drafted by the Lions. It is one of his best pieces of work.
I can't wait to watch it. We have not seen it.
He did not.
I'm glad I was happy I could write that sketch for him. He's really crushing it. It's just the least I could do for my partner, my writing partner.
All right, so the pick is official. Roger Goodell at the podium. It is Cole Strange. Of course
Love
it
that
is.
name.
It's Cole Strange.
Strange
Is
danger.
this the first time in a while you guys have gotten any Strange?
What's that, Brandon?
I don't remember. How are you feeling, Fights?
It depends. I want to see him. I want to see him wherever he is.
You don't know what he looks like, is what you're telling me.
He was supposed to be a third-round talent, so they probably don't have a camera on him.
Oh, he's white.
But
that's disappointing.
When they showed the Iowa center who Baltimore drafted, I like that he was just sitting on the couch with his family in a sweatshirt, because that seems like offensive lineman move.
This is actually probably just a picture of the Iowa center with a Photoshop Chattanooga uniform on.
Yeah, they didn't have a picture of this guy. It's more just an idea. And what's the SoCon?
It's not a real thing. Guys, Hank, Fights, thank you very much. Congratulations on your incredible pick of this annoying-ass lineman that'll
10
bother
times
me
Dean
for 20
list,
years.
Brandon. 10 times Dean list.
All right, thank you very much. Now we're moving on
That's
to
a lot.
the Chiefs pick is already in, and I think we've got Casey Smith to do this.
Yeah, apparently I'm doing the Chiefs because Jersey Jerry didn't need to go back and forth, but this draft's been so fucking crazy I can't keep up with who's picking where.
Yeah, this was supposed to be Jersey Jerry, but yeah, no, it is Casey. You're right. So where are we at on the? You know who this is?
Yes. Do you want it?
Yes.
Yeah, I want
Okay.
it. Stephen Che.
Edge rusher George Karlaftis from Purdue.
Good player, right?
Good player.
He's a nice player. Yeah, certainly a 4-3 edge rusher. It fits kind of what they do. Will be opposite Frank Clark. They can heat up the other quarterbacks in that division. There, I mean, with Derek Carr, with Justin Herbert, now Russell Wilson, they're going to have to get after the quarterback.
So he's also a hunter. George Karlaftis, he hunts elk, and he likes to smoke his own meat. Which is impressive. I mean, who else do you even know that smokes their own meat other than like a Marilyn Manson type guy? Like I feel like it's rare to see someone.
Sorry, I saw his girlfriend.
What was she saying?
It's just good for him.
Well, she had big boobs, Ron. That's why.
That's not. We didn't even see that. I don't know. And this is such a Big Ten ass name. It is, but this is.
Karlaftis. It's like this Midwest type of Polish sausage type.
Does it fit in Kansas City though?
I mean, Kansas City has great barbecue, has great sausage, so it's like sausage, Karlaftis, Kansas City.
It all
kind
fits
of
together.
Rolls off the tongue, and he'll be a nice player because he trains MMA, and like we said, he has that water polo background. He was on the national team at 13, and I mean that'll help with your core strength at a really subcutaneous level.
I don't mean to rush anybody, but if you can see on the screen, the Bengals rushed their pick in. So now we're going to go back-to-back with picks. We got Karlaftis.
Oh, Frank, we almost missed his. Yeah, there it is.
He's wearing it. I like that mask, Frank.
Yes, he's themed. I don't know.
I
He's
love
been
it.
themed all night. So I guess Casey, just stay right there for right now as we see Karlaftis. The I don't know if we have a Bengals guy. It's supposed to be
What's
Big
supposed
Cat.
to be Dan? It says right here on my paper. It says Dan.
It says Big Cat.
I'm still here.
Yeah.
Blattman signed me up for everything.
Well, it's signing you and Casey up. We've had you and Casey on all night. We don't know what the Bengals are doing. Karlaftis, a great Big Ten guy. You have the pick for the Bengals.
Michigan safety Dax Hill. He's also got some corner flexibility, so nice.
They brought back Jesse Bates, though.
The Big Ten with a run here at the end.
That's the pick.
Yeah, it was just an interesting pick, but he has that cornerback safety versatility because he has a ton of speed.
All right, I think it's right now we can take time to look at the guys we thought were going to be first-round picks that are, in fact, not going to be first-round picks. Christian Watson, unless he's the last pick.
Malik Willis. Top 10.
Travis Jones, Logan Hall.
If Malik Willis doesn't go in the first round, is this the worst look ever that Stephen Shea's had?
Well, let me ask you this, Big Cat. What if Seattle picks Malik Willis tomorrow and Seattle ends up getting Malik Willis and he kind of was right?
No, that means I was kind of right because I created this out of thin air and Stephen Shea bought it. So
I don't understand, Steven. Like I asked you before the picker if you were sure, and you were like offended that I asked you that.
Yeah, you almost fucked that up, Casey, if we're being honest.
No, I thought it was almost perfect because it entered the amount of schadenfreude of being like, oh, I'm positive I'm not getting duped by Big Cat again.
It's not Dan. It's not Dan. He has that. We have that clip where he's like, no.
Right. I mean, and to be fair, I had no idea it was happening, so I didn't fuck it up. I legitimately was asking, are you sure it's not Dan? I had no idea.
Tune into tomorrow's Yak where we will decide his demotion because it will be severe.
I've been on fire. I've been giving out early picks. My prop bets are money.
You said that there was a quarterback going at 9 and he hasn't even been drafted.
I didn't confirm it. I said that's what I was
You said
hearing.
it all day on multiple shows, Steven.
Okay.
You said it all day.
I didn't say it was a lock. I said that's what I was hearing at the time.
You two, I guess we can just hang on to you guys because we got one more pick, and that was originally Jared Allen, and he's not coming back. So actually, there's two.
I still got to do all of PMT.
One.
Okay,
so
well,
Dax Hill's going to be
Dan's coming back
announced.
from Melvin Gordon too, right? So Dan will be back in 10 minutes.
Oh yes.
Or just keep me on. Bring Melvin Gordon on. Let's go. Let's
All
wrap
right,
this
I think
puppy
we're
up.
gonna. I think.
Oh, there he is!
What's happening?
All right, it is Melvin Gordon joining Big Cat. You want to welcome your guy onto the show?
Yeah, Melvin, I'm a Badger. I actually specifically have been told that I'm not allowed to mention the 2012 Big Ten Championship game because our guy Will Compton was on the field when like everyone ran for 1,000 yards.
Oh yeah.
But I love you. I love you. What? Let me ask you this question. I know you've been tuning in a little bit of the draft. The big news though, AJ Brown getting traded to the Eagles, and Hollywood Brown going to the Cardinals. That's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, I kind of knew those was gonna happen like 3-4 weeks ago.
Oh,
really?
I like it.
Why do all these players know all this?
And how does it not leak? How does that not leak?
Cause it ain't my business.
Well, Hollywood Brown was already he was at the Arizona draft party, so it obviously has been in the works for a very long time.
Yeah.
And Jalen Hurts was throwing with AJ Brown earlier this week. Like they've been working out with one another. The writing's kind of been on the wall.
Yeah.
Pay attention.
All right, so no first round pick for the Broncos, but I mean, I guess having Russell Wilson's pretty good consolation, right?
Yeah, that'll work.
What? So, I mean, you guys are on the same team,
right?
Yeah,
right.
Can I ask? I don't want to make this all about Wisconsin, but he definitely clocked the ball. I was very drunk at that Rose Bowl, but he definitely clocked the ball.
He definitely clocked the ball. Damn right, he clocked
Bullshit.
the ball.
Bullshit. And I've watched the Jared Abbrederis fumble a million times. I still don't know how that ball didn't go out of bounds.
Bad memory.
I don't want to just make this about that, but God damn it.
No, we like it. I don't mind.
I like it, Dan.
So Melvin, let me ask you this: as a player, we've seen several teams knock this draft out of the park tonight. The Eagles with the trade for A.J. Brown. The Jets, I think, have had a great draft. The Giants had a good draft. As a player, when your team has a good draft, I know your team didn't have a first-round pick this year, but when your team has a good draft, how much does that get you going as a player on this night?
I mean, get you fired up, man. Just because, you're just like, you're just excited for what's to come. When those guys get in the building, see how they adjust. It's going to be a learning curve for everybody that come in the league. Some guys going to get it faster than others. But, the draft I don't think is made on the first night. It's what you can do after those, the next couple of days. Those guys in the 4th, 5th, 6th, the 3rd, those guys, that lets you know if you got a good draft and you could draft some stars out of there.
We've seen this offseason, it's been all about wide receivers. They're getting so much money. As a running back, does that kind of make you a little bit jealous that another position group is just getting paid so much, like a kind of why not us type of situation?
It don't make me jealous. I wouldn't say that's the way to put it. That's not the brightest way to put it, because I'm happy for everybody to get their bread. It's hard to come by. But I'm not happy making the same as punters. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So a little
That's
jealous.
fair.
A little jealous.
That's a fair thing to say.
I have one last question, and then I got to record part of my take. Melvin, you're welcome on any time because I do love you forever. And again, I'm not going to bring up that 2012 Big Ten championship game, which was one of my favorite games. Yeah. And how many you had? 200, 20 yards. Everyone had yards.
Yeah.
Whatever. We're not going to bring it up though, because Nebraska had a tough night, but that's whatever. Stephen Shea, my question is for you. What did you have Melvin Gordon ranked as a draft expert when he got drafted?
Great question.
Great question.
No, Melvin. Steven's gonna tell you how he ranked you.
Oh,
Steven is our NFL draft expert.
He thinks he's also the guy who had Malik Willis going number 9 to the Seahawks tonight, and Malik Willis hasn't been drafted. But Steven, how did you rank Melvin Gordon coming out of college? I would be very interested to hear your analysis of him.
I mean, coming out of school, very highly ranked. Obviously a first-round pick. Running backs as a position group generally don't go high. But overall, as a player, he was up there positionally.
How did you have him ranked?
Yeah, I mean,
answer the damn question.
If we're factoring in position, he's definitely top 25. He went higher than that, which is great. Production certainly out.
Stephen Shea, what did you have Melvin Gordon ranked as coming out of college?
I mean, we're talking several years ago. He was definitely in my top 25, probably.
Was he
probably somewhere between 15 and 20? But that was just out of positional value.
Out of running backs that year, what number was he?
There was another running back that year as well.
Todd.
Okay, I found the tweet. The tweet from Steven that year. He said Melvin Gordon has big-time bust potential. big reach in the draft there.
That's rough.
Really? No, but he's on multiple
Steven.
teams, multiple contracts.
I mean,
what did you mean specifically by big-time bust potential?
I mean, at the time, certainly you got to wonder if a guy's going to pan out or not. Obviously, things worked out very well.
Wait, is that real?
You're not feeling you.
No, it's not a real tweet.
The way he reacted was I thought he was real.
Yeah, you didn't even try to deny that.
He was nervous too, so
he probably said that behind closed doors somewhere.
You thought you tweeted that.
That is a tweet that I would have had at that time. I don't remember. That was many years ago.
You thought you tweeted that.
So you're saying you thought that? You thought that he had?
I don't remember. It sounds like something I would have said. Yeah.
All right, Melvin Gordon. Before I let you go, we didn't see any. There's one more pick. We haven't seen a running back taken tonight. I don't know how familiar you are with this group coming in. Breece Hall,
Kenneth Walker,
Spiller, all these guys coming in the league. They'll probably go second, third round. What do you think about these guys coming in the league? Who do you like out of this group?
I want to say, what is the guy? Kenneth from Michigan State? Is that him?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker.
So I've been watching him. I really don't watch college ball too often, but my best friend played for Michigan State, and I like to talk trash when they lose. So I've caught a couple games with him playing. I like him as a player. I didn't think he was as fast as what he ran. So that's a plus for him. I doubt that any running back go first round. Just it's just we're not loved at this point in time.
Right.
So, they'll probably go second or third. I think there a lot of backs will probably come off. Those boys were blazing in the combine this year. Everybody was under 4.4. Those guys were rolling. But I like the guy from Michigan State. I think he's gonna be a good player. He runs pretty hard. He got the speed. He got the moves. I think he could do it all. So I'm excited to see him.
All right, Dan, I see your face. What do you have?
Yeah,
Nothing.
something's
I love you, Melvin, and I'm sorry that Stephen Shea thought that you had big time bust potential.
I did have Todd Gurley over you.
Shame on you, dog. But that wasn't a bad thing, though. He balled out too.
Yeah.
He balled out.
We'll see overall. We'll see overall who.
Fair. Yeah, he's not doing too much now.
All right. Last thing, Melvin, and then we'll start to wrap this up. Exciting times in Denver. Russell Wilson, a lot going on out there. How excited are you to get this thing going?
I'm excited to work with Russ again, man. My freshman year, I got to, be on the same team as Russ, but I was a small fry, man. I was the young buck, and I really didn't get much playing time. And for years now, me and Russell have been talking about this. We've had, numerous phone calls, man. I was talking to him last year for years, man. Every time we played them guys, I was like, bro, it'd be dope to play, on the same team as you again. And 10 plus years later, here we are, with this opportunity. So, I don't know how long I'm going to be with Denver after this, but if it is just for this year that I got Russ, by all means, I got to make the best year.
All right, so that was our final remarks with Big Cat and Melvin Gordon. I guess we're going to do one.
Melvin.
We're going to do one more pick. Melvin Gordon, thank you very much for being here. We'll let you go. Big Cat, go do BMT. Casey, I'll keep you right now for a second. We'll do the Vikings pick, and then the rest, and then us three will wrap up the draft.
You just don't want to say goodnight to me. I get it.
I'm just jealous that you are in an apartment that's just a much better backdrop than what we came up with here at the show. So we're finding out right now with the Vikings pick. Do you already know who it is?
Yep, it's Georgia safety Lewis Cine.
Lewis Cine. So how many Georgia guys is that in the first round?
Well, Pickens and Dean didn't go.
It's not Nakobe Dean, which
right, but still
5.
Still Wyatt.
Wyatt Davis,
Walker.
The
Cine 4
and
the other Packers guy.
I think it's 5.
Right?
Wyatt.
Jordan Davis.
2 Walkers.
Yeah, Quay Walker.
Quay Walker and Trayvon Walker.
Trayvon Walker, yes.
Right. Yeah. Walkers are hot in the streets these days.
So is that
People
5?
love a Walker.
That's right.
Walkers are getting paid.
Walkers are getting paid in 2022, baby. You made me choke on my. Yes. All right, so.
So 5.
Huh?
5.
Yeah, we got it. We've moved on.
Okay.
We've made fun of my stutter.
The over is 4.5.
Lewis Cine from Georgia. That is your first round.
Best
right
hair in
there.
the draft.
That's what you've been saying all day.
Best hair in the draft.
Give us a good Lewis Cine stat. Is
I
that
mean,
it?
no, he's a Haitian hammer.
Oh, I love that.
He's from Haiti.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and he's a Dion guy. He was coached by Dion in high school.
What does that graphic say about the evolution of dance? What was that fact?
I think you're just watching TV or something.
No.
The Evolution of Dance YouTube guy was his old neighbor.
Oh, how about that? Oh, wait, the Evolution of Dance. I remember that YouTube clip where
Yes,
the guy
of
was
course.
That is such
dancing.
a Jeff D. Lowe thing. That's crazy.
Yes, that's very D-Lo.
All right, Casey, thank you very much for being here multiple times.
Wait a second. Why are the Bucks on the clock?
Because we're picking tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, they got 24 hours.
That sucks. I thought you guys were about to get
Thank you very
Steven,
much.
Oh, that's good.
Steven,
Yes.
Am I allowed to root for the pick tomorrow at least?
I'll allow it.
Thank you. I appreciate
Oh, you're
that.
just a big fat softy. That's what you are. You just gave in like that. All right, boys. 32 picks, bunch of trades. Steven, I'll start with you. How do you recap in 3 sentences this first round?
I think the winners you got to look at are the Jets and the Eagles. I mean, the Eagles get exactly what they want. They
I think I would add the Giants to that list with what they got in the 5 and 7.
And what about the Ravens?
Oh, the Ravens getting 2 huge deep. No, they didn't need them though, as much as they needed offense. We think with trading Hollywood Brown.
Lamar Jackson not happy about it on social media.
I apologize, Stephen Shea. I cut you off there, but finish your answer, please.
But yeah, I mean, I think those are the 2 clear winners. The Jets with 3 really, really good first-round picks. I think there are 3 of the top 14 guys on my board. The Eagles get the player that you wanted the whole time, Jordan Davis, clog the middle, and A.J. Brown, one of the top receivers in the game, and he signed into a big extension, so that's great.
And the pressure is on Jalen Hurts right now, and they've set themselves up where Jalen Hurts has to produce this year because he has no excuses. He has weapons on offense. He has a great offensive line, but they've also set themselves up in a way that next year they have the Saints' first-round draft pick. So we don't know what's going to happen with the Saints as far as their maneuverability, but the Eagles are in a good spot where it's either Jalen Hurts or they'll be able to get one of the draft picks in next year's draft, which could be a C.J. Stroud. You know, there's some who's the Bama quarterback?
Bryce Young.
Could be Bryce Young.
Yeah, big time.
There's some studs. There's some studs. It could be Slovis.
Perhaps he's going to Pitt, might get the same career renaissance that Kenny Pickett got there. Sam Hartman from Wake Forest. There's just a bunch of guys that could be big time quarterbacks next year. And there will be somebody that comes out of nowhere.
And that's why you can afford A.J. Brown, because you got Jalen Hurts on his rookie deal now. If he doesn't work out, then you still got a rookie quarterback presumably next year. So you can pay big-time positional players like A.J. Brown.
All right, last question briefly. You won tonight. You feel great. I don't know, but
feel good.
Day 2.
Yeah.
What's the storyline in day 2? Is it now Malik Willis? How far does he go? What is the storyline of day 2?
It's got to be Malik Willis. He was, a guy who was projected a mid-first rounder. Obviously, it's a weak class, but he was projected as
some had him as far as 9 at Seattle.
Some did.
When was the last time there was only one quarterback in the first
2013,
round?
when it was E.J. Manuel, I believe.
Yep.
And that was a historically bad class.
I do research as well, Ron.
Beautifully done. But I think it's about Malik Willis, and I think Desmond Ridder also has to play into that conversation because as boring as a guy as Desmond Ridder is, he put up incredible numbers and found ways to win really big games.
Matt Corral still exists. Sam Howell's going to enter the picture at some point.
Yep.
Boys,
a lot of quarterbacks.
This is the 3rd time we've done this. First time in person. Always a pleasure to do it. Ron, good stuff, right?
Great stuff.
Stephen Shea? I just stuttered again.
Yeah, no.
I wouldn't even worry about it, though. It's the NFL Draft Show.
I'd like to shout out Frank the Tank on the ivory.
Great job.
Frank the Tank did a hell of a job tonight. Shout out to everybody in the booth.
Shout out Mamitas.
Shout out
Thank you,
Mamitas.
Chevy.
This is our final remarks by Mamitas. Shout out TJ on the camera, Colin on the camera, Kevin on the camera. Rudy's here too. Shout out to everybody that made this a reality. Thank you very much. That is the Barstool NFL Draft Show. Good night.